Let's get it, chat. Come on. Savage, 12 out of 12, baby. Grand finals time. So yeah, we're going to watch the Savage off spawn on the stream because it probably should be a nice quick one. And then we'll go into broadcast them as always for like Venno, Frodoxy, all the other good spawn fights. But come on. I don't know why Savage is still hiding. My man's trying to be like dark and mysterious and all that, but let's see how we go. Come on.
I'm not sure.
You're right.
Savage. Savage. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how we go. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Game 1, chat. Game 1 of 12. We have Mr. Savage contested by Twy on the mountain. We were looking like a top 10 at Grands, and now we're just trying to avoid getting a bottom 10. We'll see, though. We'll see. Maybe we've cooked. Maybe we've cooked. It's a spicy way to kick off Grands, though. That's for sure. Come on. Kick off the vibes good, please. Come on. Now, Twy has been tweeting a lot that this is not going to be a 50-50. I have no clue what that means because this is the most 50-50 drop. Are we cont? Maybe they swerve. Maybe they're going somewhere else. Maybe we have the aura. Yo, I don't like the vibes in the call right now, man. We are way too quiet. Maybe it's because we're locked in. I'm hearing a lot of breathing.
Yeah, best drop reason.
Reason has best drop. Reason has best drop. W, lock in. Are we cont? Oh, we are cont. We're cont. We're cont. We're cont. Come on, Reason. Reason with the god drop.
Going for toilets.
Oh, they're swerving off. Wait, they're not 50-50?
Yeah, I got on.
Go to the build. Go down.
Boo, so boring. Wait, I mean, at least, I guess what they mean by it not being a 50-50, but like, what? Oh, no.
Has splashes. They went to the toilet. Yeah. We push them as splashes. You guys have fun?
Yeah, go. Fight. Go. Get in. Go.
We can run out. Watch. 13, 26, 23 on the right guy.
Oh my god.
23.
Oh my god.
81,
White guy.
He got ran over by the van.
White guy on the cheese in the corner. Yeah.
We got hit by the car. It's a hit and run.
On me. They're in here. The rest.
Bro, what a goofy ass spawn fight though, bro. Oh, they're running. Why are they not just 50-50?
I think.
Bro. Oh, the read. Oh my god, the read. The awareness.
I've won this one. Keep chasing.
They tried to hit the zipline bait. That was big W. They tried to hit the zipline bait or the triple chest bait. The experience on this trio. They predicted.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still screwed though. They have no loot. Like this is the problem with this job chat. They're still like they get the van now, but that's about it.
He's driving away.
Wait.
Hit him 87 wide.
They don't even get the van now. Wait.
Oh my god, bro.
Well, this is disastrous. We won, but we got a purple pump. Never mind. We won, but did we actually win? You know what I mean? Like,
focus.
We'll come back and look at that, but you're now experiencing why I'm so scared for their FNCS, because even when they win, they still don't really win, you know?
This is not Mass Meadows.
Wait.
And it doesn't
oh, wait, what? Vigo, Venno, Flixie have gone Outlaw Oasis. Outlaw Oasis was already supposed to be conned, though.
This is not what anybody could have possibly expected here in Yanis.
That's why they're in my top 10, baby. I knew they cooked something.
Quick eliminations.
Oh my god, we've been cooking. Does that mean Fred's getting uncon Mass Meadows? Yo, Fred is just the goat off spawn. Why would we go a drop that's already double cons? There's already two teams here.
All I'm saying is they're gonna do something different.
Hello?
Do something to surprise you, and that is exactly what we have just.
Why have we gone to a double contested POI?
Can to stay up here, but what I'm thinking,
Fred has max aura, bro. What can I say? Honestly, it's insane.
Oasis part of the map. There's a lot more trios that are contesting each other as well.
14 FNCS winners this lobby with a total of 31 titles.
That tend to look into this area for tags later on, but I mean, after Venno, Flixie, and Vico took out 4 players, they've already knocked out.
Wait, haven't there only been 26 FNCS? I mean, there's been 26. 31 titles, I guess combined, yeah. I thought it'd be more than that.
You originally believed that your only opposition is
4 items already. Hey, they're looking good.
And for Strokey, now knowing that there's a wild Venom just tossing the mix potentially.
That's a good point, chat. So Yanis loves Mass Meadows. Are we thinking maybe Venom puts enough pressure on them so they think, hey, we'll just go Mass Meadows? And then they get to have a straight 3v3 against... Ooh, smart. We're playing fucking chess out here, baby. Some Game of Thrones shit. Manipulate the lobby.
And
okay.
They're kind of just waiting.
Interesting.
Someone's actually going to try and challenge them. Doesn't seem to be the case, though.
Now, I did see on
The script is already cooking, bro. Game 1 of EU, and we got a spicy one.
Elimination, and I believe even Savage got a knock earlier on. It was onto Twy and Noms. I don't think I saw our Hollow getting eliminated.
We got the truck. Hey, our loot's not that bad.
That original off-spawn 50.
Our loot's not that bad.
Here at the mountain split.
Yo, vibes are kicking off.
You know,
Peak vibes right now.
They might even get the southern side uncontested as well, but
that purple pump pull from Rezon was big, though.
Landing there, so they're a little bit more limited on loot.
They got one kill, though, so Overhollow and Twy are still out there somewhere, though.
A lot of heals, it's going to give them a potentially chug jugs, and now that they've started off with a couple eliminations in terms of damage, I'm kind of excited to see how.
Need more ammo? Yeah, definitely more ammo. We'll see. It's not a great job, chat.
Meadows is probably uncontested, seeing that Vico.
Twy. Oh, Twy died to another team. Gotcha. Okay.
Change up their search plan a little bit.
Oh. Good spot to invest from. Great investment.
What happens after the fact.
I like this spot. Why do we have 12 minis, broadcasters?
Still have to deal with
interesting. 2 stacks of minis.
With teams like
unusual.
Blaha holding down such a high elevation here at Shining Span. And we've seen notoriously a lot of surge bases kind of picking up throughout the early game. So many teams just.
Oh my god, I shit my pants. I forgot this fucking zipline existed. I just thought Mixon full sold. I thought that was going to be a generational sell. I was like, what has this motherfucker just done?
Seem to have had much luck.
I was so confused for a second because the way they had the camera, you like couldn't see it. I thought he just fully sent it. Was just...
So hopefully we'll see a similar performance this time around.
Jesus, take the wheel.
For Vanya, Marius, and...
Oh, that's an interesting looking base.
This is going to be an interesting one.
Oh, very interesting. I think we're going to see a lot of engagements here. Oh,
they've been performing.
Don't worry, we got 10 minis
throughout the season in the divisional cups, and
no. I thought we'd at least make like wait a game before we show it.
The performance here in the major finals.
Oh. Don't get cracked. He might push you.
Game, and for that, you're going to have to go damage.
He's not fucking pushing, even if he gets the knock.
Gonna call a spade here, though, Takata. These teams are just interested in exchanging the initial blows.
Exchanging!
From the safety of their surge bases.
That sounds like trading!
Just building up.
We're investing, Taco. We're investing our heals.
Behind him. He's not that concerned about eating a little bit of return fire. As long as he's able
there was 2 more stacks of minis behind him as well, bro.
For his trio, that's what's going to set them up in the best position possible.
We're exchanging now, chat. We're not trading. We're exchanging.
But how things are currently shaping.
Yeah, there we go. I was like, surely there's a fight we could have shown.
Trouble could be exactly
here we go.
What Artist Dexy and Huddy
now, if you guys didn't see, Tripburn is now contesting Kappa Kappa. So Huddy's gone from being uncons now contested for the Huddy haters.
Quickly.
8 players are in their first FNCS finals. The fewest ever of an EU final. That's a cool stat. That's actually crazy. Only 8 players out of 99 are playing in their first final.
Finally going to be knocked and eliminated.
To be fair, like I said, this FNCS format, I want to complain about it because it's too competitive. There's less excitement in FNCS now because all the good teams are almost guaranteed grands.
The damage has already been done. They got the damage that they needed.
That they did. It's interesting.
Ooh, Shogun.
They were
Wait.
originally contesting Kappa Kappa, but they ended up just fighting it.
Never mind. Tripburn's not dropping Kappa Kappa. Is he going Shogun? Why is Tripburn here?
Directly south of Mr. Savage, and you know,
okay.
Pretty good drop spot,
interesting.
Loot, it's not the best in the game, so this fight could be crucial to them, Taco.
Things are never ideal, though, when you've got 2 teams kind of duking it out.
I'm so confused. Oh, wait, but Cade drops on the south split. I want to see the kills on Tripburn. Did Tripburn drop Shogun and kill them? And now maybe Cade's team has pushed from the Savage split over to fight them?
Doesn't want to find himself being double
Interesting. Interesting.
Cade trying to
I'm guessing that's what's happened here, but I need to see where the Hellfire has kills.
Hellfire Tripburn. They're making the right call, looking to play as tightly linked as possible. But still, Arion from above could be.
Here we go. No kills. So what's happened to the Shogun team?
But so long as Srapt and
who's supposed to be here? Artie's supposed to be here. Did Artie leave?
Recognize that he's isolated. They might actually choose to just go. Arion gotta be real careful here. Nearly lost the floor from underneath.
I'm very confused how this happened. So if you guys don't know, Tripburn's team was meant to be landing Kappa. Cade, the team that's fighting them, is dropping on the south split of Savage's drop. So just to the northwest of here. So why Cade is here makes sense, but why Tripburn is here, I don't know.
These builds, just trying to break through.
Now normally you'd be thinking they're in zone. You know what's this is bad. They got to finish this up. But the way this season has played out, I mean, there's so many heals, not only on the map, but just items available to you that it's okay to take these storm fights. It's okay to rotate late in the storm. You
Oh, artists who we saw trading with Pixie just before. You're right. So do they go like the forest split? Okay, so Tripper might have alphaed Shogun then, I think is what's happened.
And his trio here, they don't really have too many problems.
Maris, do you mind going into replays real quick, bro, and just taking a photo of like, can you just like
getting damage done when needed? Another
kind of like just check for me?
Was originally going to land at
Did you just check who landed Shogun?
Here at Shogun Solitude is interesting. A lot of quick
interesting
in the last moments, but so far both trios have done a good amount of damage.
I want to just kind of, because they didn't really, because we watched the Savage off spawn and Cade goes down.
Big blow. That's going to be a massive exchange here. And now Ivan.
2v3, you don't want to fight the days. Oh, they traded out though, 2v2.
They find Hellfire, but
Hellfire's still up though, technically, could get rezzed.
So much healthier. Tripper didn't initially have the materials he needed to draw this fight out. Now he's definitely got them. Thanks to that last refresh. Might even be able to get the revive off, but
good meds here for Strap though. Oh, nice.
He gets a big tag onto Ivan.
We're gonna chug jug on the ground.
Finish, but Ivan is gonna scramble on out of there. Hellfire
the res, nice, good res.
Waiting for one of his teammates, maybe now both of them.
The double res and Vanky's running. Never fight the Danes, baby.
Has been fully eliminated, and Ivan is going to be the
you don't want to fight the Danes.
Survivor, but both of these teams, Takata, even if Ivan manages to get out, it's still such a difficult situation because they are.
Giveaways? Oh yeah, we're doing the V-Buck giveaways after each game, man. Same as always, dude.
Compared to everybody else.
Yeah,
oh, Misha solo. Pixdom and Dame is getting aggressive. Wait, they're a duo though?
So hopefully a good rotate will be planned out for Misha.
We're a duo. Where's Dom?
You got Demus and Pix.
This team doesn't.
It's not a duo that I want to go
oh,
against,
fuck no! No, Pix! No! What have we done? Oh god, no! I predicted them and they're selling. That's never happened before. Me saying someone's gonna do well and they fuck up, never before seen. This is a surprising turn of events.
He's gonna cause some real issues there potentially. Sangilde and Jewel maybe even scouted out the fact that Misha.
I'm so confused, but like they didn't have a kill and their teammate was down though. So who took down one of Pixdom and Damus? Why were they a duo?
And nobody bothers to look down.
Yeah, we took a quick trip to Whiffy Wall for sure.
Single player, all by his lonesome, boxed up at the bottom of this bridge.
Oh, we didn't hit anything.
Tragic stuff though for Demus. That is a beyond rare sight to see him with a shot in that close of proximity.
Tayson, 2 elims. So Tayson won Crime City game 1.
Respect to Misha for
he's a black, no red X. Oh, he crashed.
For missing his shot there.
So boring.
Demus missing his shot, but
Thank you, Sola, Scooby, Ed, Zane, Max, Godo, Biomore, Clue, Haya, Preneg,
maybe a little bit of nerves.
Ro, Panda. I'm lucky I'm not making it, by the way. Hi, he was con. Yeah, he was con. Keith, Panda, Milk, Nox, Millsy, Zane, Realm, Slaps. So many subs. Zach, Shagsy, Rua, Willow, Wonka, Boulderset, Ecop, Dom, Anthony. If I missed any subs, I'm so sorry. Thank you, though, chat. Appreciate y'all. Hey, Freak, Oliver, Dreadsy, with the gifted. Love you, chat. Thank you.
Those trios will have to rotate.
Oh, wow. Let's see. Maris goes to the photo. What do we got? What do we got?
To kind of take shots onto them.
Okay. Tripburn, chat. Tripburn is Alpha Shogun. So Tripburn has uncon Shogun Solitude.
Around the map, where a lot of surge bases end up getting built.
The team that was supposed to be going Shogun, it looks like they're contesting Podesai now to the north.
On the other hand, though,
oh, Mixon lurking. Wait, why are we all the way over here? Oh, no, we're not that.
This is kind of what we were expecting to see. It's definitely what the desk was alluding to. Mini and Levin
average brother, Kelly?
Specifically highlighting the fact that those black markets, there are just so many heals.
Twice
so
alive? Yeah. Looks like Twice still alive.
Even if you don't directly take them, you know that there's going to be other teams looking for those opportunities.
Combat Baja Mixer, the only returning trio from Chapter 6 Season 1 Finals apart from the top 5.
Via eliminations.
Oh, that's interesting. So the only team that stuck together that didn't get top 5. Took me a second to figure that stat out.
Really been able to manifest something outside of that early elimination. Cheatin', Trexer, and Robin, though, just south of Mass Meadows, and this could be the danger zone. Only 92 above the
Cammy? Yeah, I was about to say Cammy.
Two other trios.
iDrop as well. Didn't iDrop also not get top 5?
But no shot's going to connect. They're gonna have to
continue. Yeah. Oh my god, we're kids checking.
But they're also just trying to be so wary, knowing that there's teams trailing them. They can't really afford to not throw up a little bit of materials, a little bit of builds behind them as they leave.
There was a 68% increase of time spent in Storm compared
He's
to
gonna
the
chug.
last
Yeah, you like
season.
Donkey Kong that bitch. It's great.
You can see that happening.
I drop Chase
right
Shoot.
in
No,
front
I
of
drop
you.
Sky
Largely
Scroll,
do,
still
like,
same trio and same
you
Cammy
mentioned
City High.
Taco
They both
2,
didn't get
those
top
extra
5. So
kind
yeah,
of
I think that
heals
one.
being available in the black market and opening those opportunities to
Sky and Scroll playing a Rest Guard season 1?
what you could say almost
Are you
a
sure?
safer
I'm like
location,
99%
less
sure they would.
trios.
No, they never played with that drop
At the
last
point
season.
where, a majority of the trios are playing the Storm route.
Thank you, Rabbit. You too. All right,
Kinda
show us
starts
Queasy.
getting
Where's my
questionable at
goat?
a point, but it looks like Trexer, Robin, and
Oh, 138
Sheeran
below.
are
We did not
138
invest.
below, so they don't
We got
have
Hawk
too
2
many
coin.
options. They have to
Unlucky.
kinda put themselves head first into these trios that are already kind of based up and waiting for them. So it is going to be difficult
It's gonna be tough.
to find a way out here.
Oh, Chris fighting Taysom, bro. Getting scrappy on this hill, though.
This is an unfortunate circumstance. Tayson, Atris, though, they've lost Chicho. They're forced to try and
1,000
brawl
above,
their way out
though.
of this as a duo. Fortunately,
Great
team
investment.
surrounding them
They were
not
fighting, though. I don't
necessarily
call it
in a
investing. They
very
just took
healthy
down,
spot either. I see
took down
Twy,
Chap's team, so.
I don't see his comrades anywhere near. Ricky, he just got sandwiched and absolutely smothered.
Yo, if we see
Atris,
it-
he's got to be careful. He's
Okay,
just
never
trying
mind.
to hold
Bro,
his
if we see
own,
another
and he
good
gets
player with
dogpiled
shots,
in
I'm going to have to assume the
process.
lobby's laggy for
It's
some
gonna be two
reason.
players knocked. Now
It's looking a bit
Tayson
laggy. We haven't had
with
any
the
lag
keep
this season.
going.
If they, like, dialed
You
up the
can tell
observers again or
Belusi
something,
definitely hurt. Belusi definitely
this is the
desperate
most
to
laggy a
try
fight's
and
looked this whole
close in
season.
on these final eliminations, but Tayson, he's not going to let him have it for free
Ooh,
by any means. He's
nice,
defending
Tayson.
Atris, and successfully
Oh my god,
so.
6 elims. Tayson's the GOAT, baby.
Finding that
We're fighting
Elon
Twy,
Musk,
though.
Belusi could not have come at a better time. Now he can take this 1v1 exchange up against Twy, who is hoping to pounce at a more optimal moment. Instead,
Why is Twy
Tayson,
here?
he might even look to just play for the revive, ensure that he's got his duo to at least tag along with him for the duration of this match.
I mean, Tayson
We'll
heard
see.
the
We'll have to keep an eye on
crowd
Twitter, see if we get any lag rants
meaning
after
it
game
was,
1, but it's
either
looking a bit
team
rough.
Shooting him from afar, or more likely.
Oh, Kieran
Storm
Cammy
Surge.
going out
So
in the
he knows he
feed.
cannot let Twy do damage to him right now, as if he kind of just waits it out. It should be able to tick Twy down enough to even maybe fully eliminating him. So it's a lot safer and a better option here to
Oh,
play for that
oh,
revive.
bro, Tayson's got the
But
peaks today. Oh
you
my
gotta take those
god.
shots when they're opened up.
This is why he's the GOAT, baby. 5-time for a reason.
He's going to be forced to play the Med Mist. Twice, just one shot away
Please don't curse him.
from getting eliminated here, but it looks like
Chris is going to get finished, though.
he
Chris
is
is going to
able
die.
pick up
Twice,
Atris
grief,
here,
Chris.
and the
Oh,
next
but
second,
Tayson
he
wins
is
it,
gonna
but
go
no,
down
1
at the
second
same
too
time,
late.
picks up the
But yo, that's the
elimination
GOAT
onto
right there,
Twy,
baby.
but now it's
No,
gonna
they're going to lose.
for
Chris
a
is 4
reboot
elims of Surge now,
to bring
though.
his team back into the match.
Twy griefed that one a little bit. I'm not going to lie. That sucks. They just lost 4 elims worth of Surge now. If you guys don't know, when you reboot a player, you lose the Surge they've gained prior to the reboot, so trying to win that fight and keep Chris up was super important.
On the other hand, this is a trio that a lot of eyes have definitely been on leading into this weekend. just
Oh,
because
the
we all
OG
know what
FNCS
took
axe,
place in
baby.
Major One Finals. We all try not to talk about it as well, but Seti Kamihari, if there's a team that loves Surge
Yo, the
racing,
Frenchies
right?
are getting in.
Suisse, POTUS,
Oh, la la. We are so far from zone
but
2.
tangled up though with Sangil and Jewel, and they are paying the ultimate price with their
Oh,
lives here
Sangil,
at
Jewel, and
Flooded
Titty, though.
Frogs, completely
1,000 above.
cleared out. Jewel,
Yeah, I just saw
Sangil,
Rezon go
and
down in the
Mighty
feed. Not sure what's
needed
going on
this
there.
one,
Tayson goes down. No,
and
Tayson got
managing
finished.
to find it.
Tayson's out.
Still, 2-tick zone. They've got to get a move on out of this storm.
Damn.
It's a tough position to be in when you're at the point where you have to be the aggressors due to being low on Surge. It's
Did the statue
really
just block that
difficult
shot?
fight to kind of come out with the upper
Yo, we are
hand on.
struggling with the edits, though, man.
You're just playing defensive like Tidy, Julian, Sangild. You can normally get that quick.
Honestly,
cleanup.
game 1 jitters,
You
though.
have
It's probably
to
the
make
nerves.
Changes before you get to the point where you have to take that fight while you're below, but it's difficult. This is a major finals lobby. The amount of damage needed to be above that Surge threshold is incredibly high.
It's very high, very high. Why is that,
Sangild
Takada?
and Tidy now, though. They've kind of done their damage. They've got their eliminations.
All the
and they're
investments.
fully north. So
To be fair, I'm
here,
surprised they actually
being
showed that
in
off spawn of
kinda
just
advantageous
Vanya
position
and that
or
other
having
team
the
just
damage,
straight
they
trading. I'm really surprised they actually highlighted that so early.
Stay in zone a bit longer.
Thomas,
If it
Apple,
needs,
Pans, let's go,
rotating
baby.
into
The
dead
drum
side of
gun.
map with less
Ooh,
trios
we're looking
kinda based up
good.
looking at
W.
them. For Thomas, Pans are an Apple though.
No, I'll be here for West.
They are
Uxib, so I'm going to be
already in
doing
the zone,
EU,
ready to
Central,
take
and West
shots at the
today, and then I'll play a bit of
field.
Fortnite afterwards, maybe, and then hand over to my brother who will do OC, and then I'll come back
Thomas
tomorrow for
rocking
EU, Central, and West.
That mythic drum gun we've seen.
Thanks for joining in,
exactly
chat. I
how
appreciate
potent
y'all.
he can be
First time we're
whenever
streaming
this
Grands
is
on YouTube as well.
in his hands,
YouTube
and
gang, I love y'all. Thank you for the
already
likes on the stream, too.
making
Appreciate
good
y'all.
use of it,
Oh, it's looking
lighting up
laggy.
teams.
It's looking laggy.
Rotate
I don't want to be that guy, but it's the first lag we've seen.
Veno and Flixie, it's been a minute since we've gotten to check out what they've been up to. And Chicho, poor man with Atris. Tayson goes for the reboot and doesn't get any
Vico
benefits.
down.
Vico, though, that is
Come on, Wico. Come on, Wico.
Knock from seemingly out of nowhere.
Nah, we're all good. We're good. We're good. He died to Storm, it looks like. How did Vico die to Storm or fall damage? He has shield.
They do have an ample amount of builds and materials, but they were clearly after
Vandy gets an
priority
elim. Nice.
position towards the next zone, even if it meant playing for a dead side wraparound. Now they're going to have to reconsider their next move because teams know that they've been weakened, and Kiddo Vocal, they're not willing to let Flixie, Vico, and Veno just pass on by. We're all getting a little bit tangled up here underneath the bridge.
Ooh, Kiddo's duo.
This is a 2 versus 3 scenario, and it's something that they don't want to have to commit to if they don't have to, because both of these teams fully understand
Vico and Flixie are trying to become the first player to win 3 EU FNCS titles in a row. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, this is 7th zone.
Interesting.
Storm damage
So they won last duos into first trios, and if they win this one now, that's the
second in
3-peat. I mean, with their drop spot situation, that is.
Especially when
Savage is still up, baby. Let's go. Savage, full trio alive, man. I'm so happy with how game 1's played out.
In the mid game, taking those storm fights, even if it
7 elims, man. They're doing it. This is why I had him in my top 10, baby.
Rotating on in here. I mean,
Bro, if they just had more off-spawn cred, like, it's insane that this team is going to probably have not a great FNCS just because they couldn't lock down a drop spot. When they fight this well.
In terms of how active.
It's amazing how much off-spawn fighting and, like, the politics of alphaing drops is not related to your actual fighting ability. You know what I mean? It's like a different skill altogether. Like, Frodoxy has so much off-spawn credit and stocks, but it doesn't have as much rep for, like,
for the time being,
placing afterwards in the mid and late game. It's just
Marius's chug jug. Right now, what they're hoping for is that they can find an immediate refresh. They'd like more material.
pretty vanilla first zone, right here next to Brutal. Pretty center map, nothing crazy.
Of trying to play for height, and the way
really vanilla first zone.
Pull upwards towards elevation. Cami, Seti, and Hari not too far behind them. Queasy's team clearly already trying to elevate themselves just a cut above the rest of the
Looks like a lot more fighting than we were expecting, man. Everyone was freaking out about the surge training coming in, so I guess that was more on NA, but only 40 live. We got a lot of fights going on, man. That was a super exciting start to game 1.
Will they look for it early on? Will they not? What I'm thinking here is there's a large mountain that could potentially have the zone pulled towards, and if that does end up happening,
Bro, Queasy can see the future zones, I swear. We're leaking.
Meaning you're wasting mats if you're
Nah, it's because Queasy puts themselves on a fantastic dead side where even when they get max pull zones, they just easy stroll in, and like they always have zone priority. It's just Queasy being Queasy, man. There's heaps of times where Queasy will set up on dead side in Storm and then not get zone because he is dead side. He wraps so easily.
Hari, Cami, and Seti just had the advantage, but the way that mixing combat.
Ooh, Seti on the high ground.
Towards height. They want to take
This, like, Seti's got to have a good game out of here, bro. We're at box cars. We got to make this game count. We got to make the box car zones count. Ooh, Marius solo.
On the receiving end, it's only Marius that's alive, and he's just trying to dash on out of there.
Damn.
The kneecapper.
This is probably the biggest upset game 1 here right now if they go down early.
He is just building for his life.
Good base, though. Good base.
No one recognizes that he is a solo, and with Reason's team just on the other level of his current layer.
Yo, we've got it, bro. Is Rick Ball really become humble Peterbot? We've got a fake Peterbot in Grands, man. Homie's got fans in Grands. Actual established pros are still fanboying Peterbot. We can't escape the fake Peterbots. It's Rick Ball, yeah. I saw Zara Zangi, so I'm guessing it's Rick Ball. Aura.
This is not a trio that you'd expect to see.
Oh, it's Peter Bohr, because Rick Bohr. Gotcha. Bro, I miss, like, the fishy days, man. Because you can actually tell who you're looking at. Peter Bohr just looks like a typo, man. There's definitely a kid who tried to call themselves Peter Bohr and fucked it up and called themselves Peter Bohr as well.
It didn't go well for the major one.
Vico, Flixie, Veno, backside, not looking too healthy, though. No Veno. We're a duo.
If they can close this one out,
oh, they're whiffing, they're whiffing.
Vico has to be careful left on just...
Marius down. Vico and Flixie's a duo.
Flixie's healthy, but they're split up. It's going to be difficult for them to get in.
It's Wox's builds. Come on, Flixie. Solo clutch demon mode. Oh, 3 builds, 1 build, 0 builds.
Just continuing to try.
It's 4 points per Elim in Grand's chat. It's very Elim heavy.
So chaotic, though. So many players just falling every
Bro, surely Rick Bot is so much better than Peter Ball. sorry to be hating here, but like, what? How is Rickbot is so much better when your name is literally Rick Boar? Alright, I'll chill now. Yeah, Rezon Savage went down. Dip, dive, duck, dodge, and dive.
Before one of these other teams surrounding him takes notice, this is a solo, left all alone, waiting to be claimed by the line.
Nice.
Instead, it's Convict that's gonna be brought
Siphon?
down.
No, wait,
Quixie,
what? Oh,
he's
storm
trying to
sickness.
get one more, but
He had
the
storm
damage
sickness.
was too much to
No.
handle. Flixie,
Yo, there's Malabuka. Prove him wrong.
but still impressive stuff. After
Nice,
that,
little Priest.
Malabuka taking out Blaha.
Top 10.
Things are getting messy here.
Yo, what's up, Vivid? Let's go, my handsome man.
Of staying ahead, full trio still looking healthy. I see Pink's trio as well looking
Oh,
healthy.
the
So
chop.
many full
The chops, they die.
Cammy, Seti, Harry, they get chopped down.
Oh, their basal bats were okay. It's Queasy. Oh my god, Queasy versus Cammy for the high ground. Seti goes down though to Mustache. Yo, the king of high ground, baby. Take height, don't die. Oh, we taking high, baby. He's just got a 6-10 for it, eh? Yo, okay, I've got to be that guy. Controversial take. Zate will forever be the father of high ground, but we got to give Queasy the goat of high ground, man. This dude's been doing it for fucking chapters now. It's crazy. Like, you think high ground, you think Queasy now. I love Zate. We crashed? No.
No builds means no opportunities to bring this one back. Not while
6 elims, come on. Who's been fragging out on low though?
Continuing to be a nuisance.
Yo, Nev's peeking Kira, baby. Yo, 9 elims on Gearas. Okay. Out of Canyon Crossing.
These walls don't belong to him, but he's running out of materials, Takata.
Full low. This is where the players
3v2. Oh, we're going to invest on claiming.
Still 8 players on the
Yo, good start for Pink and Nebs. Pink the goat, baby. Mustache goes down. Frantic in the box. Oh, Mustache putting in pain, though. Mustache played this great. Swizzy jumps down on front side. Stuck between Mustache and Swizzy, bro. Swizzy game 1 win, baby. He's the goat. And no one should be surprised. Yo, and a brutal box car zone for Seaport. Like, bro, too good, man. Too good. Take height, don't die. All right, chat. First V-Monkey way of the day. We'll make it height. I'll change it up. I'm throwing a curveball. Make it height, chat. My man's the goat of height for a reason. So, chat, if you guys are new to my stream, we do this every season. It's super simple. You type the word I tell you in chat. We draw a random winner and winners because we're doing the extra V-Buck giveaways today. We DM you the codes. Anyone can win, bro. Anyone can win. Don't have to give us any of your details. We just DM you a V-Buck code, man. It's super easy.
To go for it. I mean, we saw how controlled.
Take height, don't die.
Cammy, Seti, and Hari going into that late game. They pulled the mountain zone. They pulled the first moving.
Also, chat, this is my first time streaming Grands on YouTube. So if you guys want to come back and rewatch this, the whole VOD will be on YouTube now, which is so much better to rewatch the tournaments in. Yo, Toxic, thanks for the 5 gifted, bro. Thank you, Live. Rel with the 38. What's up, Rel? Thank you, Finn, Mcos, Zulix, Chris, Jezza, Thunder, Rag, Lavatar, CL, Kelpie, Spam, Cosmic, Bowden, Seasoned Shooter, Tinix, Soves, Claire, Wizard, Jocks, Goolsy, Voida, James Bot. Thanks for subs, chat. I love y'all. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, chat.
This is what we wanted from this Trio 11. I wasn't expecting them to do it in game 1, but here you go. They're setting out their stall for the weekend, and they are setting their sights on Leon.
Leon, oh la la, magnifique.
What a first game. I mean, it doesn't get better than that. It's funny, right? Because we spent a lot of time on the broadcast this year talking about like,
freaky
Queasy
Rua
taking height from the 8th zone, and it's like nobody can take it off of him. He said, hold on a minute, lads.
Mills, Sneaky. All right, 10 more seconds, chat. We'll call the V-Buck giveaway. Thank you. We're doing these after every game this weekend. We've got a lot of V-Bucks to give away. We're on a 38-hour stream, so.
Queasy, Swizzy, so ruthless in these scenarios where they are taking height from someone, not just when they are playing it early.
I will call it there. Thank you guys. Thanks for answering. Appreciate y'all.
A sign of what's to come.
Yeah, really, really great stuff from the team.
This is a great start.
What I really liked about that was that they didn't have like an absolute abundance of materials when
The reaction? Oh, they don't really. People don't really do win reactions during grands, bro. That's more of like a we disqualified to grands type win reaction, man.
They are able to chop down height. They took out, of course, Kami, Seti, and Hari, and the way that they were able to get those refreshes allowed them to take height and win the game. Really, really nicely done from them, and just a perfect way.
He is, Vinny. He is. Yeah.
The game. We spoke about
Vico had slide bug. That's why he died the whole game.
No,
the slide bug is so bad.
And we didn't really touch too much on how they play height, but right there.
Your Pred's looking good so far. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
How many games now in FNCS finals has Queasy won? Like, I think he already had the most of anybody, right?
Yo, Guaco, they steal, man.
Adding. It's just, oh, it's ridiculous.
Thanks, CLP.
Well, if I recall
What's the
right,
slide bug?
record
You
is
literally
6
get stuck on
VRs
your
from
screen
Queasy.
visually sliding,
Yeah,
and you're giving constant sliding audio to every enemy around you.
All major finals. Like,
You
I'm
can't
pretty
build
sure he already
properly. You
has
can't
the
jump
most
properly. It
wins
is one
of
of the
anyone
worst
in
bugs you can
But
get.
I want to see.
It's a full game killer.
I'm talking over you now, Levin, but I want to see if he can do 7 because he did 6 back
You can type the
in
two on.
chapter 4.
7
with
wins. You want
Venom,
7 out of 12
maybe
wins from
he could be doing
Queasy?
7 or more with his trio this weekend.
Okay,
We're only
Frankie,
one
okay,
game in, guys.
okay.
I'm going to take a short
Hey,
break.
Coco, the
and then
first
we'll
gift
be
in my
back to
channel. Thank
discuss
you. Thank you.
where
Mind?
our other trios are sitting on the leaderboard.
W. The Apollo? Yeah, so the slide bug is genuinely like a full game killer. Like, your game's basically over. You can't fix it. There's nothing you can do to change it. All right, after game 1, we have Swizzy, Queasy, and Mustache in first on 113. Dynus in second on 90. Underrated team, man. We'll see how we go. Pink in third. Ping, Thomas HD, Idrop, Zara, the Italians. We got Vico, Seti, and then Neuer. Yeah, my top 10's looking all right. It's only game 1, though. We'll see how we go. See how we go. Now, I did see, apparently, Teeny tweeted something. What did Teeny tweet? Let me see. Is Teeny got... Okay, it's 3E. What did Teeny tweet? What happened here? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Damn! Wow. Well, okay, that explains... I'm not going to say why Tayson won the first game off spawn, but that's definitely a nice little assist from Kiddo there. Holy shit. God damn. Well, that'll do it. So the off spawn was technically a 2v3. That is very unfortunate. My man was just sacrificed. Just got chosen out of the 6 people flying to be the one who gets hit. Now, chat, I did put it in the pinned message as well, but in case you guys don't know, we're not going to do this every FNCS, but you guys loved it last time. We are doing the 15% off again. If you guys have been thinking about copying one of my mouse pads, if you use code FNCS at checkout, you get 15% off. I'd appreciate it. It's up to you guys. Now, we've got them almost all back in stock in every region. UK, I'm sorry, Eternal Harmony is still stuck in customs, but we're up to 277 5-star reviews now. So if you guys want to cop a mouse pad, 15% off, I'd really appreciate the support. Thank you. It's arcalute.com. There's the link. And again, you guys keep asking. I will make an announcement. We don't have exact timelines. We have the small mouse pads trying to clear customs. We have the XXL mouse pads coming, hopefully in somewhat the near future. We have 5 sleeve designs done. We're just trying to find the right manufacturer for the sleeves. And we just got our first Steve Corgi plushie prototype, and we're still waiting for that one as well. And we have 2 new designs of mouse pads coming out, but those are like months away. We've been cooking. I appreciate all the support. You guys have been genuinely amazing, like insane with support for Arcalute. So thank you so much. Making me and my, I was going to say me and my brother's dreams, my family's dream now, because we've now got Jenny working for us full time as well, my brother's fiance. So I do really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for that support. Being able to help my brother and fiance both get out of jobs they weren't super fond of is insane. Well, she technically got let go, so that was even nicer to be able to do that. Because that could have been a very shitty situation. Okay, Conan, I'm not making life-size me dolls, bro. Weird. It is, Kingy, yeah.
Welcome back to FNCS.
We back, baby.
We're one game into the major 2 grand finals, and Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache took.
Yo, thank you, Patho, with a $5 dono. Thank you, bro, on YouTube.
They took it from long-term.
Can I give you a Fortnite challenge?
I
don't want to do a boring one. What's a non-boring one?
We'll talk about them in a moment, but first of all, we want to talk about the team.
I want you to do van loot only, bro. You can use whatever gun you find off spawn to kill the van, but then you need to win the game with only the loot from the van.
I was a little bit worried about what
like the armored escorts around the map.
But they've already proven me wrong.
Cook.
Let's face it.
Yeah, solid game from these guys. I'm sure they would have liked to end a little bit better, but what they're
You
happy
Celtic?
with there is just making it to this end
You
game,
Grangy?
ensuring that they can really frag out.
C-Boy,
There's
No
a few
Slack,
moments there as
Lele,
well,
Professor,
where we saw
Coffee,
some,
Luca,
some
Apollo.
credits coming
Thank you
through.
guys
I
for
said in
share
the back,
subs.
it's absolutely vintage Malabuka, and it's nice to see them playing with this sort of freedom that they know they can play at. And for them, it's just about keeping on making these end games. This is what I was talking about, just these pre-edits coming through.
I like the
No team
Rainbow
can
Valley
beat
one.
any
Lavishly, I'm using
against
Rainbow
that
Valley right now. That's probably what I'm going to take to
of,
Pro-Am too.
Wops and Ping, and I think it's just one of those teams that we expect to frag out in end games. It's just making it there, making it into those positions consistently. That's what's going to be most important for them.
No, you gassed me up when you were saying that because it's facts. That is just vintage Malibu.
Think JP with the Prime?
Literally for years now in FNCS, right? Being a menace on mid.
Being a menace.
It's always what he's going to do, but now he's got 2 top shooters with him in Ping.
Oh my god,
and
Neuer, Max,
Watts.
Aura. Wait, we
I
saw
think I wanna
Misha
see
as
more
like
of
a
that from
solo.
them,
How
right?
did they get a
Keep
top
making
10?
those end games,
Yeah,
keep
wasn't
being
it
a
Misha's
menace,
team
keep
that was
being,
fighting
you know,
Pix,
ruthless
Dom,
on
and
those
Damus as a
walls.
solo?
Yeah. Their end games aren't always the cleanest.
Bro,
Right?
how do they
might
pull
not,
off 24
get a
placement
bunch of
points out of
wins
that?
Playing that way, but they're gonna get a bunch of
Big
elims.
solo
They're gonna make it
clutch.
deep into games, and that's what counts.
Wow,
sometimes when you're trying to
impressive.
compete for the title.
Yeah, little
I
reboot
also
clutch,
really
eh?
love watching Fortnite because in the end game, sometimes you see trios pop up and you see these names and you go, oh yeah, it's nice to see them again because it's lovely to see Giras making it to the end game with his teammates Franek
No
and
Sway,
Dinas.
Cooking, Sway.
They were picking up
Syntheta,
eliminations
Quick,
left,
so many
right,
subs.
and centre,
JP,
Levin.
Celtic,
Yeah,
Gringy.
yeah,
Thank you,
it's
chat.
funny you said.
Love y'all.
I always enjoy what you're
214 subs already.
No, just do it for the money.
I don't like it.
No, it's funny. I like
That was a
I like
joke.
No, me too. Sometimes I'm like,
Of course.
That's all right sometimes. Look,
decent.
this trio, we highlighted them a bit at the start about, talking about sort of the Osborne situation for them. They've been a very solid team at Canyon Crossing, right? And they are one of those teams, I think we get them every single major mini, that are just a sleeper team with a really good game plan and a really good strategy. I think any zones that pull towards sort of the southwest, right? This zone was a bit of a foxy zone, so more central, right? But any zones that are pulling central in the southwest area, I think you can expect to see this team in the
Hey, you
end game.
sank
They
them with
have
the Prime?
those
Thank you,
zones
Papa
figured out.
Budspud.
Yeah, and a lot of that comes
You
from
shrink
he also
cam? No, it's
spoke
my
about
usual
around
size.
casting, that he actually coached his teammates
think.
previously. Now, of course,
Now you're making me-
qualifying to
now I'm
Major
self-conscious
One
about the
Finals.
size of my
Now he's
face
actually playing
cam.
with this major,
Is it
and
not
you can
normal
sort of see
size?
that structure to their game. I was sort of looking back, and they were actually doing quite similar to what
Oh, I
Queasy
did shrink
when
it
we
a little
broke
bit.
down
I
the beginning of the
shrinked it
show,
for
sort of
the,
staying back
milk
and still
cup.
really nicely done.
You made me
Well, you know what we
self-conscious.
spoke about at the beginning of the show? We spoke
I did shrink it for the milk cup.
Vico Veno and Flixie dropping at
Yeah, it's a touch smaller. There we go. That should be more normal
I can
size.
see the look on your face now because they didn't actually
That should be
do
better.
what we were expecting them
Yo,
to
Shay,
do.
thanks for 5 gifted.
Look, I told you, if they can pull off what they want to pull off, they might shock the world, right? And this is just the beginning of that. Who knows where it goes? I might know, but I'm not going to say. We're just going to have to wait and see where it goes from here. They started off with Outlaw Oasis.
I'm actually genuinely,
That here was a
this
shock
play
to
was not what I was
everybody.
expecting.
Nobody was
Bro, if you
And
told
they
me
just
Vico's going to
cleaned
switch
house
jobs
with
and con someone,
Yeah, I mean, if
my
it's gonna
pick
be what
was
they're gonna
not
do now,
double
I mean, they're gonna go
contested
into a lot of
Outlaw
confidence,
Oasis.
Right? Teams like Janus, experienced FNCS veterans going down or spawn. That confidence is going to be
is that next page?
so vital for them.
Swizzy and-
Unfortunately,
oh, no,
it
mine's
didn't
not next
work
page.
out in the rest of the game. We saw a little bit of problems.
Watching
for them
West, we
going
are
into
watching
the
West
end
both
game,
days, bro.
but
It's a
I'm
38-hour
excited to see what
stream,
they
man.
can do now, 'cause it
Yo,
seems
me
like Mouse
and
Meadows
Reese,
isn't
thanks for the
necessarily
dodos,
gonna be
guys.
their drop spot choice.
Yeah, but like, if we theorize here, right? If they just land in a bunch of different places where teams are fighting off spawn and clean up those fights, like they're the best team in the world to do that, right? This could really work for them and be a cook of a strategy.
No one is going to be expecting the Veno Inquisition.
want a mouse pad?
I
Thank
can't
you,
wait
man. I
to
really
see where
appreciate
they're
that, homie.
dropping
Thank you so
next.
much.
Observers, make sure that we've got the cameras fixed on those guys every single game, please. We have got to head into game number 2, though. So let's head back to Taco and to Carter and find out where those boys are dropping.
Who won game 1? Queasy, baby.
Scared me a little bit, Frankie.
got, man?
He's giving me a bit of concerns because he's like, okay, Venovico Flixie, they landed at this new drop spot, unexpected Outlaw. They got the eliminations, but now it's going into this next match. Are they just gonna keep going through different
Mug check
POIs
today.
each
I am
game?
repping
Like, how do you
Australia,
plan out
baby.
that? I got so many
My
questions,
camera's
Taco.
flipped, sorry, so it looks a little
And
bit
the other
weird.
issue too is
We're
for the
we're
rest of
repping the
lobby,
Australia
you can't
mug
even get
today.
too caught up and
We've
thinking
got,
about
we've
what
got,
Venom,
we've got
Vico,
our
and
arch
Flixie are
nemesis, the
doing, because
emus.
you gotta
I'll
focus
never
on your own
forgive,
game
never
plan.
forget.
If match 1 didn't pan out in your favor, that's not to say that game 2
All right, let's see it, baby. Let's see it. Yo, Frex, thanks tier 1, man.
I think they're landing for the other thing again.
Come on. Come on. I don't know why they landed the other, like, the toilet, though. I don't understand why they went the toilet, then, like, tried to wrap in or whatever. That seems very... I don't know why they thought that might be the best strat.
We have 10 barrels, like,
That's a strange one for me. Is this me or them? What the fuck's the USB sound? That sounds not good.
I actually took...
Wait, they're actually... Are they dropping into the toilet again?
The chest and pull the barrels quick.
I have an AR. I have an AR.
Yeah.
They're going toilet again?
I'm popping barrels, come.
He's in white, 54 white.
Let's come.
Guys.
Okay, I got it.
I got tagged.
Can we get these
On my
barrels?
through the toilet, just open toilet now.
I don't have a gun, bro.
Oh my god. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're stopping now.
Welcome to why I didn't predict Savage very high, chat. This off spawn is just so goofy. Oh!
There's nothing. 30 dead.
I'm not gonna lie. All the Harlow Twy are not playing it very well right now.
Kid on the right as well. Careful.
Nom's team is not playing this particularly well. This is making me happy for now, but I'm very scared for if Noms to start 50-50, man.
We can't.
I'm really not sure what they're going for here.
Getting loot from the body.
You guys have minis?
Big reason.
Okay. Oh, hilarious, man.
I know what that means, Flypart. Thanks to $10 dono, bro, but I know what you mean by copping a call with NA. But no, I don't plan on being a call with anyone today, man. Or this weekend, bro.
You need to track.
All right.
They are just so separated from each other. It's going to be so much easier now for Reason's team to just fully take over.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting
looking like
start
a
for
2-0
Twi's
so
team.
far, as we go back over to Vico, Veno, and Flixie. And
JD, Frex,
they're
Elite,
going all over the place, Taco.
Wait, we're doing the TDs, chat? We're just dropping everywhere? Yo, what?
Completely different.
TDs wipe tasting, I think.
Lovely lane type of scene, so they might still be looking to try and push a little bit south. Those teams that they know are
What is happening?
contesting each other early on. The fact of the matter is, though, if I'm Teeny especially, I am looking at Veno and Raz and just thinking to myself, these guys really stole my whole flow, bar for bar. Wanna be me so bad right now. But Veno, Vico, and Flixie, they're definitely the sort to carve their own identity.
I mean, yeah, they could 100% make this work, man.
Takata, and it seems like Whiffy
This is gonna be
Morph
mad
is
fun
on
to
the
watch, bro.
mind.
Veno's putting on a
Does
show
the
for
other
us.
Team that's already inbound at Whiffy even know of what's about to take place. Veno touching down first, getting ahead of the rest of his team. Peter Bohr trying to do what he can.
Peter Bohr, there's no way he didn't become... I'm so pissed, bro. Why would you not become Rickbot?
If they want to catch up. And Peter just exclusively
Do it, Veno. Take him down for the shitty name.
Now. He does not want anything to do with Veno. He wants the reinforcements before taking up this fight. And Veno, this is what makes him so clever. A cut above the rest, just constantly keeping tabs. He spots two players. I know there's one still lurking. I'm not going to overexpose myself.
You got to give Veno credit, man.
Fast. I like the way it's looking right now. They clearly
Oh, nice.
these fights. Zara's already gonna get cracked.
Oh, yeah. We got the pulse rifle, baby. We got the plasma rifle. We putting in some pressure.
The drop, taking fights on trios all over the map, and as good as fighters as they are.
I mean, yeah, they're three of the best fighters. This makes sense.
Consistently close these
I wonder if they're going to target
This
these
is gonna be
edge
the
map
first
drops so they
time
can
we-
take these
Boy,
fights.
it's
Because if you
literally
take a
the
fight like
first
this
time
near
we've
center
ever
map, the third party potential is so much higher.
Style like this. I'm trying to think overall, not only in the major finals, especially on
Tina
purpose.
Amisha, who really kick-started the whole ordeal.
Yeah.
And they've got nothing to lose too, so they'll be coming into these fights confident because they have nothing to lose realistically. Nice, they draw first blood, baby.
Vico, Veno, they're just too quick with it.
Tab, you just got here, you know what's going on. Veno's team has decided not to contest Mass Meadows. They have dropped two separate drops to kick off this tournament. One game they contested Outlaw, this game they went south, Whippy split, and now they have Whippy, baby, let's go! Oh shit.
Clean trio wipe here at Whippy.
We'll see how they hold up, but all the Veno shit talk is gonna get real quiet now if we keep pulling this off.
Now it's about what's next, though. Have they really prepared the rotates from all of these different drop spots?
They got Raz, baby.
How are they going to play out those mid games, switching it up every time?
Yeah, that is true.
We'll see how it goes.
If Surge
As right now,
threshold was
Giras
lower, I'd be more confident in this strat across the weekend.
Trying to see.
The last time we saw this strat pulled out was the Teeny Misha strat, and they dropped 9 different locations in one grand finals, but that was in cash meta, where you're guaranteed a loot refresh and the guaranteed mid-game fight if you want to take it. And the Surge threshold was much lower, so we'll see. We'll see.
Tripper, and it's what it's felt like this entire season so far. Tripper is not willing to be a bystander, though. Probably just happy to be a participant for the Major 2 finals. So they're definitely going to want to try and win out at that last exchange. Focus, Janice, and for Strokey, they have certainly won Outlaw Oasis when you see 3 elims on focus, but F9, Moneymaker.
Oh, here we go. Savage taking the fight. Let's go, baby. On a Noms. Can we finish it off? Oh, Noms gets dropped in. Rezon. Nice.
Said, I'm not letting you go.
That's 2 elims. That's 2 elims.
Gets taken out. They already got that initial pick.
Luke's not looking too hot, though. But hey, we're winning the spawn fight.
Noms, just 1 player left in the trio.
Maybe if we win enough times, they will leave. Maybe.
Especially
maybe the hopium here. Let's see.
You don't want to let them freely roam.
Gold shotgun? Yeah, but it's an outlaw, so it doesn't really count as a gold shotgun.
You know, be the ones to kind of put an end to it. As it
looks like the rhythm, JJ, Frex, Elite.
Kind of continue making his way as they might even be able to use this chase.
How's the threshold work? Is it higher if everyone lobby does a lot of damage? Yeah, so
kind of that east side on
Surge, very easily explained, is if there's too many players alive at a certain zone, whoever's done the least amount of damage will take damage until they get above that threshold. So if everyone's done 100 damage, it's not that high. But if everyone's done 1,000 damage and you've done 200, you got to make up 800 damage now.
There's no reason not to follow Twy though, because even if he manages to get a little bit of distance from Reason's trio, they're right by Mass Meadows. The black market is right
the big
there.
ramp rush, baby. I think what happened here,
no
chat, was there was a team at the gas station that he was considering he was going to ramp rush, try and get high ground on, and then they disengaged.
They're definitely willing to commit.
That's definitely what happened here. We didn't get to see the fight, but I'm sure there was some kind of a fight.
Sky Scroll and iDrop. This is a team, though, that's been relatively quiet throughout match number 1. And it's also a team where iDrop specifically is looking to beat the finals allegation stigma. He wants to prove
Chap 6 Season 1 finals team did around 2,000 damage in total to survive Surge for the whole game. I'm interested to hear what it is now. I'm interested to hear what the Surge threshold is this FNCS compared to last.
Pixie. This is a trio that has been kind of
so there's no set threshold. There's a set threshold of how many players,
in the divisional cups playing,
but there's not a set threshold of how much damage. That depends on how much damage the players have done. Yo, Chronic, thanks for becoming a member on YouTube. Thanks, man.
In the major
Coyote, Zemma, Curly, Kyron, Arcing the subs. Thanks, guys.
They know what they need to do to get themselves to the late game. But right now, the step is kind of just taking shots, doing damage.
Does EU have the Surge trading issues that NA has? I mean, you've just watched one team sit on a gigantic staircase and shoot at someone and then another team. So I don't know if like you're just not watching the same thing I'm watching or we don't understand what Surge trading is, but I'll let you figure it out, man.
They were after. It was a fight with Vestroki's team, but Yanis seemingly has the advantage. Vestroki down in the low ground. Yanis getting a nice pop shot.
Chat, again, just to state, every single Grands you guys have watched for the last 2 or 3 years, teams have been trading Surge. This is not a new phenomenon. If you didn't watch my video with my take on it, it might be getting slightly worse because more people are just having to do it to get their Surge, but this is not new.
So they're willing to just stick to the high ground.
The $2 dono Chronic, thanks, bro. He's sync with the tier 1.
They want to close this one out, though. You can definitely tell that they are aching to be more involved, but they're also aware of the fact that
Vico Venom Flixie taking their second fight. Here we go. This is how they're going to have to get their Surge. They're going to have to play mad aggro.
Push forward. Vico Venom and Flixie, they're also looking to gather their resources just from raw fighting strategy.
Look, they are comfortable with this side of the map. They did land Flooded Frogs last season, and they know very well how to play this north side out. So
yeah, meta's changed a fair bit since then, though.
And doing damage, they're just looking for openings, looking for options, and
powder
kind of going back and forth there. Luckily enough, the zone did pull north, so they have the choice to just continue on the full uncongested side and not take a lot of those risks that the trios down south are going to have to on their long rotate. They can even conserve a lot of the materials and heals, so it's looking good in my opinion for Vico.
Not too bad
here.
Nah, no multiplier tomorrow, chat. No multiplier on day 2.
One problem that's building, though, is Veno. He's got Darkisa's trio directly underneath where they are currently boxed. And sure, you want to take the odd shot or two at iDrop's team, but you can't find yourself sandwiched in the process.
What was that play?
So Veno using that natural elevation.
Did we just bat Flixie back? We batted Flixie away.
Line of sight from iDrop and just try to deal with the immediate
Ooh,
threat. And
nice, good Surge, boys.
But Felix
Thomas goes down in the feed. Who did Thomas go down to?
Meanwhile, Vico,
I like the 1.5 multiplier day 2. Creates cool storylines. Chino taking a fight against Cheaton.
Settled on the beach. Sure, they might be a little bit out northwest.
Thanks,
from where
Sarah, for the
rest of
5. Thanks,
lobby is
bro.
Currently fixated, but that's not a concern when they have so many heals to work with.
Oh, we're fighting over the football. The football
Definitely
pitch.
wishes he had something to replenish his HP. Instead, a victim of Yanis's trio and their aggressive nature.
Yeah, this is
Good
what
viewing, no, is good for
we're kinda
playing.
seeing.
I know a lot of
Ended
players
up
who would like the
playing it out.
multiplayer on day 2. Gives you that, like, like hopium after day 1 if you had a bad day 1. Keeps the vibes up going into day 2.
Pablo.
I know a lot of players who preferred it. It's up to you, but thanks to $5 dono, bro. My favorite is the Rainbow Valley, man. That's what I'm currently using.
Yeah. Okay, not bad. Few eliminations, still at hopeful, but like we've mentioned before.
I think 2-time multiplier
many
felt a bit
trios
mickey. A
just
lot of pros
playing
didn't like
zone
that
for
because
an
it just
incredibly
made day
long
1
period of
feel
time.
almost
We're
like
thinking now
pointless.
if they rotate into zone,
But
they
1.5
have to
I
pass
think was a
through
nice
Seaport. They have to pass through Cammy and Seti potentially. So there's a lot of trios that are potentially already kind of based up, waiting for them to make their way into zone. So we'll see how they end up navigating that.
Because you got to remember, bottom don't make money anymore in grands. The bottom 8 teams don't make money in grands, so you kind of need a bit of copium to make teams like stick in there and play seriously. Otherwise, they'll just grief.
One of the Frankie's forecast teams. We kind of
The
hard to
Frankie
not put them on the
forecast.
radar, though. They've got just so much fighting caliber inside of this trio, and a couple of teams surrounding them could be a big sign for them to just slip by uninvolved. They're going to make sure, though, that Ivan pays the price here. Completely disoriented, was looking at separate direction entirely, and now Teeny, Chaps, V just full keying onto Aryan's trio. They are not going to allow these guys to pass on by. They want the additional eliminations. They know just how incredibly well
Skivvy goes down.
is, but Skivvy, he's been taken out.
This
That
is a
huge
scrappy fight,
blow.
man.
Chap and Teeny, they wanted to go unscathed from this exchange. Instead, they're gonna have to opt to play fallback now.
Oh, no.
They need their full
Not the
trio intact if
T-Wiener.
They want that end game.
Not the
And
Tawina.
this is such a massive delay for them to have to play for the reboot.
Yeah, this is tough. It's 4th zone. I mean, 5th one is the last one at 1 DPS per second. And they really can't take too much time here. Not only that, now they have the issue of getting chased alongside that. Cade,
come on, chat.
No, there's more than enough heals to play this one in zone. As
Damn, Cade collapsing on him.
Teeny left alone. It is just crumbling down for this trio.
Rezon takes down Twy. Did they find the whole trio?
Hold the thought, though, cringe.
Was Twy the last one left for Savage, wasn't it? Or did Twy get rebooted?
He's not willing to let Teeny slip on by, but he might not have a choice. Kiduo also nearby. Other teams.
They wiped the whole trio? Don't contest.
Up in harm's way here is Volko now fully aware of the fact that Cade, Ivan, and Aryan are nestled right behind him. They're just gonna opt to crouch around.
So they're leaving the
Steady goes
medallion.
on the low ground.
So whoever's getting the medallion on EU is actually choosing to not run it because they'd rather not be marked. Flixie goes down. No. Venom solo.
Flixie, this is not what they were
No.
hoping for, though. They wanted
Venom with
to
the
be
God clutch.
aggressive, but they wanted to be the ones doing all the hunting, not getting hunted themselves. Whiffy Worf just turning out to be disastrous currently
Damn.
for Venom.
Yo, this
he's
is-
hoping that he can get some additional tags here. He needs some big connects, but he's not
Damn.
gonna find it.
Unlucky.
Cleaned up and
Nice, thank you,
punished
Coco. Appreciate the 1,000
for
videos,
their
dude. And copping a mouse
attempts.
pad. Thank you.
Maybe a little overzealous. Maybe just the fact they got stuck between iDrop's team and Darkisis. But regardless, the outcome's all the same here, Takada. They've been wiped from the lobby incredibly early on.
Yeah, I'm not sure what caused that, initial knock to happen, but what we have to keep in mind is they're down 26th place with 3 eliminations. Like, this is something. It is, 12 total matches throughout the 2 days, but they had a pretty good start with the amount of eliminations, the position they got, but if they get these matches where they don't
here we
make it to
go.
the end game, it's going to be tough.
Can Fast Roki get down? Nope. Can Focus get down?
Off the reboot.
Nope.
Focus falling after, looking like a pro-am lobby potentially, with all the players flying throughout the sky.
Bro, dying in the pro-am is going to be brutal. You're just going to get farmed for just 10 minutes straight.
Boded so well for iDrop's team in the last major, at least throughout the divisional weeks. And
Nice scroll.
He'll keep things rolling.
Bro, Scroll. I love Scroll's just gun out, man. He
has been eliminated.
It ain't flashy, but it worked.
5 eliminations in total, though. So you have to anticipate that iDrop's team is definitely massively benefiting as far as their surge damage goes. But I think more importantly still, it's the third-party nature. They were notorious for it all throughout
PC? What am I doing?
Major 1 and the last season. So to see them being able to replicate some of those methods of success here, that's going to be a huge momentum swing in their favor. But now they need to translate this early success into a nice late game finish.
Yeah, I mean, they got 4th place.
Skull still in terrible keybinds. He's added 1 weapon bind and no, he's added 2 weapon binds and 1 cone bind. So he's getting slowly less shit.
They're set up for success. What they don't need to do now is keep taking.
Yeah, so there's 5 land spots up for grabs on EU this season and 3 on NA. But any team that's already in land, their spot will roll down.
But Scroll 200 to 0 in half a second.
Yeah, Scroll just got fried.
This is an opening for Giraz, Frantic, and Dynus to continue pushing on through.
Real thorn in the side right now for iDrop's team. That is the last thing that they would have expected, is to just be trailed. It's unfortunate for
You can only give 2 season 2 the most spots. So they used to have the most spots in season 3 because it's closer to land, so the team's more relevant. But they've been having so many visa issues. I think they want to try and process as many visas and get the teams organized as much as possible earlier. So they put more into season 2.
End of that one, though. Big knock.
It is going to make next season really brutal to get your land spot, because you got to think EU and NA both only have, what, 2 spots next season? Either NA has 2, EU has 3, is it?
Look, Malibuco.
Yeah, I think 3. And yeah, you can say, oh, the spots roll down. So, like, you know, on NA, you've only got to get, let's say, top 7 or top 8 to get your spot.
Not having the best performance.
But the problem, no, top 7. 4 in EU, 4 in EU. Okay, 4 in EU. But let's look at NA, right? There's only 2 spots up for grabs. The best 5 teams already have their spots, which means you're not going to be able to con any of the 5 best drops. So you're trying to go for one of 2 spots with like a tier 3 drop spot and hoping you don't get contested. Meanwhile, all the best 5 teams can't be contested because they have their land spot. It's going to be tough, man. It's going to be really tough.
Because also have to remember, that was when Veno's team decided
trying to get one of the last 2 spots on NA is going to be brutal. You really want to lock it down this season.
Definitely posed a couple of
thank you. I appreciate the 5 and coming the mouse pad. Thanks, man.
In terms of how they wanted to handle that, so
yeah, no FNCS next season, chat. We're obviously talking about the next FNCS.
Major 2 finals weekend is all that they are intent on focusing for. They're even all boot camping in Germany. They're building up that, I think, synergy as a team. And it could net a really positive end result. But like you already know, Takata, you never want to get too far ahead of yourself. You never want to start to daydream about being in that winning position, because you've got to focus on the here and now.
Ooh, 687 above.
And just like Thomas HD with his drum gun, literally doubling the damage from every other player in the group stage that also have the drum gun in their, you know, rightful group. Thomas HD had 6,000 damage just with the drum gun in his group to qualify him. And, you know, their placements, we talked about consistency. Camiseti, Kari being the most consistent trio, as, you know, they played all the divisional cups together.
It's a tough rotate, though, if they get held here.
Played the last 3 together. They got 6th, 3rd, 5th.
Oh, there's Queasy. They really don't show Queasy much in the mid game, eh?
So
did we get to see Queasy at all? Was it while I was maybe talking to chat?
Here in the major finals.
Have to feel a little bit, though.
The only thing I'd love to see them do on the broadcast a bit more is just do some quick jump rounds, even just for like 3 seconds, just show me where a team is and a rough idea of what position they're in. If they're in like the top 3, you know? It's the only thing I kind of wish they would do on the broadcast a little bit more. I like watching the fights, don't get me wrong, but he thugs with the 5, I think, bro. He's in there. He's trading. They've showed 5 other teams trading. What difference does it make?
To overlap where they were before.
Yeah, what I love about, you know, Uppel and Panzer too is if you compare to their, you know, Thomas's previous teammates, Uppel and Panzer.
Hey, Tracy, the £2 donor. Thanks, bro.
41% higher damage.
Was Noah fighting? Noah Shark fighting. Come on.
To his previous teammates, so they are, you know, putting in
15 below.
Thomas to finish off those tags, get those extra eliminations, and you know.
No way. The father of Surge Base is below in a Surge Base meta. Come on.
Shark being 43 below.
Yo, this is not working.
So many players around you. It is just
I don't think the spraying in here is working.
They are so smushed between their floor layer and just all the teams that are at the bottom of this cliff face. Not Riley wants to get the party started. Issue is everybody underneath.
I'm in front of us here.
The hell?
He's in this corner looking at us, bro.
They are
you guys hear?
Desperate. We don't
I have no audio. Can you guys hear? You guys aren't reacting. I can't hear anything. Am I deaf? I can hear myself.
They don't have any time
Hello?
to waste, though. They're going to jump right in, but
You guys can hear? What the fuck is happening?
Pay the ultimate price here. A couple of eliminations going.
Why can't I
big
hear
time,
anything?
But Kyoto, he's got to focus
We
on
can-
reviving Nebs. Cringe and Volko still desperate for that
can't I hear
damage,
anything?
and they find Pink throughout all of it. So now Kyoto, he won't be able to stick around. He won't be able to revive Nebs. He's got to keep
Unca's
moving
lost it?
forward. He has
Apparently.
Surge and plenty of it.
I had to turn my headphones on and back
Material
off.
also to
I was
cut,
waiting for you guys
but
to
he
react,
doesn't
and no
have
one
his
reacted, so I thought
teammates.
I was going insane.
A tough run. And for Swizzy, Queasy, and Murstache, coming from winning the first game.
Little too late to be losing the hearing
to
on?
being
Okay, buddy, chill.
143 below, down to 49.
Yo, Savage still
Low on
going. Let's
shield,
go.
No spare shields. It looks like what went wrong during these rotations. It looks like they might need to look for a refresh early
That's
on here.
crazy.
Their mind is not high ground. Their mind is getting
13,588
themselves
damage
back
by
into the
Mustache
game.
in Grands. He
It's looking
averaged
like a dominoes
1,100
effect,
damage per
potentially.
game.
The
That is
damage
that is
Fenner's team
wild.
caused landing so northwards
Nice.
on the map caused teams to kind of hesitate.
Come on.
Stick around, but
We need more
Mustache
damage now, though.
makes it
100 above. Let's
happen,
go.
puts his team above.
Bro,
They
surge
can
threshold
win
on EU is
when they
insane.
needed it most.
We got some big
And that's
investors
the
out
first
here.
one for this trio even. So surge damage
The whales
has
are really just pushing it up.
definitely been an issue for some of these other teams, a little bit more center map to find. And Mustache, Swizzy, Queasy, they're content to stay based up.
Come on,
but
Savage.
they
Come on,
need
Savage.
More refreshes, and they
Do
need to
IGL
make it to
Savage's
the
trio?
bottoms
They were
because
talking about it
need
being
the
Vidil at the start when they first formed, but now they've gone back to Savage being IGL. At least in the end game.
Trios that are already positioned in a good spot in
I think
zone, but
Vidil
so many
knows
were
the
just missing that
surge
damage.
positions better in the early games. He knows Master Meadows area better, but Vidil's end game IGLing
The
definitely.
good news is now's the time. You can't miss the shots as these people that are on the
Yeah, Savage
contested
end game,
side
yeah.
start working the way towards the
Oh
zone.
no!
It looks like
Mix and
Mustache
Blaha
is
go
left
down.
as a solo as
No,
well. He's
two of the
lost
big
his
teams going
teammates,
down here in
forced to
game
rotate
2.
in below Surge, a miracle.
Spicy
is what he
Grands,
needs
man.
To make it out of this one. Just 2 ticks left.
Cammy goes down too.
Looking good.
He's just so fixated on trying to get tags onto the players
Damn.
behind him. Even if he'd secured them, it wouldn't have made
Bermuda
much of a
Triangle
difference
lets us
because those
down.
teams already based inside the zone. Look
Oh,
at that,
Vanya,
Vanya,
Pixie Marius, let's
and
go.
Marius, with Queasy's trio having fallen, got it. This could be their best
Thomas down
opportunity to
too.
overtake Hyde, and
This could be
Thomas
big. This could be
HP
big.
goes down in the low
Vanya, Pixie
ground.
Marius have won
Now
8
it's
finals
Pixie
games this
Vanya
season, the
doing
most of
exactly
any
what they
EU
need to.
trio.
Just completely spraying
They've been popping
all
off in
these
eval
teams,
cups
trying
especially.
to pile
So that
in
makes
the Flooded
sense.
Frogs at the last minute. Pix even hoping that he could pick up some leftover goods. Instead, eats a few tags from Marius, and they just continue to turn
Marius.
overhead.
Marius.
Vanya has been cracked
Sky Scroll
up.
eyes not
Gotta be
looking
careful.
healthy. Bro, Savage, Vidil, Rezon, full trio alive in a flooded frog zone from contested half mountain split. That sentence is fucked. How have they pulled this off?
Is going to close this match out. Vanya, Marius, and Pixie have great
This is a
odds to
great
do
game from
so.
Savage, man. They have no rights to
Sky
even
Scroll
be in
and
this
Eyes
end
Up.
game.
Incredible performance. So many eliminations already on the board. They were consistent in the first game. There's so many big names they can still hit.
They want to control that front side low, but they're going to have to deal with triple.
Oh, the Frenchies looking all right here. They do get the outer north team, so
Also a little bit caught up here in the mid ground. You tell they're trying to keep tabs on height, but
risky
they just gotta
rotate.
get it moving.
Okay.
They gotta make sure that they are in the front side. They don't want to get caught up in the mix.
Giras and Franix still going too, man.
Starting to really build inside of these mid to lower
Franix team
layers.
making a good claim to be the dark horse of this
All the
this Grands.
while, Mr. Savage, Reason, and Vidil have been.
Oh, nice. Oh, I thought that was the enemy.
At these builds right in
7
front of
kills,
them.
bro. They're crazy.
Storm Demas. They've got to be real careful
Sky takes
here.
down
They
Giras.
might not even be
No.
aware of that, but no, it's gonna be Vidil.
Vidil goes
Instead,
down.
he's collected. Pablo potentially the one benefiting in that process.
Idrop finishes off
But for
Dinas
Aussie
as
team,
well.
they look so incredibly
Did they get the
unhealthy
whole
in
trio? Is Giras
comparison.
down too? Did I
Idrop's
curse
high
him?
scroll.
Well,
They've
my bad.
managed to cut through, but it comes at a cost. Scroll yet again.
Yo, Trippin made this
Off in
endgame
the
too from
process.
Shogun?
And
Yo, the
Hydro-
South teams are popping off right now. Hello?
Though, I think they can get the double. They're going to be back in the game here, but...
Bro, Triple went for a run. Oh my god.
Are you kidding me? Marius, Pixie, Vanya still holding
No,
on
Rezon goes
behind.
down. Savage
They literally
solo.
had a 12% win rate in the Div Cup finals. They know how to secure these victory royales. And
Oh,
now
Titty.
they want to do it in the major finals. Marius
Whiff-
showing
rare
his
whiffed at it
fragging
from
powers.
Marius.
He drops down, looks to pick up a quick refresh, but unable to do so. It's
Yo,
gonna play for
we have no
safety once
AR
again.
ammo. We're sniping with the we're sniping with the infiltrator.
I'm gonna fall back to where my teammates are at, healthy on height.
No, Savage goes down.
Completely cut collapsed on.
Frenchie's still up here as well. iDrop, Sky, and Scroll controlling that front side so well.
Pulling back. This is massive now for the team on high. Marius, Pixie, Vanya, they are just
5 elims from Malabuka. Nice. Yeah, hey, that was a great game for Savage. With that zone and their off spawn, should be very proud of themselves.
And be the catalyst here in the low ground, generate some form of low ground success.
Wait, no, Bob, you betrayed us.
They might actually
Little fucker.
succeed. Picks Darman Demas, though.
Nice. Nice. Oh, Malabuka versus Pix. Oh, Malabuka's in quick.
Careful, you can't get stuck in the dirt. Pix is the only one that makes it out of his trio. Walks, Malabuka, Ping. They continue. The chemistry is
Bro, they haven't shown us Sky, iDrop, or Scrolls loot at all yet.
Looking to see, does he play this?
Oh, Pixie's down.
Let his teammate frag. How can he
I want to see how healthy Sky is.
as Pixie picking up elimination after elimination.
He's going up with the ammo. He's going to drop AR ammo. Nice. Marius goes down.
How do we close this one out?
Oh, 200 Chug Jug. Let's go. Little Chug Jug heal off for game 1, or game 2, maybe? Nah, this shouldn't go to heal off. iDrop's still going.
They might even get the benefit here.
Come on, iDrop. Oh, iDrop takes down Pix. He's crazy.
iDrop's getting involved in the conversation.
3v2v1. He's playing the Chuggy. He's playing the Chuggy. Surely he gets sprayed from high ground, though, right? Yeah, there it is. Oh, we gave him the heal off, though, maybe. Vanya's running out of mass, though. You can tell. Wait a second. It's going to be a heal off. But Malabuka's still got the 140 Chug. Yo, what the fuck? Pixie's putting in pain right now. It's the heal off. I don't think Vanya wins it. Malabuka's still got the 140 Chug. I don't think Vanya wins it. Oh, he's got a heal grenade. He's got a heal grenade. Wait. Wait. There's a Bob. Malabuka spotted Bob. Get him.
He cracked one of the players, but is it
another heal grenade? Okay, never mind. Wow.
Out heal Vanya. Now it's all up to who has
Vanya versus Malabuka. And the splashes, yo. Vanya was stacked. What did Twitch? No.
This one out. Vanya did an amazing job putting himself away from the aggression and now kind of looking around. Malabuka remembered that Chug sprite, that water sprite was still there.
W Vanya. I don't know who I want to win. I want to both to win. Damn, Vanya had the max heal off, bro. 7 healing win. Bro, Vanya had so much heal off. Holy. He dropped back deep. I thought he only had the Chug, bro. He had 2 heal grenades, the Chug, and like 6 flashes. Oh my gosh. All right, chat. We'll make the V-Buck giveaway Vanya. Just V-A-N-Y-A. Nice and easy. Little Vanya. W.
At this point, Takata, because they've certainly been creating a name for themselves this season.
Look, there's a reason they have
Only I didn't hear Only. What?
In the Div Cup finals. They know how to close these matches out. They know how to play the meta.
Now, I have an inkling, chat. I'm pretty sure Sky, Scroll, and iDrop just fragged the fuck out, and they didn't show them once. And I'm not saying the broadcast did a bad job, but I don't think we realized because they never actually showed it from Sky, iDrop, Scroll's position to see the elims. They were dropping nukes.
Scouting for more and doing everything you need to close out that match.
You just have to feel a little bit there for Malabuka, Ping, and Walks because when a 140 Chug Jug isn't enough,
not even close to enough, actually.
Takata, then what is? And that's something that only our analysts can answer.
Ooh. W toss.
Thank you very much, guys. Vanya, Pixie, and
15 kill third. Yeah, they were fragging out.
When they had a fantastic day 1 and they're here to do it again. Queasy wasn't around to take high ground. Well, it's up for grabs, and these guys took it and managed to maintain their ownership.
So, chat, you got 10 more seconds. Time to add Vanya in chat if you want some V-Bucks. Then make sure your Twitch whispers are on. If you win, we DM you the code. Nice and easy.
They're usually the ones that look to try take it themselves, and in those games, if they can make the most out of them, because there's a good chance there's not going to be many opportunities for you to not have Queasy playing for height. You got to play them like this, and they did incredibly well there, Mini.
Yeah, they really did. I think this is what Cammy's saying.
Cool, there, chat. Thanks for entering. We're doing these throughout all the Grand Finals games this weekend, chat. So we've got a lot of V-Bucks to give away.
End game all the way around to the end, and of course they had the heals at the end as well.
I think this game's the story of Queasy versus Vanya on height. Nah, it's gonna be way more than that, bro.
Stage of the game, so important for them. I want to highlight Pixie as well there at the end, just doing so much damage, dropping down. What an amazing performance from him.
Yeah, he was just going crazy. I mean, you know, we always see people.
Empire with the Prime? Yeah, 60 points worth of elims in one game of Grands is crazy.
Marius, of course, gets all the hype on TikTok and whatnot, you know, after his pop-offs last year. But
Pixie's been playing so well.
Best fraggers.
Yeah,
in the
Pixie's
region.
nuts.
Doesn't get the credit for it. But my oh my, if he can keep on putting on performances like this, he will start to get that credit in abundance.
When it comes to trios, we've heard a lot of the pros say that this is the kind of Fortnite where we're going to see the consistency from the duos that we know and love, and I feel like we're definitely going to see that this weekend. So we'll be back after this short break to talk about how our top trios fared in game number 2.
Now, I'm going to try and take the break to thank all the subs because they're actually ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm going to say Pirate, Dugan Optics, Xiaomi, Ryan, Sadler, Geo, Cruz Diego, thanks to Shuffle, 1,000 biddies. You've been putting away savings for years, and Queasy comes in with the hedge fund. Thank you, Lou, Riley, Cam, Narellen, Thugs of the Five, Zins, Axis, Cool, Zol, Chronic, WKey, TX, Zerif, Powder. Thanks for the subs, chat. I appreciate it. If I missed your sub, I'm so sorry. Thank you for all the follows on Twitch and the subs on YouTube. Thank you, guys. You psycho. And I saw your $5 dono, Trixie. Good luck, man. Good luck with the comp journey, bro. I'll keep an eye out, man. You JJ, let's see over 3. Why is the Fortnite song kind of fire? It's not bad, man. The music's not bad this season. It was Agile and Maestro or Vanya. Yeah. Pixie and Marius are both hardcore fraggers, so yeah. Definitely Vanya. So chat, there's 5 spots. So 5 spots for globals this season for EU, 3 for NA. Are you hating me? I have 0 clue who you are, bro. Hey, Shuffle the 5 gifted. Thank you, bro. The honorable. Actually, I will check the leaderboard because then if you wait, it can spoil it with who dies off spawn next game. Ooh, I drop Sky and Scroll. 15 Elam 3rd, 3 Elam 4th. Hey, I would be so happy to be proven wrong. I've been back in iDrop and been like let down so many times. If they pull it off, I'll be so happy to be wrong, man. I started my top 10, but what did I put him in? 9th and 9th. They popping off, baby. Malibukrin second on 143. Queasy 127. Dynus 116. Vanya 112. Pix 88. Pink 84. Vidil 83. Oh my god, they're fucking crazy. Seti 75 and Thomas 69. W, bro. W. I wonder if there's a world where they can beat Twice team enough where they leave. Because, like, I'm loving the 8th right now, chat, but it's just... They just can't keep being this consistent with the loot they have, man. There's just no way. Nice. Good shit, Aaron. Good shit, man. I'm sorry to hear that you went through that, dude, but congrats, dude. Why 5 for EU and 3 for NA? Because EU has over twice the player base of NA, bro. Technically, EU should have more land spots. You froze the Prime? You did? EU has more players than every other region combined.
Marius, Pixie, and Vanya took
He's tried it with 42. Thank you, bro.
Major 2 grand finals, and let's talk about
predict where Veno's dropping, Aussie. Ooh, where Veno drops is a fun game. Where does Veno drop? I like that. We should do that more often.
Because iDrop is one of the players in the trio, I should say, Minnie, that you mentioned.
I'm feeling something up here.
As potentially booking themselves
maybe up here,
a spot in the global
maybe down here.
In Leon,
I'm feeling south or north of Demon Dojo.
I should say. And it seems like
we'll see. We'll see.
Paying off, Mini Miner.
Yeah, looking pretty good so far. First place, can't get much better than that. And even that endgame I was watching, I was thinking, oh,
we'll see.
Pretty good now. And then, of course, Vanya's team ended up winning, so Levin's also going to be very happy. But looking good, though. Overall, iDrop, Sky, and Scroll, they're a team that we know can play endgames very well. We know we broke down this last major as well about how good they are at playing all different facets of the game, low, mid, and height. So they have all that in their locker. And it seems like everything seems to be coming together right now for them. Just the way they're able to play Storm Surge that we broke down at the beginning of today. And, I mean, that endgame from these guys, absolutely unreal. The way that iDrop was able to survive for so long was great, and just the amount of eliminations, Levin, that they were able to get was just so good for them.
Yeah, so much firepower in this team. I mean, look, myself and many other people in the community sort of felt like this team's honeymoon period had ended, you know, at the end of last season. what a great time to reignite the passion. I mean, if this is the time for that fire to come back.
Reignite the passion, honeymoon phases, bro. What are we doing?
I drop stepping into the role and getting those frags as well is huge for them, right? Because I think when you think of firepower in this team, your mind first of all goes to Sky and Scroll, but he can contribute as well. And you know, you're right.
You never con anywhere near pink, bro.
I mean, we know these three are good players.
What?
It's just about, again, delivering game after game. We're only in the second game. There's so many more matches to be played. Can they keep up this momentum? I sure hope so.
Meanwhile, Malibuka, Vox, and Ping, they are keeping up the momentum that they found in game number 111. What a performance by Malibuka. It really came down to the wire with this one.
I thought this was going to be like instant karma for me, because like in the game before I was like, yeah, like the way they play might not lead to the wins, but they're going to get lots of good games and high eliminations. And
bro, the fact that Fred actually got masked on con, bro, he was the last team to make it to Grands on the entire region, and he somehow ends up with one of, if not the best drops uncontested. Absolute aura. Sucks that like it looks like they put so much effort into the off spawns though.
Again,
where are they overall in the leaderboard though? Have they backed it up with the placements yet? I mean, 12 will take that.
It's just, you know, they're the team that's already called globals. I think they're a good spot. It's almost too easy to say that they're going to do well, right? But then they just come through and do well, and that's what you expect from veterans. That's what you expect from top talent in Wox and Ping. I want to see it continue game after game here.
Yeah, and to be honest, the way they played this game, it would be a win more often than not, right? In maybe 8 out of the 10 games, you'd probably win that game. The team on Hype wouldn't have, I think,
nah, no multiplier tomorrow, chat.
He had another
they got rid of the point multiplier.
Like, it was just an absolute madness that he had up there.
Don't explain aura. I'm a slow learner.
It's just they just got to keep getting there. They just got to keep
it's just become like a brain rot term, man.
Right now,
more like just a respect thing. Someone has aura, it's like,
they haven't necessarily shown us what they can do in the last few weeks.
Do you have any concerns, though, Mini Minor, about this trio?
It means everything now, basically.
I think the only way that I would be a little bit concerned is the fact that they are already qualified to globals, so they might take a bit of a back seat, as Levin mentioned at the beginning of the show. You know, Malibuka's had that, of course, previously. I think last year it was Malibuka and Mustache winning, and then the next major they got like 6th, so it wasn't like an amazing sort of comeback of form for them. I don't expect them to drop all the way down, though. I think they're going to keep up what they're doing.
Well, it was an interesting game number 2, especially as we saw some of our big name trios, Veno's trio and Queasy's trio in particular, go down in the mid game. So let's see if they can pick themselves back up.
I like this. Where does Veno drop though? This would be kind of fun little mini game to play throughout the weekend.
Carter and Taco.
I'm calling somewhere over Demon Dojo, and I have nothing to go off for that. I just think like there's a bit of loot there. They could kind of scrap it out and fight someone on the edge of the map. We'll see.
What Vico, Veno, and Flixie have done.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Krug. Swag.
2 matches to Kata, but we are approaching the halfway point of day 1. Match 3 nearly underway, and I'm excited to get into it.
No, Savage fight? Yeah, I mean, it's just okay.
3, 2,
I feel like we literally just watch more on the broadcast. Though. I'm gonna be so honest, but it's fine.
I got blocked there a little bit.
Because they show it on the broadcast, and you can see so much more anyway. But it's fine. We got the emotion. We need the emotion. The comms. All right. Do they actually 50-50 now? They're still landing at the top, bro. I'm so confused.
They're sliding. Yeah, we need to go quick.
Oh, this could be bad.
Use trees instead of us.
Just jump on into.
Oh, I don't know. I sweat.
I got a shotgun. Come get bro. Oh, yeah, you didn't get around me. We need to go up. We need to go up. Come.
Oh, this is bad. This is bad.
Yeah, I'm placing one. Come.
Let's go.
This is bad.
I have a shotgun now.
Fly to plane. I'm flying to plane.
Okay.
Careful.
All right, bit of plane loot. Nice.
Got minis.
We just need to kill him after.
Is there no world where like you land on plane?
If we don't die in the first 3 minutes here, we're fine. We're gonna get scrap loot and nest and shit. Yeah.
Winning or I'm following you.
Yeah, no.
I'm dropping you some ARs and shit.
Expected.
All right, we'll see how that one plays out, chat. That one's not really gonna go down for a little bit.
Everybody kind of just trying to find their footing.
It's too separated, yeah. But then again, so they're currently dropping on what, like 1 chest and 2 floor spawns right now, and then trying to go underneath and just fight them, I guess.
Just trying to make sure he's united with
it is just such a shitty split, bro. It's such a good split uncon, but so shit con. Like, you got the biggest 50-50. It's not just the 50-50 on the drop. It's so much RNG on the loot, too.
Early on, normally both trios have been making it out. In terms of Vico, Veno, Flixie, though, I'm hoping it's not just Vico. Okay, all 3 of them are good. It looks like they're kind of playing more of the split.
Ooh, I was wrong. We went
then
Outlaw
from
again.
the split,
We went
you know,
this
third
South
party,
Outlaw
whichever
split. This is
team
what they did in game 1, by the way. They
fighting it
landed down
out,
here and then
but
pushed into Outlaw and won the fight.
Closer to Outlaw once again.
So they've done this again. Okay. So they're not going full teeny strat. We've gone 2 spots in 3 games. So we're not like
Yet
dropping all
being
over the map.
key word here, because we know that they love to get scrappy. They've already done so in the past 2 lobbies.
It might be bus route dependent, but we'll see.
3-piece eliminations successfully.
Oh, they're getting run down though. They're getting run down. They're getting keyed. They're gonna win this.
And considering that they had a
Oh, they're getting keyed.
last match, Takata, that's the last
Oh,
thing that
this
they
is bad.
want to repeat. And Flixie, if he's not careful, just one receiving end too many of those.
Right. Oh, he gets beamed again, bro. Flixie just got farmed. What happened?
Closing in.
Yo, Flixie getting absolutely farmed.
Trios here, Taco. This
Too
is
many trios.
a whole cluster. They talked about clusters, you know, trying to find areas where you have a good opportunity to kind of take shots at each other, but this is like a whole party, and I don't think these players want to take that on so quickly into this match. So although focus was Strokey and Yanis got some big tags onto Vico, Benno, and Flixie, they're not going to continue pushing through. They saw the danger that entails.
Didn't know Agile was Savage's old teammate way back, bro. Yeah.
Actually kept trying to pressure Benno, Vico, Flixie. From the approach that they're making, they could tell.
I wonder at what point Benno just goes back to Mars Meadows, though, man.
Like we knew.
I was totally on the hype train of this teeny strat, man, but we'll see.
At Flooded Frogs.
Surge thresholds are just so freaking high this season, man.
Trying to make quick work of their off spawn, just building up their loot path, and wanting to see if they can be a reoccurring theme to find those victory royales in this Major 2 finals.
Ooh, Savage trying to fight inside Mars Meadows, maybe?
Starting, I think they're fighting for the truck.
Yeah, Alex. Right now.
There should be better than low ground.
Just I'm checking. They did everything low ground, yeah.
Damn. Scorched Earth, man. Scorched Earth.
Come on.
We can kill them.
Okay.
I think.
Come up with you. One's on the left, or was that fake?
Yes, steps. Maybe it's fake.
I can't see anyone on the left.
Probably fake then.
I just saw someone shooting bank. They're scanning bank. There's a truck coming now in mass. There's one shooting on the left. The truck is
I don't know the only one who struggles with the movement sometimes, bro.
Driving in front of me at bank.
Bro, Reese Hub is loving this right now, bro.
Should wait.
I think we need to add more things on the space bar binds.
He's on it on the zipline. Driving to it.
Moneymaker and F9 have something to say about it. They could potentially indirectly force
little 3-way engagement at Crime City
away from this location inside of Crime City's vault, but Jap does not want to let Venno's team wiggle their way out of this one.
Wait, did Venno go in and take the vault? Yo, did Venno take the vault? Sneaky.
They are determined.
Wait, no way Venno got into the vault. Because they can play the Crime City black market now. Oh, that's sneaky. If they got the gold, that's crazy. They did.
Like
no way.
Moneymakers trio. Tatum's like, you know,
how they pulled that off?
I'll let you guys do your thing. I'm gonna continue on with my route.
719 like gold. They managed to steal the vault, bro. Ocean's 11 in this bitch. Let's go.
Decided, you know, you can only wait so long.
No, they're trying to be so careful. They know this is too good to be true. If it usually is in that scenario. This Vico, couple of.
Ooh. Nice, bro. We're getting the scraps. Yeah, we're getting the scraps out of the Mars Meadows vault too. Nice.
Issues definitely continuing to build though. Now checking in with Magic Mosses, Darm, Pix, Demus. They love utilizing the black market at Magic Mosses. But
man, so many collaterals. Sorry, yeah, so many infiltrator shotguns.
Recognizing that cringe Volko Kiddo a little bit faster to the punch.
Yeah,
nice knock in.
Before they tend to get like these really big games or kind of mid games, right? Got 27th game 1, 4th game 2. So we'll see if Demus, Storm, and Pix can kind of figure out what's going wrong. But the leaders of the
this one's been fun, man. It's been fun, bro. Infiltrator not bad. The infiltrator is worse the better you are. because of the pull-out time.
That fire once again, like Levin was alluding to, but
Hey, Trixie,
in this
appreciate the
part
dono
of the
again, man.
game,
Thanks,
they're not
dude.
taking those risks. They're just,
Yeah, the
taking shots
infiltrator's main weakness is
where
his
they see
pull-out
them.
time. So like the faster you are, more mechanical you
I
are,
don't
you'll
think
feel it
we'll
worse and
kinda
worse.
see them get
If you're
into
more
an
of like a gun out
engagement.
Gary, or you play like zero builds, and you know,
It's not the
you won't
first
notice
time
it
that
as
we've
much,
seen
but
this trio leading on
sneak this? No,
the
hey.
placements
I don't
for
feel it
leaderboard
too
in
much.
a-
But
in
you
a
watch the
major
pros, and I've
finals,
never
but
seen the pros struggle to
holding
shoot a
it
gun
is
more in my
completely
life.
separate
They'll go in full
conversation.
piece peanut
That's
butter jump,
something that
and nothing
they're
happens.
going to
It
have.
happens so
Ooh,
often.
Sky.
Oh,
You
beams.
might
Oh my
wanna
god.
do- you might want to sit this one out.
You might have been looking at the sky too long or something. I don't know what went wrong. Double headshotted.
Probably happy. He's
Still
not
better than
getting
Outlaw? It just, Outlaw's
keyed for
such
it.
a
That
short
could
range
change,
gun. It's
though,
kind of awkward
on
to
a
fight a
moment's
good play with the
notice.
Outlaw because you got to get like in
All
their
of these
face.
teams in their surge bases, it's almost
Most pros
like,
shotgun ranking is
a
Sentinel,
facade
Pump and
of
Dump,
safety
and
net.
then it's Outlaw or
Because
Infiltrator. Usually
You would
Outlaw in
think that
solos, but
teams
then
wouldn't be
Infiltrator and
willing to
trios.
get up close and personal, but when you get massive tags like that, it's almost impossible to not want to.
But it depends on how you're fighting.
Vico, Veno,
Oh, here we
Flixie,
go. One elim.
Crime City. This is a very familiar background for them, and getting that initial elim onto Fade.
Vico had 39 elims in Chat 6 Season 1 finals, most of any player.
With their current predicament, but they're still having to deal with Chap and Teeny. Svi revisiting Fanine Moneymaker, also trying to make sure that they can play for a little bit of backup. Even if they're a little bit split, it won't necessarily prevent them from completely engaging with this fight.
I mean, the good news is they do have that black market close by. They have the option to kind of get some heals, but in the meantime, you don't want to like fully take these fights. They got the knock, but with a trio and a duo in the surrounding area.
Veno has like, I don't think a lot of surge. Unless we miss them getting a lot of tags, bro, it's gonna be a
Now
roughie.
that they're left alone. Levin was talking about this. Queasy, Swizzy, and Merstash. They have this kind of mountain they like to play
Hey,
on.
Falk with the prime, thanks,
a little
man.
South of Seaport, and a perfect pull.
Bro, look at that base,
Continue
man.
there. It opens up the option to kind of, you know, take shots at all the trios that have to rotate through the south side of the map, even a little southeast.
So big old base, baby. Savage takes down Overhollow. Nice.
Okay, well, his teammate's gonna go up west side and try and help him, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
88 alive, bro. It's stacked, man.
Come on, come on, come on.
1 3.
Get in.
Nice.
Nice, good shit.
Nice. Is that two? Nice.
Got a bet.
I don't want to running.
We might get sneaked on by black market. Careful.
Don't think anyone else is there just right now.
If need
Oh, everyone
be.
fights the fight again.
And other teams just looking to utilize those black markets instead. Reason could use a little bit of help here dealing with Twy. So immediately the deal looks to play backup.
Nice.
Mr. Savage also making sure that they can finish what they started. And Twy, Hollow, they've definitely been off to a rough start here today.
I dropped down the whole team, or just
Mr. Savage or
ooh.
Dylan Reason, you know, they didn't want
Scroll
to be
still
contested,
up?
but when they were, they're like, okay, we're gonna fight. It doesn't matter if we don't do it in the early game. We're gonna fight you, and it's clearly going their way. Even if they end up picking their eliminations a little later on, I mean, they still get the job done.
Oh, it's only Scroll. He's down to a solo.
Our leading trio.
Damn.
Was it just eye
Yo,
drop?
Pink's fighting now too.
Scroll still looking good. We'll have to see kind of how.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Twy considers leaving, bro. It's not going well for them. I'm gonna be honest. Like, there's not many other better jobs on the map, but you can't do worse than dead last. So.
Stands back over, but they're not the only ones dealing with a little bit of a predicament. Pump Power, Demon's Dojo, split smack dab in the center of the action. Pink, Kiro, Nebs, and Pink, he's got a lot of faith in his teammates. Kiro, distinctly, the fact that Pink would put him in such high regard and just
Calling him the
constantly
next to
gassing
Nas
up
is actually like one of
his
the biggest
trio
compliments
mate.
Pink can give someone.
That's a lot of confidence to instill, and could go a long ways for them. Here dealing with Volko, Kiruo, Cringe, Volko trying to see if he can get something started. Cringe, crouching, lurking, just waiting for Nebs to overpeak for a moment. He might
Deal
even be
down,
able
yeah.
to approach from a blind line of sight. Nebs isn't careful, but Pink, he's gonna be the real one under duress here. Pink forced to drop immediately, but Cringe, Volko, they weren't able to finish him off. And that's gonna allow Pink a moment to just reunite with the rest of his team.
Oh, they're running.
Start.
They're running.
2025.
Yeah, it just looks like they're trading reses in Storm Chat, trying to delay.
Then run away.
Yeah, they just trade. Ugh.
Solo. He's gonna die out of this.
Looking like a rough one, man. Looking like a yucky.
All they have to do is kind of hold on in these early to mid games and keep getting to those lates.
They could make it work, maybe, but it's gonna be a tough one, man.
One of the most, if not the most consistent trios throughout the day today. Malabuka, Ping, and Walks. Levin mentioned it. I mean, they're already qualified to the Global Championship alongside Vico, Benno, and Flixi, but they are still showing why they ended up qualifying in just the first major of the year.
Hey, Lone Wolf might not have a black market, but it does have a vault and plenty of resources to kind of build off of. That is for sure the intention behind Malabuka's team.
All right, we're back up. We're back up as a full trio.
Scroll, though,
Nice. Where's Ping from? He's Swedish?
So
I believe he's Swedish.
Successful rescue mission by Sky and Scroll. Hydrop definitely going to be happy to be back in action with his teammates, but they've got a lot of heavy lifting to do here, Takata. They
Oh, Ukrainian. Oh, Ping's Ukrainian.
And even
how did I forget that? Who am I thinking of?
Next to that,
sworn he was.
Black market,
Walks is Swedish.
So
yeah, but I thought Ping was too. My bad.
Compared to what they'd probably started off.
Got that one very wrong. My bad.
I got faith though.
Maybe that's why.
Starting off so strong.
It's because Pixie's Swedish. Yeah, I think I did this last time. I think we had this exact conversation like 3 weeks ago. Pixie is Swedish and Walks is Swedish, but Ping is Ukrainian. Yeah, that's what I did.
Knocked in front of them to Storm. If they have the right timing, they might be able to make something happen. Kami said Hari, it looked so good starting off the day.
Ooh, they got their shields, nice.
Zones, but in game 2, they weren't quite
Seti, Kami, and Malabuk have the longest active EU FNCS final streaks with 14 in a row.
So now they can
Shay got nothing on my goat Kanata, baby. 26 out of 26. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy that 14 is the best streak on EU.
And Hari aren't a leading favorite though when they are uncontested and in a
921 above, baby. Let's go.
Prioritizing dealing with these surge bases. These guys are potent as ever. And Cammy, he's just going to focus up on making sure that they've got more than enough mats, more than enough materials to work with.
Thomas is 24 out of 26. Yeah, he must have had all because last season broke his streak. That's right. That sucks, man.
Spot of trouble here. He's got pressure coming in from
Ooh, we haven't seen the island be really relevant at all yet. So if you guys haven't been watching competitive too much, the island gives a mythic hollow twist AR, so arguably the best AR in the game, at least in a Surge lobby.
Unfortunately for him,
Shogun's fragging out, baby! It also gives you a medallion, but the medallion's nowhere near as good as last season. When you pop meds, it pops a tiny shield bubble for like 3 seconds. It kind of sucks.
A tick for the Aussie Antics bingo board, right?
Okay.
Shogun 1v3 would be crazy.
W Taco. Okay, fine. Fuck it. I'll do the big. I was trying to. I didn't know whether we had enough time for the bingo board chat, but if we're gonna get fucking mentioned on the broadcast about it, fine. It's because we're giving away so many V-Bucks anyway between the games. I was like, fuck it, but I was gonna do it just for gifted subs for the players to try to get a chance to get some subs, have some fun. Fine. All right. I'll check the bingo board after this game. I think Maris has been keeping track of it. Fine. You've already had 7 taken off as well, which means I owe 35 gifted subs.
But what's crazy is that this started off in Crime City.
Venno down. No.
They actually chased out Venno's trio all the way.
Peer pressure. Nah, I respect it.
And it might just pay the ultimate price here because Jewel, Sandguild, they are clearly on the hunt for a little bit of additional surge damage, if not just getting that siphon in the first place. But Jewel
down.
Healthy enough to match.
Who'd Venno go down to, chat?
Finds the shots. Able to switch out that infiltrator now for a sentinel pump, and that is already a massive win for Chapentini. As
nice.
They
got surge too. They got 6 Elam's worth of surge right now too.
But they want to bring Skvi back into this.
Yeah,
surely the 6 Elams is enough. Yeah, nice. 1300 above. W.
I mean, they cleaned up that
well, they're going to lose. We're going to lose. They go a bit below once they reboot, but
as you can see,
surely Skivvy didn't have a lot of that 1300.
This is huge for Chaptini and Skivvy. They're looking like they're in a kind of rough spot to play out this tournament, but they're making the best out of it.
Bad zones for Savage. Yeah, these North Pools. I'm surprised they did so well with it last game, though. They did really well with the North Pool last game, so.
They did kind of have that battle against Mr. Savage in the early game. I mean, at least 2 of them went down, but having to go against Mr. Savage into Queasy shortly after, this is not really the position you want to be in.
This is exactly what Queasy's team was after. They opt to stick around so often inside the storm because they know we can play the dead side rotates, we can play the wraparound angles, and we can also look to punish teams that are playing for the reboot inside the storm. Twy, Noms, just more bodies being added to the count here.
Every time that happens, I shit my pants. Broadcast. Fix it. As a streamer, nothing will fucking pique my anxiety more than that sound. Please, for the love of God, fix it. It's my fucking 4th time where I almost shit my pants. It's killing me, bro. Every time my heart literally drops because that's the sound my stream makes when it fucking blue screens. Please. Please stop doing this to me. It's too early for this, man. I've got fucking adrenaline pumping now. I hate that sound. Like, that sound sucks as, like, just normal if you're on your PC, but if you're a streamer, it's, like, the worst. Because you think you just crashed.
Scroll has to try and finish focus off. There's more trios in the surrounding area.
Think you Dougie, Owen? Think you pushing? Purdy, Ords? Off, Necrox, Perseus, Flippy, thanks subs, chat. Come on, Scroll. Come on, Scroll. No! First place down, it was solo. No!
To bring them back in the game, this is not an ideal situation for the #1 trio in the lobby right now.
Damn.
1 step forward, 2 steps back. They might have.
Yo, Malibuca pulling half on top of the black market with 400 spare gold, bro. They are loving life right now. Oh my gosh, we're loving life right now.
On Surge, even with the eliminations they did gather.
Oh, I think Savage gonna have to fight here.
On me.
There is solos on
I
me.
have the body.
Nice.
I got finished.
I'm dumping him. 30.
Nice.
Nice. W boys, we're above. Nice. 159 above, baby. We're back in it. We're back in it.
In a position that could look to definitely control who actually gets to go in and out of this backwards black market.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting depending on where this zone pulls as well.
You keep gold from game to game in comp? No, you do keep it after dying though, which is extremely valuable with buying reboots.
How many trios are still, you know, outside of the
with the way buying reboots work now in the black market, dying but keeping your gold when you get rezzed is huge.
5 ticks per
like
second.
getting rebooted.
They know that there's got to be those trios that are playing zone kind of making
no multiplier array.
Now.
Scroll has nowhere left to run though. He's just trying to pick off whatever shots he can. But when you're gazing out into the distance as a solo,
come on, Scroll.
Come
on, Scroll.
Of all places, Takata, it is so difficult to actually try.
Yeah, Savage pulls a good zone here.
Into anything more than maybe a handful of extra placement points, and already
you guys just got here, Chad. This team's in first.
Focus, immediately looking to take advantage, but the slide.
He slide kicked him off high. Yo, that was kind of slick.
Will end up also being eliminated in the mix-up here, but it's
that was kind of slick, but that is unfortunate.
Get slide knocked in the first place.
That is insane. To knock off your opponent like that, elim him to fall damage, but you know,
130 above. Come on, Savage. Come on, yes.
So far,
bro.
It's gonna delay them,
dude.
Yeah, I mean, the rotate's gonna be.
I hope Savage sticks for next season and this team somehow pulls off an uncon drop. It's the story of Savage's career. It's always what ifs. Like, you watch Savage just pull off insane performance with the shittiest loot, and it always just makes you just imagine what if. What if we got that mountain split to ourselves? They're conned on half a mountain split on far north pools, and they've actually pulled off back-to-back solid games, like giving themselves a chance. It's crazy.
When that 8th zone appears.
So long as Queasy is in a lobby, much less a finals lobby, you can
take height, don't die. Take height, don't die.
For anyone who isn't Queasy, Mustache, Swizzy, just keeping tabs on the flanks, trying to ensure that the direction that they choose to head next is completely cleared out.
Now, Thomas HD, despite getting 15th in the last match, he is still leading the whole lobby in terms of damage.
That is insane.
3,000 damage, second place at 2,400 being Mustache.
Yo, motherfucker, we are investing. Holy shit. We're investing in NVIDIA levels, bro. Like, damn.
They've got that elimination, but Reason has gone down.
We came.
Savage and Vidil, they fought Queasy, Swizzy, Mustache. They wanted to play for that height. They lost now both of their teammates. Savage is left alone, and at just 27 HP, a sliver of HP, 1 tick of surge would be all it takes, but they go down before being able to pick up those points in the late game. That is a crucial, devastating end to game 3.
And Swizzy knew
Oh,
that
man.
it's Chap and Teeny now on the other end of this mid-ground layer because Mustache, he kind of kick-started all of this, finding that initial elimination onto Reason.
I'm sorry,
then
Chap. My bad.
continuing his aggression onto Vidal, one after the next. That didn't leave Mr. Savage anywhere to run aside from into
Why are you
the
cursing?
hands
I'm just trying to gas
of
up the
Chap,
homies,
Teeny,
man.
and
Come on.
Cammy, Hari, Seti, trying to take advantage though of a lot of
Ooh,
the
Cammy going
confusion
front
was starting
side.
to build, but overhead.
Ooh, Cammy versus Queasy high ground. Maybe, maybe.
Cammy wants a little piece of the pie here. When the height conversation
Nice.
starts to take
We invested a
place,
lot in this, though.
This is definitely one of our teams that can heavily threaten Queasy.
Not only did the zone
Ooh,
not
Gene
pull
goes down.
towards Queasy and Savage, but they ended up fighting.
Yeah, we're
like you
getting a
said,
lot
top
of
of
like
the
north,
Setting
but
Harry
kind of like
kinda
set. Oh, I guess that
take
first
that
outlet zone was like
position
far
once again,
north,
similar
but
to game
yeah, can we
one,
get a
but
south zone?
They have used quite a bit of materials. They might want a pullback to be able to hold this on all the way to the.
We set up a fight. Oh, that was pretty normal. He just
See,
invested a
Harry
lot
and
in it.
Manny are trying to maybe even chop them down here. They're so close to doing so. This could kind of disrupt them.
Maybe they need
not
to invest
only
even more into it, apparently.
in positioning, but cause them to use a lot.
I think they should be okay,
once
though.
Again.
Mario's only 133 above. 11 players have to go down. They're going to need damage here. They will drop below if they don't get damage.
Control of those teams in your underbelly of that secondary height. Malabuka walks. Ping.
Malabuka loves this pistol. Normally it's the exotic, but he loves the suppressed pistol, man.
Immediately
Really good for the ammo conservation, too.
all eyes focus onto Teeny now. He's just under so much heavy fire. The focal point of Malibuka's
Frodoxy's in this
trio.
endgame too. Queasy goes down.
Goes off their
Queasy
backside and
down.
now continue to target his way forward. Doesn't want to get caught in congestion. Mustache and Sweezy though, they've lost Queasy as a duo. A
Come on,
dynamic
Mustache.
duo at
Come on,
that.
Swizzy. Come on, boys.
Elimination onto Darkies. That's gonna be an extended
Oh, come on,
one-fire shot.
Mustache.
Another one for Mustache.
Get him, son.
They can't keep getting away with this. Prax shut down in the crossfire as Mustache now looking to control this secondary height. A little bit of material goes a long way for him.
Oh, Seti drops down with a reconnect. Cammy on high ground. Oh, Thomas.
Going at it. They're able
Aussie
to
playing. I don't have the
continue
sound on my
eliminations.
soundboard. I have it for
Thomas
NA.
looking at it.
I don't
Looking to
have
see
it
if
yet,
he
chat.
can Pick up a refresh. Just 11 builds onto Thomas now. Zone pulling slightly up.
I save it for Peterbot. That's my Peterbot reference.
Down below, it opens up that option to kind of take shots on the ones especially low on shield.
Taco watches too much of my streams, man. She's stealing my flow.
So they don't have to keep elevating themselves. Good for the trios down below.
Oh, Mario's 74 below. They didn't get their surge. Only 2 players have to go down, though.
Marius, Vanya, Pixie now ahead of the zone.
But Marius and Pixie, they were looking a little bit low, a little bit stressed on their damage. No longer a concern though. The lobby
Oh,
is
Malabuka, they're looking good. We got a few really healthy teams. Pink's still going, but he's solo, I think. Oh no, Chino's still there too. Wait, no, never mind, different team. I didn't see Kiro.
Just continuing to ensure that
Swizzy solo, no.
Up top, they want their Polska Gura moment, that's for sure. And Swizzy, barely any HP left to work with. A singular tag would be enough to take him out.
Nice,
But he has
nice.
other
Oh my God,
plans.
Swizzy's still going.
Corrupt
Siphon,
on the
get the
receiving
Siphon.
end.
Oh my God, we're gonna die to a fucking
Swizzy
tree. Oh my God, if we didn't get Siphon, we would have died to the tree.
continuing
Oh
to
my
manage
God.
to squeeze his way through.
Oh,
That pullback
he's still
is
going.
that elimination
Yo, the Frenchies are
onto
blasting up Queasy for once.
Saw it coming. Swizzy, just a
Bro, why does
madman.
Queasy's team just like attract the French players? It's like fucking magnets, bro.
Siphon is putting back up to 50 shield, 100 HP to work with. Looking
They're drawn to each other.
than earlier. The issue
Oh,
is so many trios around
Marius,
him.
Swizzy versus Marius.
So close by, one shot could be all it takes to pick him up as now he decides he's gonna get to a less congested side of the zone.
Frodoxy.
But going down, it's gonna be
Oh my God, the
Frodoxy
Chug Jugs.
with a double Chug Jug making his way back.
Frodoxy. Oh my God, he's in.
This was a massive burst, though, from
Mox is still
Frodoxy.
there.
He ate so much
No.
damage from Storm.
Nice.
Mox has no idea,
Nice,
though,
Frodoxy. Oh my God, the
wasn't even
movement, he's
close
doing
to
it.
that. He couldn't thread the needle. He
Walk goes
couldn't
own Chug
find
Jug,
the
though.
shot. Malabuka walks.
Pixie.
They continue to press forward in the low ground, and Pixie
Marius
now
goes down as
punishing
well.
for it. From behind, Walks takes him out. Seti, Hari,
Yo, a lot of big names in this end game. Holy.
The zone continuing to pull over this hill face, and this is all but said and done here as Cammy
Maybe, I don't know. I don't know if it is. I think Malabuka's team could win this if they play this right.
Remaining opponents on the low ground. Malabuka Walks doing so much heavy lifting. They've taken out Chino.
I think they might be able to. Oh, maybe. It depends what the solo does. What's the solo do?
They're gonna have to deal with Poland eventually.
Who's the
And
solo?
Seti, Hari, Cammy,
Who is still
they don't
left?
wanna let this opportunity slip
Oh, it's
by.
Vanya.
They know
Vanya jumps in. No,
exactly
Vanya
what
grieves
they've
low.
got
They win.
in their
Cammy wins,
favor.
baby. Cammy
Taking
wins.
full possession positional advantage here. Seti
Walks
closing
gets
in.
second. Well played.
Varia cleaned up amongst the mess, and Walks hoping that he can get some
Wait.
form of a heal off in tow. Still 5 splashes though for Cammy.
They're gonna need.
Yeah, can we just skip to Walks? What has he got?
For Walks,
Nah, Walks has nothing. Never mind. W. Polska got him.
And Hari, all they have to do was capitalize on
Nice.
and they have done it. I love to see a victory royale from
W.
this trio so
I mean, these zones finishing over near Brutal Boxcast is lovely right now.
Expectations in Major 1. They've been the most.
All right, chat. We'll make it. We'll make it. Cammy. We'll do Cammy. KMI Cammy. If you want to V-Bucks chat, type about Cammy in chat. Sparks, Ben, Brady, Jimmy.
And now
Still subs, chat. 300 subs today. Thank you. Thank you.
Game 3. This is exactly what we've been waiting for.
And a statement game as well from Cammy, Seti, and Hardy. They had been building for it all throughout the course of this endgame.
Oh, and almost 10,000 viewers on YouTube. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. Chat, if you're watching the YouTube stream, please chuck a like. I don't know if that does anything, but first time streaming Grants. Let's find out if 7,000 people liking the stream does something. Thank you guys.
The heals if they needed them, Takada. And it's just a matter of time though before Walks had to surface.
W, man. Good start to EU, bro.
Royale at that for Poland,
We got some big teams making some healthy end games.
Levin and Mini have to say.
I think I need to ask a quick question actually. Mini Minor, what day of the grand finals is it?
1.
I thought it was day 2 because Cammy, Seti, and Harry, they're showing up. What's going on, Mini Minor?
Well, they're doing great. I mean, it was a very similar game to what we saw in game number 1 in terms of where the zone pull, right? They had that high ground.
So chat, you guys want to V-Bucks, type the word Cammy in chat. Make sure you have your Twitch whispers on. We'll draw the winner and DM you the code.
We talked about it after last game. Queasy wasn't in the lobby.
Why is it better going Masters? Doesn't want to, man.
And then ultimately a solo. So they just had that freedom to
Oh, what's up, Dana? Good shit day 1, bro. Popping off, man. I'm proud of you.
I thought they weren't going to get it right.
Good luck for day 2, dude.
That zone pull, but nice to see him getting it done.
I mean, yeah, summed it up pretty perfectly there, to be honest with you. Look.
I will call their chat. We'll do bingo board in the break, chat. I'll bring the bingo board up once they go to the 2-minute break.
And it is that time. You know, they get that win. I think the big thing for these guys, right, is like, we know uncontested they're going to be good. They're going to get a couple wins here and there. I think a lot of people are going to ask the question of will they have enough limbs to keep up with, you know, the likes of Malibuka and whatnot, who obviously going to be way up there in the standings. And I guess
Grumpy
now
Kelly.
the other thing that these guys have to start factoring in is, you know,
Who did Hari duo with? Hari wasn't super relevant in duos, man. I'm trying to remember.
They do this, right? You know, they can play low. We know that. We've seen that. But they also can play.
I don't actually know. Giras, that was like Giras and Hari. They were pretty solid, actually. They were pretty solid, but Hari definitely got a lot more notoriety once he started playing with Cammy and Seti. He made land, yeah.
Cammy and Seti actually won a game in that Globals. And the stat that I mentioned.
Yeah, Giras and Hari, that's right. They were actually pretty solid. Sorry, yeah.
Of all of the majors, Major 1, 2, 3, and of course the Globals, where they actually picked up a victory royale. So it's nice to see them actually winning. And thinking back, it's kind of like, yeah, they don't actually win that many games when it comes to the finals. Shows how troublesome they've been in these sort of past few finals. But it's nice to see them doing it here, and maybe this is their time.
Maybe it could be their time. I mean, it was their time.
Is he all third bases? There's definitely some clicks, but there's a lot of fighting too, man.
We're going to take a short break, or when we come back, we'll be talking.
But it's also hard to know because the broadcast, they're going to show mostly just not the surge bases. You know what I mean? You know? All right, chat. Wait, actually, do I need to? Oh, Merit, I need to set up the overlay. 1 second, chat. I need to do this. I need to set it up as the actual, like, bingo thing. So I'm not just doing the link every time. Is it this one? Is it the same one? Yes, it is. W, look at me go. All right. That's our bingo board so far, chat. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? Emoted on. I remember seeing Rezon emote on Twi. How many have we got there? Double Chug Jug. We just had that one. Oh my god, this is too easy, bro. We had the heal off the game before. Oh my god, we're pumping it, bro. 15 kill, yes, guy. Damn, bro, we are pumping. Holy shit, this is a lot of gifted, bro. The plebs are about to get gassed up, I'm not gonna lie. Me cursing, oh my god, bro. This is a lot of gifted. I decided to make each square 5. Maybe I'm gonna regret that. Dice to fall. Oh my god, we did see that as well. Bruh. I think that's it. That's got to be it. Wow. Well, okay, so what is that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 13. Okay. What's that? 65? 65 good subs? Cool. Cool. Well. You know what? Screw it. I get a decent amount of it back. I like people being subs for grants and stuff as well. You guys gas me up. It's fine. It's fine. Because we're still giving away, like, I factored in to give away, like, more V-Bucks in between games to counteract the bingo. So this is a bad financial decision by me, but it's fine. $400? Man, Australian dollar sucks ass. That was just 52. All right, chat. All right. This is your best chance to get a sub this weekend. I'm not going to lie, because the bingo board's not resetting between games. So if you're here now, this is your best chance. If you didn't get one, I'm sorry. Terrible RNG. You have awful RNG if you don't get one of these. Thank you, chat. Appreciate y'all. We'll keep an eye on the bingo board between the games, chat. Oh, leaderboard as well. Leaderboard. We currently have, ooh, Malibuka in first. I feel vindicated. Vindication. All right, Malibuka in first. We have Swizzy in second. Vanya in third. Seti, iDrop, Dynus, Chino, Thomas, Rickmore, and then Pink. The Deals team just outside top 10 now in 11. Still very impressive from them. But that's a pretty solid looking top 10 right now. That's solid. Where's Shark? Not doing too well, man. Shark is 17th. Not the worst. Dude, they've really got him on the donut too, man. Like, we'll see, bro. I don't know if there is a reality where Twiat moves. We'll see. They're doing really well, man. There's 5 land spots up for grabs this season, chat. 5. Thank you, Johns. Thank you, Tristo.
Welcome back to the FNCS Major.
Haunter Jeter with the 20. I missed Jeter's 20. I love you, Jeter. Thank you so much for the 20, man. You're the absolute goat.
So let's talk.
I love my old men in the Fortnite scene, bro.
Favorites, because
Queasy, Grumpy, Kelly, Splashy, Josh, Zeviri, Hayes, Luna, Andrew.
He's got fantastic teammates in Swizzy and Mustache. Mustache in particular, showing up and showing off, Levin.
Yeah, I mean, this is why.
Nah, 6 games today, 6 tomorrow, chat.
You want to be playing with 2 of the best fraggers in the world.
Where do you think Veno's going to? Well, it looks like Veno's just going South Outlaw now. He's gone there 2 out of 3 games, so I don't even know if he is doing the teeny strap, bro.
They're going to bail you out with their fragging ability. And I mean, again, in this game, it wasn't a spectacular game in terms of just the final finish and everything.
Knocking, what
Mustache and Swizzy able to do in terms of getting...
Damn, okay, now if you didn't get one, your RNG is horrific. Thank you, Knockin, with a 100 gifted. Asarian gassing up us as always. Thank you, Knockin, I love you, bro.
Mustache was one that was just keeping this trio up there, doing so much damage. I think he was
100 gifted, man.
Leader in
yeah, this is essentially the sponsored, not sponsored plug now. Chat, if you guys don't use Asari and all the cool stuff they're cooking up, it's selling. Not only are they doing cool ass shit for the scene, also gassing me up with the love as well. Community got to back up those who support us. Thank you, Knockin. Appreciate the 100 gifted,
of course, ultimately the solo clutch from Swizzy.
It is a hype train. I don't know if my gifted count towards the hype train. I don't think they do. Maybe they do. Level 10 hype train. I guess they do. I don't know.
Wox, Malibuka, Ping. I feel like
thank you guys. Appreciate y'all.
Them and my untrained non-analyst
TK?
I got this high risk, high reward play style. Maybe I'm wrong here because they seem to be the most consistent trio in the lobby so far, Mini.
Yeah, unrelenting pressure in endgame. You're absolutely right. I mean, that's all they do. It's just
exactly, Knockin. Oh, you got a bug. You got a bug fix, did you, Knockin? You got the bug bounty. Well done, my friend.
They don't need all these refreshes necessarily. They can just start front side of zone, but what they're able to do is they're able to take advantage of players that aren't looking.
If you're gonna get this up, please give a huge thank you if it gets you.
Weak on the backside of zone.
That's no ads now for all of Grand's doing a 38-hour stream. New season, I'm doing a long stream and Pro-Am streams. I'll be doing big streams coming into Pro-Am and for the Pro-Am. So
in a couple of the games, I think they had a 7th today in one of the games, but a nice sort of a second here to clutch up this game.
I mean, I'll take the 7.
Hey, man, it's 54. Thank you, bro.
It's not too bad. And they're first.
Yo, Knockin, what? Dude, that bug bounty is crazy.
I mean, look, it's funny because Frankie, right?
Thank you, Attack. Thank you, Roldy. Thank you, Max. Dude, that's insane, Knockin. What the hell?
Because they are a team that plays, seemingly this high-risk style in these endgames. But they've been the most consistent in getting to endgames and looking comfortable.
So, chat, if you guys don't know,
so again,
a lot of game developers will have bug bounties where if you find a bug that is like in their game and you report it to them properly so they can fix it, they pay you for that. And that is what basically Knockin does. So not only is he making the game better, he's then spending the money he gets back on us. So fucking W.
Has been Vico, Veno, and Flixie decided, you know what, we're not going to contest for Doxy's trio at Mast Meadows. We're actually going to surprise everyone in the lobby. But to be honest, they've surprised us on the desk.
They usually can't tell you what bug it is.
In 14th place, that I did not have that on my bingo card for today, Mini Miner.
Yeah, it's
so far more entertaining than last EU finals. I mean, yeah, it's exciting, bro.
Endgame, and it just hasn't quite worked.
Grand's a
we saw them in that game.
Thank you, Attack, Phil, Amaya, Wrestle, Mezzo.
In the very first game, but they didn't take advantage of that Oasis fight, so they sort of ended up rotating away. They got beamed in the back, so if they don't do it well, this is the risk of that strategy, right? They
Even a
could
bug
get
would still in?
beaten
No,
back.
so
They
it's
could just enter
it's
uncharted
reporting
territory.
bugs to them
If
they don't
do
know
well, which
about.
they now need to,
The infinite
it could
bug
really
they
work
know
out.
about. They obviously just can't fix
Half of the
it.
problem
Telling
is
them it doesn't do
actually the
anything.
strat, though. Like when you look at just the actual strat of them, like sort of landing in different places and looting sort of outskirts and then getting involved in some of the bigger POIs and some of the other
It's
fights,
crazy,
that's been
Sham. It's
working
crazy,
a treat.
man.
Like, it's been going really great. It's the after that, like playing out
Hey,
the
you
rest
see
of
the
the
Prime?
game, going into endgame where they've really had the struggle. So I wonder how that plays in. I think, you know, it's easy to just say, oh, some minor mistakes, but I think the strat is working.
But Levin, would you not maybe agree that if you're going somewhere different that you're used to and you're in slightly uncharted territory, then that's going to maybe unsettle you, especially when the pressure is on?
Yo, what's up, Mom?
I
Remarkable?
think that plays a part, right? Because we know teams have certain rotations they take, you know, due to familiarity of the spot, right? You understand sort of how to play the mid game out from your spot. But I think from how they're trying to play in terms of they're just sort of doing their strat. And
This is almost 2,000 likes on the YouTube stream as well, chat. Thank you. First time streaming Grands on YouTube. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier.
Which they know
Appreciate
how to
y'all.
do. It's just the execution of it, right?
Nah, no multiplier tomorrow, chat. No multiplier tomorrow.
They've got 3
5
more
spots for land
games
out of
left,
EU.
This day one to pick things up. So let's head over to Taco.
Oh,
and
really,
Takata
Knockin'?
and
That's
see if they can do
cool.
it.
Thank you, Frankie. I mean, that stability is kind of what you need in these major finals, though, is the issue. You know, I'm thinking.
All right, let's get it, chat. Come on. Come on, Savage.
Yeah, I mean, gotta kill them.
Come on.
Keep the hope.
Yo, Lewis.
Savage.
Thanks
You
for
are
the tenner,
doing
bro.
amazing.
Thanks for the 10 gifted, man. You guys are absolutely gassing me up. What level hype train is this? Almost level
Good luck for the
11.
Prime
Thank you.
Aussie.
Appreciate y'all.
Are you looking forward to the next season?
I
I'm
am.
pumped for grand finals.
I'm very excited, bro. Next season should be a banger,
Sure, you're
dude.
not doing slide.
I'll be playing a lot of Reload at the start of the new season. I'll play a bit of the Battle Royale to try out the new map. It might actually be fun because I'm like a bit more warmed up coming into this season than usual. Been putting in the Pro-Am grind, man.
I didn't see anyone jump.
Look at Jeter with the TL for 47. Almost 4 years, Jeter. Damn, bro. We're getting even older, bro. We're getting even older.
Second is so ass. I think I'm just gonna tell you when to jump. I'm always a bit ahead.
Yo, thank you, Shuffle. Yo, I think you just swooped in. Wait. Oh, it's just outside the hype train.
Yeah.
Thank you, there, Shuffle. I appreciate the tenner, bro. Thank you, homie. He's super generous, man.
On the
Wait,
left,
they not
there's
conned?
gliders, but that might
Unconned?
be messed. Hit the barrels.
Are they unconned? Did we fucking do it?
Just keys out there.
Oh my god, did we do it?
There's a chest on the right. I'm gonna get it after we pop these.
We might have fucking done it, baby. We might be uncontested in Grands. We had to fight for it. It got scrappy.
So good for this king.
But we might have done it. The only problem is if they do terrible at the next spot, they might come back. But you can't do worse than 0 points. So like if they get a single point this game, whatever their new drop is better. Okay, so now they got to get their loot and insta push south split.
Power.
Ooh,
being
wait.
threatened by the likes
Wait,
of
Veno
Vika,
surprise
Veno,
conning
and
pump power. This
Felixi.
is disastrous for
An interesting
Pix.
trio.
No, this is
Dance
so
with,
bad for
Demas,
Pix.
Pix and Darm. They are no rollover team.
Yeah,
by
Pix, Damus,
any
and Dom are not
means.
giving it up.
This could be a little bit more than what Veno, Vico, and Flixie had bargained for.
Ooh, it's not
Already
looking
finding
good.
themselves
It's not
in a
looking good.
very difficult position because another team
Oh, sorry,
has
down the bottom.
entered the full Twi.
Sorry, chat, my cameras are all over the place, man. There's so many things to
They
do.
got sick of what was happening at the Big
Oh.
Ben tunnel. They got sick of dealing with Savage with the
Here we go.
reason.
Wait, now Twi's over here too? Wait, that's so rough. Veno picked a surprise con the drop that's also gotten surprise con by
The
Twi.
surprise contest last minute.
That could be good for Twi. That could be good for Savage if Twi makes the most of this.
To essentially just scatter on out. They're not in the center like Veno, Vico, and Flixie were. And it's only Vico left standing. He's gonna have to wrap back around, play for a reboot.
Damn, if
His
Pix, Dom, and
teammates no
Damus make a
longer
good game
with
of it
him.
out of this, bro, they're
Very
popping off.
early demise for a team that we would not have anticipated to be out so soon, but that is part of the risk involved with their current strategy. Pix, Darm, Demas, they're not gonna deal with Noms' team.
Yeah, that's the issue. I mean, they were able to kind of get out of the early games in the previous matches, but this time around, it was literally the drop.
Does not mean
spot that
Venom
didn't
might
go
land
their
on
way.
Savage? Maybe. Maybe.
Twi and Noms too. Now, most likely.
I think they're
leaving
trying to
Mr.
avoid
Savage
50-50s though.
uncontested. This is what he was looking for. Excited to see how that plays out, but for Pix, Darm, and Pix, Darm, and Demas, This is kind of tough. I mean, they don't have the upper hand in this engagement. They're low on HP and shield, but the good news is that they made it out with.
This is so
Nice.
free. This is
Zeal
so
gets
free.
a kill. Nice. On South Split. Nice. We're going to kill on
We're just
South
gonna have to
Split.
land above
Big.
him, okay? Like, let's not let him get above us. Then
Oh, Sky Scroll and eye dropper fighting, though. At Outlaw. Wait,
Although,
we've pushed Outlaw?
trouble here.
Oh, because we got the
Some
cleanup. We already got
shots
2 kills. We're
firing
cleaning up
in
Outlaw.
from way out on the
Dude, this is
horizon.
some spicy
That's
EU
gonna
action.
cause
Oh my
him to
god.
Take a moment to pause here, reconsider
Bro,
which
EU is
direction he actually
putting on
wants
a
to
show.
approach, and he's gonna opt to drop down a little
I'm blind. I went deaf and now I'm blind.
Moneymaker, F9 and Faded. Priority targets for sure, but iDrop knows it's not just an outright key. You've got to.
I think you. Listen, Alex, stay up on the pad, and when we see him, you can glide.
We
on him.
keen? Are we keen?
Get away.
Chat, I can't move the face cam. I'm sorry, it's too much. I'm just gonna have to leave the face cam here. It's just there's too many different things to block and replays and not.
Fuck, did he
Savage
sleep
looking
going,
handsome as always, alright? It's the same Savage handsome you used to see. Look, there you go, ready?
Alright, let's loot then.
I think, bro, one shot step.
Okay. He has a pad there. I'm going down. Sliding down to
Going
him.
down, I'm sliding on none. Yeah. Stay up on the sky and stay.
Yeah.
Where is he?
I see only
I
one.
see one here. Yeah.
He's right here.
Yeah, I see.
I
Next
can
one.
understand.
I'm gonna beam him. 3, 2, 1.
I'm going.
Oh, nice!
Nice! 6 wide.
Oh my god, beams!
Don't let him use splashes. 30 right.
Nice,
finish.
the deal. Let's
One
go!
is gonna go to the cart now.
Yo, we're getting the South Split. This is our
One
middle.
splash here, Savage.
One splash, Savage.
I can drop a med mist, but
I can take.
metal.
I have two.
Drop your metals.
Dude, this trio getting
farm
scrappy and I love it.
Yeah, farming metal.
We're gonna see the drop map, bro. The drop map doesn't even
Yeah,
matter
that's
anymore,
fine.
bro. There is like
Yeah,
8
fine.
teams that have switched drops already. I'm not even kidding. Like, I'm not exaggerating. The drop spot is like 2/3 correct.
It's kind of on hard mode.
drop map is
hard
like
mode now, but it's still possible.
Guidelines. It's a
And
guess at
with
what's
how,
happening right
they've
now.
been playing it out, just looking for fights. Once again, they're gonna be looking for one, but Noms, Awahalo, and Twine might be the initiators, as they know they should have the loot. I was
Okay.
gonna say loot advantage,
What?
but hold on a second. 4 bullets in the AR, 1 med mist. Both trios kind of
What?
in a similar situation.
I'm focusing on the skin, bro. I forgot this thing. This dumbass is called. What is this fucking thing called again? Someone in my chat used to go, it's like, is it Trog or something? Trog, yeah, it's Trog. W Trog.
Chase up against Vico that he never really had an opportunity to properly farm.
Good old
anything.
Trog.
Fortunately, Avahalo will be able to take care of that briefly, but it's not going to be the immediate collapse that they were hoping for up against Vico, Veno, and Flixie.
If you guys haven't followed this
And not
season,
only that, but
so
far
Veno had
north,
locked down Crime
Maria,
City
Nisha,
and the
Yasha,
train, which is where
they might
Peterbot's
decide
going,
to
which
get
is an S
involved
tier drop, but then teams
by
kept trying to
martial
con
maneuvers,
Crime
fighting
City or the
frogs,
train. They couldn't hold down
distinctly
both on EU. And without
close
both, it's
area
just
to
not
where
really
they
that
like
good of a
to
drop.
drop.
So they then started going
Other
Lone Wolf
teams
Lair against
kind of
Malabuka, but that turned into a grief fest where they were just getting third
whether
party.
or
So
not
they
it's
ended up
worthwhile
leaving
to
Lone
leave
Wolf
their
and went
surge
Mast
bases, and
Meadows.
I'm pressed to
They had
believe
Mast Meadows
it's not
uncontested
lucky.
because Fredoxy didn't make it out of groups, but then Fredoxy won game 3 of Last Chance, meaning he was the last team in Grands, which meant Fredoxy was going to go back to conning Veno. So unfortunately, Veno's teams lost a lot of their off-spawn credit this season from switching around so much and struggling at their spots. So they just don't have a drop spot unless they want to con Fred at Mast Meadows. But last time they did that, they only won 1 of the 6 spawn fights. Because Fredoxy is a very good spawn fighter, especially in Mast Meadows. That is the full Veno recap for why Veno's in this situation.
To recuperate what they lose.
Despite leading... Oh, I
Standard
missed.
strategy for this
Oh, I
trio
missed a
so
stat.
far throughout the day.
Was it some full kin stat? Was it I'll clip it and look in the top monitor. I'll look it up here. Was it a full... Actually, I can just use my YouTube. My YouTube stream. I can just go back in.
Near another trio,
What was the stat?
you tend to just follow the same methods of success, building those early surge tags.
Despite leading,
finding the
Malabuka's
moneymaker.
trio have only dealt
We'll have to pursue
8%
those
more damage than they've
opportunities
taken. Yo, we've
Tackle
actually...
Srapt.
Wait.
And Hellfire Srapt, though, incredibly
Yo,
low.
what?
Srapt just knocked
Kin's
him
full exposing
entirely
the investments out here, bro.
Pinpoint
Kin's just
accuracy,
basically like,
that's
yo,
for
these
sure.
motherfuckers are trading.
Not willing
Like,
to fully
bro, Kin's
commit
doing
just
his
yet,
part
has
to name and
deal
shame, man.
with
God damn.
Tripper and Hellfire just behind him. Doesn't want to
Hey,
get
it's the
split
W
from
investments,
his
bro. Let's
teammate
go.
Either. So Faded will get the job done. But Tripper, Hellfire.
He's gonna get a kill.
he might
Noise.
still wanna stick around.
Is that the last? Is that the third team? Is that the third player on the split? Have they killed all 3 now?
I put two medkits.
Nice. We're looking good, babe. We're looking good.
But they're just in such a similar position. And in fact, they won't even get the choice to decide.
Nice. They took down the full trio on the South split. That's what they said they were going to do. Savage said if they were uncon, but it's going to key South anyway, so they're living up to it.
Nowhere to run.
Yeah, now it's just a game of hide.
They get uncon one game and they key south.
In time, or will they just continue moving forwards?
You get my breakfast though, man. I'm hungry. I've been waiting for a break in the action, bro, but there's no break in the action.
Drop Sky and Scroll.
This Grand's been too hype.
Looking better. They take out Rickbor. And
yeah, can we get a fucking south zone, please? Hello, Epic?
It clearly went well for them.
Can we at least make it look like Grand Zones aren't scripted?
Focus on kind of making their way to the later sections of the mid game.
There's just definitely a trend building, though. We've already seen Tripper in a handful.
All right,
of
one sec. I'm
times
gonna take my chance now. I'm hoping this way nothing happens. One sec.
where
I'm just gonna
this trio
make my
actually
cereal.
wants to land, and it's just very obvious, Takata, that all of these teams that haven't found that initial success rate, they're trying to see if they can build it elsewhere. But how beneficial can it be continuously moving your drop spot? Oof.
I mean, how beneficial is tough, because like clearly it has pros and cons. You know, you have the aspect of surprise, but at the same time, you can only study so many drop spots from the early to the mid to the surrounding areas. But it looks like they got a nice 3-2-1 onto Vanya, and this is actually going to be huge for Vico, Veno, and Flixie. With the amount of kind of extra loot and mats now they are able to pick up with that damage, they don't have to focus as much on continuing to hunt for those tags. I mean, being on this north side of the map too, close to Magic Mosses with all the heals available, they can stay in Storm as long as they want. As I drop Sky and Scroll found the little solo hiding in a box, but huge pump onto iDrop. Luckily enough, it is a 3v1. You can only do so much.
That's just a farewell note that iDrop definitely hadn't been bargaining for. But looking back at Marius and his current predicament, seeing his teammate Vanya be eliminated at Flooded Frogs, it's forced Marius to leave and just, you don't think about which direction you run. You know that you're just leaving. You are not trying to stick around when there is a one-man advantage and it is not in your favor. So Pixie and Marius, though, they're just going to have to spend so much time now, not only trying to refarm the surge damage that I'm certain Vanya had established in the first place, but just getting their teammate back in general and doing it while there's other teams still looking to pressure you.
Moving through to Kira's Frenic and Dinas. They're looking pretty chill, to be fair. Just kind of making the rotate, but Pixie.
No, what is happening, bro? Why is it constant action?
Vico, Veno, and Flixie.
What did I miss?
Goes down as well.
No, why is Pixie down, man? What happened?
Exuiz and put aside.
Oh, we're just pretending something happened?
On this situation, this is.
Oh, it's pretending something happened. Like pretend something crazy happened doing that.
For Vanya here.
Hey, all those teams inside that top 10 of the league.
Savage died there.
Especially,
Just did it.
Yeah, but we can't run.
Together though, seeing that elimination feed light up with Marius's trio. This is a real opportunity to not only overtake where they were at, but really just try to build some leads. If you're
Veno hit a little Vanya lurks, damn.
For example, they might not have a Victor Royale, but when they're consistently placing high enough to build the points to hold that first place position on the leaderboard, it doesn't really matter if you have the Victor Royale, right? Like, you can just keep focusing on your own strategies.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to see how this kind of plays out for Sky and
Skull. The serial choice today is just right.
Season, getting contested in the end, not performing as well. But now, you know, they're definitely continuing that success. Hopefully, they can you know, keep doing so, since it is 12 matches to be fully played out. This is just the start, the beginning.
What's with the loadout?
I want to see a lot more though from.
Oh, we are investing, bro. We are in the fucking trenches. Maximum investment. Hell yeah.
They have an uncontested Mass Meadows.
We on the Bermuda Triangle, based up on the black market with no shotgun.
Playing around the world.
AR, meds, and rotation only.
Trying to keep the dream alive.
My man. We have truly adapted.
Also has a water sprite if need be, but Sky, iDrop, and Scroll. That's a team that loves to get up close and personal. That fight overwhelming, dealing with the Danes here.
Solo after solo, they're just kind of getting
Damn.
free pickings here.
Damn.
Slowly continuing to rack up their elimination counter.
Oh.
As we take a look at Cam.
Yo, Andrew, Marcus, thanks subs, guys.
Once again,
Hey, Prime a Diamonds chat. Click link in chat. See if you got a free Prime.
from the
Watching
start of the
nothing.
season.
Could be watching without ads.
Build up, get tags.
Damn,
farm as
fourth
many
place
heals
down.
as
No.
possible. And it's been working. I mean, they can get themselves to the late game, but now coming from that victory royale, hopefully they can continue to push themselves up. They're in 5th despite not doing it so good.
I just really want to see how the leaderboard changes if we get some south zones.
From SETI, he's given the
There's just
high alerts to
insane north
Hari.
zone
Hey,
bias.
there's a
It's kind of
team
crazy.
Trying to tarp their way through our territory. Malabuka is at that. So they're going to have to be very wary moving forward. Chap. He's got Strap, Tripper, and Hellfire hot on his heels.
Oh, he's in the
Just
toilet.
hoping that he can escape.
Legit 4 zones on OC and the Demon's Dojo. What the fuck?
Delaying the inevitable.
This is a north. This is north. What do you mean, bro? You can see the white line. What?
Was just this Crime City black
You mean it's not
market.
north, isn't it?
They don't care.
The white line
where Trap
from
is at.
Crime
They
City
might
is
choose
going
to
like to
pursue
the
that one later
northwest,
on,
like
but
northeast. I mean, it's
right
not
now,
north.
Gotta get a move on. Flixie, Veno,
Literally,
Vico.
Magic
They're
Monsters
playing
is
like they
almost
had a
in. What do you mean it's
fire
not
underneath
north?
them after that initial elimination onto Vanya Takata. They are not looking to slow their roll anytime soon here. Felix now trying to see if he can buy himself just a moment's notice longer. But Flixie, Vico, especially being one of our more seasoned
Nice.
fighters, and just great pincer there onto Felix. He's so
East?
focused
Oh,
on
I can
what's in
only go
front of
one
him, can't
direction.
lift the
Circles can't
tabs.
go quick throw.
Flixie
What?
Approaching from behind. Just a classic scenario for Veno's team.
It's kind of looking like opposite of the previous matches throughout the day, though.
Yeah, what are we
They,
saying?
You know, previously would have a very good off spawn, but then kind of fall apart in that mid-game section of the match. But
Bro,
now,
Seaport's almost
bad
not
off-spawn
in to the
into
south. What are we saying? It's
a
not
solid
north. What are we
mid-game.
smoking?
Hopefully they can do just as good of a performance in the late
what the
game.
fuck, chat?
Thomas HD continuing, as you can see, to lead
Bro,
the
only
lobby
Twitch
in
chat can try and
damage,
look at this and be like, it's not north.
I was hyping him up in the last match, but he's increased the gap even more. Now you see 4,679
What? That's
damage.
2.5.
In
Okay,
second
to be
place
fair,
is Franek with
2.5 damage
3,500.
ratio is
Thomas
crazy.
literally
We ain't
over
traded.
1,000
We got
damage.
4,000 something
And that is
surge.
crucial for setting yourself
Thomas is
up
hitting his
without having
shots.
to risk
Either that or he's
taking
making
those
like
fights
maximum.
to get that
Maximum
surge
investments.
damage. These crouch peaks are looking insane, but you know they got to do. I want them.
My
to
man's
see them
getting,
have
like,
a
insider
solid
returns at the
endgame
moment.
performance. They're getting to these mid games with a good amount of damage, but as you can see, the health isn't looking amazing. They haven't gotten that big point match yet. They're kind of missing that pop-off game.
Definitely a little bit stressed, and also definitely likely because of the team at Seaport
I
City.
think he is. I think he is in surge base. It's just Thomas' aim, bro. Thomas is just the god surge tagger, man.
Titan wall essentially is going to prove a difficult feat for anyone, even some of our more experienced players. Thomas HD, though, just proving that the Mythic Drum Gun is anything but a cosmetic weapon in his hands. Certainly an impressive damage stat, no matter what the placements might be looking like. And touched on it.
Queasy
briefly,
staying
but
in Storm, huh?
Queasy and Swizzy, this is just what they do best. Just holding teams at bay here in Seaport, refusing to allow anybody to have the kind of flow that they would naturally look for.
Wait, Fred's holding a shotgun.
Fred
Oh
Ops has
man,
been up
Shark
too.
is struggling, bro. Whoa, what's
Being in Trulex's business. As picks Demus and Darm as well, despite that kind of shaky start due to Vico, Veno, and Flixie contesting.
Yo, can we please just get a south zone for the love of God? For the love of everything holy. Can Savage
this one
get
as well,
one
maybe?
zone, please?
And I think, isn't there another pad on top of the bridge?
We're 50-50 conned on half a split, and we finally bitched it, and then zones just go to Narnia. Like, give us a chance, man.
Where?
Behind us, no? I just got visuals. Maybe it's back.
Yeah, they're behind.
us.
Yeah.
That's me, I'm mad missing.
I'm trying to come ASAP. We need to madness.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you.
We die, I think.
We gotta try and fly from the island, I guess.
You have a pick or something? Someone? No, right?
No, we need to madness
Yeah,
first.
I'm waiting.
I
I'm
just
20
looking.
HP, I'm 20 HP.
Yeah.
Yeah, float.
Over here.
Pro.
Got warning.
Yeah, same.
Oh, no.
I think I'm
We're
blocked.
57 above.
Yeah, just blob.
Just better,
Everybody,
better, better.
57 above. We've only got the pistol.
Need to go to the island and use island. And then we also just
Can
gotta...
use the geyser maybe.
Yeah, use the geyser, I think.
Go on the left, on the reboot. We gotta shoot these
Their
hits.
mythic pistol is crazy, bro.
30, 60. Just go on the geyser.
Just stand on the guy, we can't buy a bid on it. Come, Sage. It's close,
This one's going.
I'm just flying. I'm flying on the hill.
It's not even in.
Everyone
I'm
is
dead, I think.
not in the...
I'm dead.
Need some more land?
I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Bro, Surge is so confusing. How do you just go 400 above, bro? These zones, man!
But overcoming the amount of surge damage threshold.
Epic, give us something, man!
Duo.
Yeah. Drop it.
Oh my god. Nice!
Got it.
Nice.
We need to get in
You're
now.
above. Yeah, you need to get in now. 13 below.
The worst part is, bro, if you look at
can.
the leaderboard, like it just doesn't do this team's performance justice, man. They're dead. They're dead.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Oh, chug.
W! The Chung clutch!
Bro, what are these zones, man?
Like, actually getting ridiculous. Like, a lot of kids cope about zones and just blame this shit, but this is getting absurd. Like, come on.
Yeah, it's
If one of those zones just pulled south, they would have been chilling.
we can see Reason, Vidal kind of making their way in zone last minute, but when you got a whole trio just looking back at you, you can only make it so far. Nebs, Pink, and Kiro, despite literally landing here, they are in the zone as well. Looks like they want to do an inside of zone rotate to where this zone has pulled.
Kami, Hari, Seti, come on, let's see.
For trios like Kami, Seti, and Hari, who had a primed up position, is now the zone just pulling right back to
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one, man, because it's gonna make predicting day 2 so hard.
An incredible.
I want to get at least these last 2 games as like south, semi-south bias. Come on, just to see if these teams can hold up when they go south. Because I feel like Vanya's gonna be pretty pissed. Vanya's team should be definitely higher with this zone focus right now.
Rapidly, even the best looking spots can fall apart whenever
Thomas got the shitty shotgun. You don't need it with his drum gun.
Look your way. Thomas, Panzer, and Uppel, though, saw them moments ago, kind of caught up with Team Storm and Pix. I believe they got at least one elimination, but they're trying to wrap around the lower side of this mountain face. They're trying
33 below for Queasy, bro. Even Queasy can't stay above, man. Holy shit, Surge is crazy.
Down in the dirt has its own share of problems, as Swizzy, Mustache, Queasy are also trying to mastermind a way.
Oh, no. Oh, it's over. Oh, it's wraps. We're getting lobby focus with below Surge and Mustache is down. It's over. It's over.
Torn apart. Not sure if that was a solid 3-2-1 endeavor, but the double revive will bring him.
No, but chat, Queasy should have good like trade options. That's what I mean. Like Seaport is like got usually good options in sidelines. Good meds, center map, good sidelines. I'm not sure what's going on. I guess it might be Thomas just being absolutely like ungodly on the field. Thomas having a 2.5 damage ratio over 4,000 damage for his trio is crazy. Because he's hitting the tags. He's just not taking them.
Where every single player basically is. So
Veno's below 2.
You can only capitalize so much on that. Vico Venoflixi showing kind of the cons of their early game being a bit below here as well.
Come on. Come on. Nice.
Where's
the knock?
They can, but nice shots getting connected.
Come on. Come on.
Time to heal back up and look for that rotate.
Oh.
Power just working against them.
Nice.
Though.
Nice.
Even if they were a little bit higher up than the rest
Getting
of
your
the
money maker,
lobby, all
Mr. Popular.
these buildings, all these natural surfaces just cutting off their lines of sight. So they are pressed to try and find more damage. Either that
Big teams
or
are struggling, yeah. I mean, Veno's gonna be struggling a lot this weekend, man. He has no home, bro.
Just dogpiling inside the heart of Pump Power, and
I mean, it's playing the Nomad strat.
Vico, they want to get a move on. They don't want to get caught up in the congestion that's bound to start building behind them. Trying to be some of the first ones towards this
20
next
below
front
for
side.
eye drop, dude. This is
They know
insane,
doing
man.
Low ground means probably having to deal with eye drops.
Oh, Queasy on the high ground, dude. How
And in the sky,
the
Swizzy,
fuck
Mustache,
do we
and
go
Queasy,
from
they
below
have wasted
Surge,
absolutely
knocked,
no
getting
time
lobby
to just
focused? I
underneath
think the
them.
game is wraps
Mabuka
to
being
high ground
blocked,
30
holding it
seconds later.
down in that secondary height position.
I swear Queasy can fly. It's the only explanation.
You cannot let Malibuka Ping and Walks get another second place or first or even just top 3. As it looks like Kami has found a refresh, but this trio not looking healthy at all. Only 15 above. Kami fully cracked. zone, opposite side of the map.
Savage Uncon now, so hopefully it stays that way, man. I don't know how well Twi's done this game for whether he comes back.
Hari has so many builds, though. He could opt for a pre-edit play here onto Panzer's team from behind.
53 below. There's Twi. Twi's having a good game.
For a second,
W.
They don't have that much time to work with.
The better Twi does, the more likely is to not drop on Savage. That's good. That's good.
Teams like Malabuka, Walks being
He's currently taking Storm on a med miss, though.
Their surge levels.
Not sure about this play.
Full firing into the backside of a hollow. Noms, Twi, just a step behind the rest. And if it's not SETI, it's going to be the lurking hands of Malabuka's team, just one by one.
That was a quick one.
These players that were trying
Cursed
to
the
commit a
actual
little
fuck
bit
out of him.
further
But I
back
know what that
zone.
play was.
Venno,
Questionable
Flixie,
play, to
just
say the least.
barely avoiding
That was a quick one, though.
focus coming out of Malabuka's team, but Sky and Scroll, they're just trying to see whether or not they can even maintain their footing in the first place. All these teams
Get fucking shit on. That's what you get for contesting Savage, right? W curse.
Instead, from behind, gotta be really careful.
I'm sorry, I actually like Twi.
Don't lose your head in the process, and Malabuka, Ping and Wax lurking, waiting. Sky is so weak, and they want this elimination.
211 points. Nose.
Goes through those guys.
Yo, Venno's doing it, though. Venno's doing it.
Once again, looking healthy. They also have a good amount of materials. They have gotten the refresh they needed as Chino goes down. This is
We find Fred in the end anyway. Yo, double collateral.
to put themselves back on the leaderboard.
Maximum pressure.
This could be the one.
Surely we give one of these gold collats to someone else, right? Surely Venno or Flixie wants a gold collat, no?
But Venno, Flixie, they're just trying to tarp ahead. They're just trying to make sure that they keep
What?
their backside.
Oh, the Frenchies. I told you, bro. Queasy just draws the Frenchman to him, I swear. Why are we not watching that? Show the high ground. What is happening? It's Kiddo, though. Wait, 2 teams went for high grounds? Wait, what? Queasy gets double conned on heights?
Can they even maintain it?
Oh, Vico might win this, bro. Vico with the take. Wait, this could be a Vico win. Oh, the double chop kill. Venno's up. Venno's up.
Immediately cranking up. Vico right behind him.
Yo, Venno win. 9 elims, bro. This is why I put him on the top 10, bro. The fucking copium, man. This team's just too good. How'd they... Bro, did they triple con pump power? I'm so confused, man. This has been so crazy.
It's gonna be Malabuka, Walks, and Ping. They're gonna go for the side rotate. Chug
Oh.
splashes come through, but Vico
Venno's got all the pressure, bro. They got triple collateral, dude.
They have to do to maintain this high ground. Malabuka gets knocked down.
Oh my gosh. Fish in a barrel, bro. Wait, Venno went down? Wait, no, Venno's up, right? No, Venno's up. Hey, we're chilling. Oh, no, sorry. Double collateral, 1 hollow twister. Flixie drops down for the kills. Titty goes down. Saintguild and Jules a duo.
Shortly after, it looks like Venno and Vico.
Nice, boys. Nice. Let's go. What were the odds on Venno to win?
They made it over the mountain base. That's all they had
Yo,
to
you guys
do.
still put 12% odds on them? I mean, hey, you were right, though. W. W.
Venno, Vico, and Flixie. What
Nice.
looked like a little bit of an oops-a-daisy just turned into a massive
All right.
victory royale.
What do we
They
make it?
definitely needed this
We'll make
win.
it Venno, chat. We'll make it Venno. If you guys want some V-Bucks, type the word Venno in chat.
Disastrous start, Takata, and
V-E-N-O,
bringing it
Venno.
back, when you think about the
I'll put
initial
iDrop on the
starting
prediction for you guys
point,
at number 10 too.
That's just something that you know was manifested from experience.
Yo, W.
100%.
Bro, that's actually crazy they're pulling this off, man. Full credit to him, dude. Full credit to him. That's crazy. Triple con pump power. A drop we've never seen them go ever. To be fair, the North Zone buy has helped them so much here. Probably why Venno dropped there, man. He's probably like, fuck it. If every zone's going to go north.
Also get those refreshes coming into this late game.
Thank you, Matthew, Loco, Roger, Say, 100, Sinister. Play, Logan, Justin, Stacy, Joshua, Ob, Marcus, Andrew, T-Bag, Pedro, Sevens, Wiwi, Tentos, Noble. Thanks for subs, chat. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much. 567 subs. Oh my god.
Well, I think what we witnessed was Vico, Venno, and Flixie looking like lunch meat off spawn, and suddenly they made a
Looking
meal
like
of the
lunch
lobby
meat.
11. But how did they do it?
A bit poetic from you. They recovered the game well. Vico quickly was able to get them back and up and running, and that's what you need sometimes. You know, he's not necessarily the player you associate.
Don't know how they do it, bro. Don't know how they do it, man.
Cool, calm, and collected in those sort of pressure situations, but he does a great job. And they play out the game from there, and they do it so well. I talked, you know, before last game of just how they need to.
All right, 10 more seconds time to Venno chat, then we'll call it.
Needs to be better. The game plan they've been trying was working, albeit one
Bro,
of the
I want to see how
shakier
well Savage does
items
one of these
in
South
this
zones,
game.
bro.
But things
To
played
be
out from
fair,
there, which was really nice, Mini.
Savage spending
Yeah,
the
very nicely
three
done from
first
the team. I
games
think they
while
were definitely
conned
helped by
with
the
North
fact that the
zones
zone
might
was
end up being
actually
not the
right where
worst.
they
Now
landed.
if they
So
lock
if they
down the
keep following
POI.
where those
We get
sort
some
of late
south
game
zones and they're
go,
chilling.
it'll help them, I'm sure, a lot, but really nicely
cool.
played.
There, thank you, Chad.
They played the 10 game. This height take right here was absolutely beautiful. We saw that Queasy and co were just down on height. There was, I think, 3 teams going for it all at once. Then, of course, Kiddo Volko Cringe tried to take it. And
Wait, Vico has the win reaction on Twitter? Nice.
It was just really, really
No, we're
nice
getting
play.
win
They
reactions
needed
in
to be up on
grands.
that
It's because
high
he's
level,
boot
and what they
camping.
did
It's probably
was
because his
just
org's
spray
doing
down
it.
so effectively well.
Yeah, no, they always.
Yeah, his org's doing it, bro. It's the BIG, bro. Bro, the Mario mouse pad goes crazy. Bro, he's just rubbing Mario's face, bro. He's just.
I'm going on him. I'm going on him.
We're just patting Mario.
It's a 40. I'm on you, Manu. Take my check. Take my check. Take my check. I'm looking at him. 20.
Yo, did we just... What the fuck did we just speed run at the end? Bro, that looked like a fucking, like... That looked like the GeoGuessr speed run. We just skipped through, like, 6 tabs in a millisecond. What the fuck was that? Discord, fucking... tab, fucking Twitch. Oh, my God. Disco fucking hell. God damn. He's full tweaking, bro. All right. Leak the drop map. No, we leaked the drop map. No, it's over. Back-to-back win pred for me. Nice, nice. All right, after game number 4, we have Ping, Wox, and Malabuka in first. I'm feeling good about my pred. Hey, I got my first and second, just not in order. I feel good about that. I drop in third. Vico in fourth with no drop spot. And he's almost third. Crazy. Seti, Thomas HD, Chino, Vanya, Giras, and Sangild. Wait. We predicted it, chat. We predicted when we said Vico was doing the whole like, oh, bro, it's fucking over, man. Like, oh, Grand's done it. We're just going to try it. We fucking called it. That sneaky little bitch was lying to us. We knew it because Vico never does that shit. Vico never does the whole like, it's over bullshit. He's like always like, nah, we'll make the best of it. We're going to pop off. We're the shit. You know what I mean? That little bitch was just conditioning everyone. They were jumping into Twitch streams, acting all fucking like, oh, man, like it is what it is. Bruh. We got lied to, chat. We got lied to. Nah, I love Vico. I don't even care. W. Oh yeah, bingo board. Yep. Now that we're doing the bingo board again. Bingo. We had. I will call that an end game res from Queasy because like it was the start of the first full pull zone. I will give that because that was a disgusting res. Any other ones, chat? Anything else? Any other new ones? I think that's it, right? Surely there's been a Twitter rant. Have we had a Twitter rant? I've just missed it. What Twitter rant have we had, chat? Surely someone's gotten ranty. Veno? I don't think we saw one person with 12 gold splashes, did we? Mally had 12 gold splashes. Did we? I didn't see. Did we see Mally with 12 gold splashes? Vico 1v3. Vico did 1v3. Okay, I'm not going to trust chat because I don't think we understand what any of these words mean, apparently. We're just saying shit now. Also, chat, in case you guys missed it, again, we are doing 15% off sale on Arkley right now. If you guys want to copy a mouse pad off my website, it's 15% off. Use code FNCS at checkout. This is the price before the discount. So, if you guys want to check it out, we got all of them back in stock in all the regions except for the UK. Eternal Harmony, we're still waiting on in the UK. I'm sorry, customs being a bitch, but if you guys want to copy a mouse pad, I appreciate it. We're up to 277 5-star reviews now, so appreciate the support. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. Which one do you use? I use Rainbow Valley, bro. So I have 2. So this one is Sapphire Summit because I like the blue in my background. But one of my main setup is Rainbow Valley. This one. I like this one, man. It's cool. It fits the vibe nice. It's bright, but it's not like too bright. Because I've got a white desk, so I kind of like a bit of color. Bit of pop, you know? No, just FNCS, Matt. Just code FNCS, bro. At checkout, just 15% off. And the 15% off also includes shipping too, so. How's the 2K plus surge the bigger work? If we see someone and it has the 2,000 plus surge indicator, that's it.
Welcome back to the FNCS Major 2 finals. I've been told I'm not allowed to say daddy on the broadcast, but instead I'm going to say shout out to Vox's father because apparently he's watching and he's watching you, Mini Miner, because you had some doubts.
Levis face, bro. Levis face.
Giving his son's
Yo,
trio.
we just got daddy on the broadcast. What?
Second, and they only got a 7th one time. I think they got a 6th in that last game, Mini Miner. And we have to say that this trio
Frankie's too funny, bro.
delivers
Frankie's too
game
funny.
After game after game.
It was a 4th.
It was a 4th, yeah.
Don't come after me, Wox's daddy.
Yeah, for a little bit of context here, Wox's dad has become an out-of-context mini-minor clipper and posting it on socials. He's posted me saying that 7th wasn't a good game. Of course, by their high standards, it's not as good. And this
Wait, no way. Wait, Papa Wox is a mini-minor hater? Let's go.
At the moment, they've had another great
Dude, I love how the
performance,
parents, like the Fortnite pro parents, always go one of two ways. They're either like, it depends. They're either super sweet, love everyone, want the best for everyone, or they're like protective mama and papa bear, and if like you say anything slightly negative about their kid, you're fucking dead to them. And I respect that energy. I really do. I really do.
The pressure that the trio on height were able to apply were great, but it didn't stop them from being in the top spot there.
In that moment as well, I was like, oh my god, surely not another 2nd place. And it's funny because had Wox lived
Lucas dad, hey, me and Dorf dad squashed the beef. We're cool now. We're cool. He still hates me, but in like a fun way, you know?
This team though,
Papa Queasy, yeah, Papa Queasy goes in. You can see where Queasy got it from, that's for sure.
You know, whenever we come to the back end of the day, you're always looking at
you Peter with the prime?
top, like, you know, who's gonna actually be competing come game 12. And I feel very confident saying now that it's gonna be these guys, right? It's gonna be these guys and
good leaderboard, bro. Great leaderboard. Man, EU has been fun.
It's just been phenomenal so far, to be honest. We're seeing an all-timer performance from these guys so far.
If you actually look at
Yo,
the points
Soul
as
Links
well,
500
from
biddies, bro.
1 to
For
3,
Central
and then
today, guess the top
big
3 of the
gap
day for
between
100
third and fourth.
gifted.
It's so impressed with the placement points in particular.
Okay, I've just got to go Pete Acorn clicks. I just got to do it.
Points in overall, I should
Pete
say,
Acorn
that
clicks,
Lucas
please,
trio
for 100
are
gifted.
picking up. Let's talk about Cammy, Seti, and Harry as well, because
Do they have to be in
are
order, or
having
just
a
is that order
fantastic
fine?
day one. I made a joke about them being a day two team earlier.
Bro,
but they
please better not get
they're
4th, I swear.
Making very
Bet?
stable
All right.
plays for
Thank
the
you,
high
Solo.
ground level.
I like that, bro.
No, absolutely.
Lock it in. Lock it in.
And, you know, I don't want to be that guy, but when you
Click
do
second.
look
Oh,
at
I could
the
definitely
leaderboard
see
and
that
where
top
they
3
lack
being a
in
different
comparison
order, but I
to some
think
of the
that
teams
will be the
above
top
them,
3.
It's just your limbs, right?
And Solo's saying order doesn't matter, so we're in with a chance. We're in with a
These
chance.
guys have 16 so far. But that is always going to be the point of contention people will look at when it comes to this team. Be consistent all you want. Can you frag like Malabuka's trio? That's what it's going to take to win.
Yeah, and I don't want to be that guy, but we've had a lot of North Zones so far.
We
right?
have had
We've
a
actually
lot
that
of
South
North
zone, so
zones.
intrigued as to how they're
Come
gonna
on, can
do.
we
Even
get a
those
South
teams like
zone,
Malabuka's
please,
team
just
who
to
do land
see
in the
which
North,
teams
how
do
are they
better
gonna
and which
do when
teams
we do
struggle?
get some South zones if we do
I just
either
want
today or
one
tomorrow?
South
So
zone
that's
so
the
I can
question
use
mark
that as
for
a
me,
bit of a
but there's no
reference
doubt
point
that
for
this
like
team
the
can
rest of the
definitely
tournament
perform
if we
well
get more
in
South
the top
zones
5
tomorrow.
and
Because
then
right now I
get
just don't know.
Well, we went into
Like,
day
how
one
well would
knowing
Savage
that
do in a South
Queasy's
zone? How
trio
bad would
were
Vanya
the
do on a
ones
South
to
zone? You know what I
watch.
mean? Like, I need to
Do you
see
feel
it.
like they are still
At least once.
holding on to that position as the trio most likely to win, even if they're not number 1 right now?
Yeah, I'm still feeling really good about these guys. And I say that because they're 2nd place. They obviously had a win today, which was a great performance. But like the rest of the games haven't been like these like standout performances where we're all like, oh my god, Queasy classic, go IGL. Yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like they've just been playing well. They've had some good moments. Malabuka, oh not Malabuka, sorry, Mustache and Swizzy have come up with some good.
No, you're just a
touches at
sub now,
times.
Queek.
And so, like,
Welcome,
for
bro.
me, they still have another gear to go up, right? They still have a couple more gears.
Bro, I'm definitely running sub early, man. We have 22,000 viewers, bro. I ain't.
Back in today, but definitely tomorrow.
Yeah, we didn't get to see exactly how that high ground fell for them. I think they might have tried to get a little bit too greedy with some of the refreshes in the Storm, and ultimately some of the teams saw that. But a little bit of a misplay there. Looking at their material counts, you would expect them to stay up on high, particularly in that position. But yeah, as you correctly mentioned, they're a team that have already got a win. They're looking good. They're a team that can stay up in this.
Wait,
sort
what's
of
up, Conan?
area of the leaderboard. Obviously not the ideal game for them in that last one, but if any team can pull anything out of the hat, it's going to be them.
Wait, what? Conan now I'm
Very quickly,
suspicious.
For everyone watching at home, if you're not aware,
You fuck with the Prime?
Veno and Flixie and Malabuka, Ping and Box, they've already got their spots in the Fortnite Global Championship.
Hey,
So really
Swanee?
we're looking at the top 7 here. Thomas, Uppel and Panzer, they're currently within it. I wouldn't say too comfortably yet, though, so far, Levin. We were having a conversation about this. What do you think for them needs to change in order for them to secure a victory royale? I should say we're having a conversation off air about this.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can't be too comfortable on day 1, right? Especially when it comes to the global spots. Those are so volatile at times. Fortunately, we ain't got 1.5x anymore, so a bit more stable come day 2.
Yeah,
But
Levin's
these
on my
guys,
team.
again, it's just
Unfortunate.
about
We
playing
want the
their end games,
1.5x,
right? You know,
baby.
They're making it to these end games, but can they actually deliver and actually, you know, sort of make them top 5s turn into top 2s?
Yeah, Apple, I should say Apple. Who's that? Apple secured 3rd place.
Wait,
in
Conan,
that
I'm so confused.
last
What camera's
game.
talking about? I'm confused. Am I
Hopefully
stupid?
This is a sign of things to come, Mini Miner.
Yeah, hopefully for them. I mean, they're doing enough.
It should be within a few days, Mal. So the shipping on the mouse pads is usually, we say within a few days to a week for like 90% of cases. 2 weeks is the max. These aren't pre-orders. We have them all in stock at the distribution centers. We have 3 around the world, so it's quick shipping. It's just, we don't want to try and say like a few days and then there's like some, you know, it's out of our hands if the shipping is shit. But we do everything we can to make sure the shipping's super quick, man. We ship out every day or every second day, and then it's in the postage hand, you know?
That's red.
Nice rolling. Are you Gova? You Timsy?
We got a truck. We got a truck in the bottom.
Come on, come on.
They might drive into you and shit, but I think you just ignore it from the start for the start, and we'll come back for it later. We don't know. We don't have to spend extra time. Actually, you guys might have. You might have time to get it. Actually.
No, we don't. I don't think.
Are we unconned? Are we uncontested? I mean, Twy had by far their best game by not dropping here, so... And they actually sold it too. That could have been like an easy top 10 or top 5 for Twy if they played that better. Aura. Give us a South Zone, baby. Give us a South Zone. Let's see what they can do.
Yeah, I mean, like
give us a South Zone.
There's no longer that 1.5x point.
We are uncontested.
So it will be more stable than we've seen previously, but in terms of Vico, Veno, Flixie, they did an amazing job going from 14th to 4th in a single match. So,
okay, yeah, I like that solo. I'll do that. All right, remind me later though, because I'm old and I'll forget.
In terms of Pink, Nebs, and
where's Twy dropping now? He dropped north of Pump Power last game, so we'll see.
There's one good game and it could put them in the top 5, but it's easier said than done.
If Pink had
Thanks,
anything but the SMG there, that is a knock.
We took Brutal Boxcar Mountain. Ooh. Cammy, Veno and Cammy.
That's for sure. Veno, Vico, and Flixie, though.
Damn.
This is a new sightseeing for them.
We are a new spot. Gonna fight Cammy now. I think we're gonna fight Cammy. We are stealing a lot of their loot, though. Cammy's gonna be pissed.
Seti, Hari, if they aren't aware, I'm almost certain that Vico, Veno, and Flixie are going to make their presence known.
You thought it was Savage's mountain for a second? For a moment, I thought, like, wait, why are we in the tunnel? I thought it might have been Savage. I was like, wait a second, never mind. Oh, wait. Vayne is getting dropped on by Grippe.
Gonna try and fight Cammy.
No, wait, what?
What's their game plan?
Wait, where's Grippe supposed to be dropping? Wait. Wait, Grippe went RV and then pushed them out of Flooded Frogs? Or did they drop straight on Flooded? Oh, no. Wait, that's bad.
8th place on the
that's bad. Oops, Savage fight, so that's good.
Oh, yes, fucking bad.
Oh, he has baseball bat. That sucks. No, he has baseball bat so he can run.
You only has metal anymore. Just spray the kill.
Nice, let's go, boys.
Get the body. Maybe we carry the body back on top of our base, no?
It's dead.
Okay. Get the bat, Alex.
20. I'll come back now.
Damn, True Legs down. Shark and Noah's a duo.
Just come back.
Let's go chat sandwich.
We'll cook right there.
Nice, good stuff, boys. Good stuff.
Because Artie
good
has
stuff.
Already been cracked.
What's your prediction on Savage now? Now that he's unconned? I mean, my prediction for his uncon was like top 10 for sure. But they're not getting the whole mountain split. They're only getting half the mountain split, so it's really hard to know, man.
Reason and video.
And also, like, Twy could come back. Like, they're definitely not in the clear yet, chat, but we'll see.
At least get some shots here and there, but their
Thanks, Killy, with the prime.
Set up a lot better now than how it was looking leading into the day. Despite that, though, they have quite a bit of work to do if they want to put themselves in the top 10. Look at this.
Ruh-roh.
Look at this.
Oh, no, we're creeping Queasy. Bro, we stole half of Cammy's loot so we could go grief Queasy. Veno is making no friends. Oh, my God.
Look for Vico, Flixie, and Veno. And Swizzy, he's so nonchalant about it, too. He's just like, oh, I'm going to go check this chest. I'm going to go farm these mats. Flixie just barging down the door, though.
They know that he went into the vaults. Now he's solo. Nah, this is full rat shit, bro. No, the maximum rat. And now they locked down the vault, too. No way.
Without a fight, they'll at least get the knock.
Oh, shit. Damn, Vico. Oh, my God. Vico sits him the fuck down. Oh, hell no. Damn.
But Vico has other plans
wow.
in store.
Yo, poor Queasy, though. This sucks, man. But, like, damn.
Up here at Seaport City and a massive blow to Queasy.
I mean,
one
Wow.
shot.
Venom really making this an exciting Grands. Holy.
Because they knew it was a 2v2, but...
I think Venom's dropping on the teams above him? No, I don't think that's based on leaderboard, bro. It's based on the loot, man. There's no point trying to take teams down on the leaderboard with like 10 games left, bro. That's just not.
But Hari's left
9 games left.
They've got Volko eliminated.
It's more, this is definitely just, Veno's identified that teams that have Vault, that's a really easy way to get good loot. Because they all seem to go to the Vault last. And you can lock down all of the gold just by getting in.
They might have other plans in store. Cringe, starting to build up, trying to chase him out.
I mean, hey, Venom's going to get some hate for this, bro, but the casuals should be loving it, bro. This is what they always tell people they should do, man. This is the strategy that casuals always imagine that pros should do when they don't have a drop spot. But they're actually kind of making it work, which is crazy. The amount of skill and just confidence this kind of strategy takes is just absurd, though.
Close up this fight and nearly
Nice.
a comeback moment there for Hardy. But it's just not enough. Cringe and Kiduo will be the survivors.
You really got to have so much fighting power. But it's weird to have a team. This is such a unique situation. To have a team with this much fighting power, this much experience, and be this good, but not have a drop spot is just... It never happens like this. Crazy.
He has to just play next to Kiduo, though. The double reboot will at least be faster. I feel so bad, though, for Volko and what he's about to drop into.
Will he be able to make it out? The ramps come through from Cringe, trying to do what he can to help his teammate, but didn't even look.
What kind of zone do we get? It's looking like central to maybe south. We'll see.
Basically in the dirt. As Wox and Ping just continuing to do damage here. They don't have Malabuka close by, so they're not going to take this fight, but hey, they got the knock. It would have been nice to get the points from the Elim, but you take what you can get.
No reason to be so greedy early on. It's the third party risk that is the primary reason why we see Malabuka, Wox, and Ping leaving.
Twice team down, yeah. Like I said, I don't think Savage is out of the woods yet, chat.
Queasy, meanwhile, sat underneath Shining Span. And this is tough scenes.
Oh boy.
Even a mastermind like Queasy is gonna have such a
nice
tough time
shuffle. Let's go, bro. Oh, you got two. Very nice. We got three. Wow. Enjoy your first PC, man.
Someone sat underneath their bridge. They don't want to let Queasy go.
I'm gonna say Queasy somehow survives this. I'm saying Queasy survives this. I don't think he dies here.
Somehow, some way, alive, despite everything.
I'm so sure Queasy lives here.
Maybe it's Akida's team that will get the elimination credit.
I'm so sure.
Maybe it's the responsibility
and I'll show you why.
of someone elsewhere in the lobby now, because
he's definitely alive.
His way out of this one.
Because he hasn't tweeted Flaming Veno yet.
As I mean, so far there's nobody else.
He has to still be playing, otherwise he would have fucking gone absolutely apeshit on Twitter by now.
I mean, the good news is it's kind of good and bad news. Good news in the sense that they did pull zone around Seaport. Bad news meaning that there's always going to be players around you now. So if you even want to get that reboot, eyes are.
I can't even blame him though, bro. I'd be pissed. But I mean, it's good play by Veno, bro. It's just, yeah, I'd be pissed though.
Go out of zone to look for it, but yeah, not fun.
Just going from bad to worse. As far as for game 5 here in Queasy's terms, Giannis for Strokey and Focus probably pretty happy with that elimination they just picked up. They don't mind spending a little bit of extra time inside of the storm. So many of our teams today have opted to play this exact strategy out.
Such a fun, bro. Everyone was freaking out this Grands being the most boring Grands with trading and stuff, man.
Much of a threat with so many heals.
Bro, I can't believe Cammy's whole team is down though. Cammy's whole team out in 30 seconds. Again, they got one elim.
To keep your head on a swivel for those teams looking for the early reboots.
No, I've been banned from chat.
I'm for Strokey, Giannis, and Focus here. I mean, they've already positioned themselves so deep in the zone. It's kind of just like a slower, safer route here. I drop Sky and Scroll up against Marius, Vanya, and Pixie. Now they can look for the 3-2-1 here, but gets spot on, gets caught off guard. It's just gonna be a
no! Sky and Scroll a week.
Really have much of a
never mind. Marius is down though.
Where they want to go next? They're gonna have to clear out this team, but Hydra drops.
Man, what a scrappy engagement! Two big teams going at it, dude. They're both top 5.
Losing Medius, they're still holding their
top 5 or top 10.
And Sky Scroll
Okay, Vanya's 8th. I dropped 3rd, yeah. Yo, K-Stone, thanks for
actually
55, bro.
And for good reason. Pixie
I'm
and
doing
Vanya,
fantastic, man. I hope you're doing well too, dude.
fall
Thanks for
back
stopping by, man. Thanks for the
together,
55 months. I appreciate
make
you,
a
homie.
play for
Thank
the
you,
reboot
K-Stone.
ban. All right with you, Worf. 3 is always going to be better than trying to make it out as a duo, especially this.
Hey, we
early
got a center map zone right now. Maybe some south bias. We'll see. It's looking like it's pulling mostly east though. We'll see.
Lining up his shot there.
It's looking
Big
like
pump.
it's south, slightly south, but mostly east. We'll
For
see.
Swizzy and Merstash, they are back in the game.
No,
Once
never mind.
again,
It's not
Queasy
south
did
at all.
choose to go
No, it's
outside
not
of the
south at all.
storm, despite being in. to get
It's
that
just full
safe
east. If
reboot
anything, it's
Kappa
slightly pulling a
Kappa.
bit more north.
And this is kind of where it begins, right?
It's not
This is
full
where
north,
the
but
hard
it's
mode
definitely not
FNCS
south, that's for sure.
starts, As they have
It's gonna be a
find
Demon
everything.
Dojo zone again, bro. Are you serious that
Zone,
OC had
they
4
get
out of 6
loot,
Demon
they get their
Dojo?
tags, their mats,
Bro.
and they have such a limited amount of time. Sometimes you just have to kind of set yourself up for a refresh. How do you find that refresh?
Thank you, Mike. It's the
As
T on
maybe
47.
just
Thank you,
farming and
bro.
looting won't be enough.
But when you think about the other teams in the lobby,
You Minison? Thank you,
have
man.
to direct your focus towards Thomas, Panzer, and Uppel because they're not going to have to worry about Queasy, Swizzy,
Oh,
and
yeah.
Mustache holding things down inside of Seaport City.
Yo,
They're
Thomas,
actually
pop a
gonna be
big
the ones
pop, bro.
fully
You
in
might
control
die. Pop a
of
big
the
pop, bro.
way
You're
that
not full
these southern
health.
Position teams are actually
Watch out.
making their way into the next zone. Could be a big part of the reason why we see Thomas HD holding things down and that mythic drum gun. He's been
Thomas AC has
packing quite a
17
punch with
FNCS
it
final
all
top
day
10s, the
long.
joint most in the
And
world.
when you are
Bro, who else has
Queasy's
17
team
top 10s?
and
Like
you're
King?
stuck at Kappa Kappa and you
Who
have
else would
to
have
find
17 top 10s? That's got to be
Thomas
King,
knows
right?
it. He's more than happy.
I'm trying to think of
to
someone
stick
else who's
around.
been around
He can
since
even
like the
spot
beginning
out
who
there's
places
still
super
at
highly
least some form
consistently.
of a team in Seaport, but
Kanata? I don't think it's... Is it Kanata?
eyes targeted
Kanata's made
already
26. Has he
towards
got
that
top 10 in
direction from Kappa
17 of the
Kappa. You have to
26?
anticipate that that's Queasy.
That's crazy
And you
if so.
know, when he's got the drum hunt
Whale?
gun in hand,
I feel like it's King.
this is just not where you want to be as Queasy's trio, as scuffed as they are.
I don't think it's Booga.
Forced.
I don't think it's Tayson either.
Thomas fans and Uppel have so many heals they can just sit there.
It could be
Basically,
Whale. It could be Whale or
Queasy
King.
Get eliminated the storm, so
Look it up. Yeah, let me
We'll
just
see how
quickly
that one
look up
plays out. It's
every
gonna be a
single
slow one,
player's
sure.
FNCS history and count them, bro.
Because
Like,
of
come on.
Queasy, though. Solid start.
This is why we need trivia, bro. I've told
They're also not the
Blast
only
so many
team
times. I feel like
close
trivia would
by
slap
to
on the
Seaport,
broadcast.
but other teams
because then we actually get to find out the
seem to
answer with
wanna
those kind of
stick
stats, you know?
around. Can't blame them. Vico, Flixie, Veno, they're start heading towards the rooftops, also making use of the vending machines available.
What was it? I can find it. Vivid.
inside of Seaport,
Thomas
but
HD
for
has
that,
17 top 10s in
kind of got
FNCS
mixed up
finals,
with
tied
Mr.
with someone else in the
Savage's
world. We want to know who that one person is.
Gladius,
Who else
Pixie,
has 17
Vanya,
top 10s in
also
FNCS?
still having to deal with Tripper potentially.
Vivid has the kin
Making
sheet
their way up
himself.
the hill face.
W.
So many of our leading teams.
It's
just
worthy. It's
in these
worthy. I
awkward
knew it was a
positions
small
across
region
the map.
player. When you guys were saying like Booger and Kanata, I knew it must be a small region player. It's worthy. That's a good guess. I should have thought about that. My home region, bro. I'm a hater.
Time just kind of playing these storm battles, and once again, what they kind of want to focus on is
Booga
just
has
not
13.
getting
That's still
eliminated
insane
right
from
after
Booga,
going
though.
down
13 on
26
NA
the
is
last
crazy.
Match. Just kind of want to take shots on the people rotating through. Continue to see how these zones
Well,
play
he's great.
out. Continue to wrap around. And, you know, if they get enough damage.
Yo, can we focus on 17 top
here, then
10s
they
on
should be
EU, though?
good
Like,
by
what in the
just wrap
fuck?
around the least congested side of the zone. Around
Actually
side of the water
absurd
on
from
the
Thomas
west side
HD.
here,
That
but
is wild.
gotta be careful. The tags are coming through. I mean, Vanya
Epic,
almost
King,
getting
Volks,
cracked.
Akon, and Kanata all share
Matter of
second with
time.
16. Oh, so there you go, chat. We were pretty
They
on.
also
So
just don't want a repeat of what happened in Major
we were doing
One.
pretty
They
well.
were
Kanata has
so
16 top
close
10s as
to
well,
having
bro.
that global
Crazy.
championship spot fully locked in.
Wait a
And the
second.
lights were just too bright in the final hours. But more slots opening up for Major 2 finals. And that's a
Wait, let me see. I'm pulling my TikTok up here so I can see the
Vanya,
stats again. Where is it?
everyone
Okay,
is
so
expecting
that
them
means
to live up
Thomas
to the hype
HD
this
has
season
come top 10
and
17
find that global
times,
championship
and
fall.
of that 17
put a
times, he's
lot
come second
of
4
pressure
times,
indirectly,
third 5 times,
yet,
and fourth 3
so far
times.
today, they have managed to
My man's
deliver.
placed top 4 12 times and has
Balls.
no
I wanna see
FNCS win.
Queasy take home a major. I mean, it's been a long time.
2 of those
since
seconds were
we've
by
seen
1 point, by the way.
Queasy win an
Like, bruh,
FNCS,
come on, man. Can we
but
just, come on.
No odds are.
We just gotta
in
give it
his
to him at
favor
this point,
time
dude. This is
around.
getting
He's been 2
ridiculous.
Chapters, literally.
But they've made it into the zone despite being held by Thomas, Uppel, and Panzer. But now, guess what? You got a whole other trio once again from the start of the game. Vico,
No, 12 top fours through. 12 top fours. Yeah.
Shots onto them.
12 top
They
fours
just
is
cannot
crazy.
catch a break, but it's even honestly a miracle that they're still alive at this point. But being 263 below, I think literally their only option is going to be take this fight, and this is not going to be an easy
Oh, here we
one.
go. Venom versus Queasy. Here we go.
This is Queasy's backyard.
Ooh.
And they've got to try and duke their way out of it. They have to take this fight, though, Takata. Because you're right, that 207 below damage threshold, 2-3 eliminations would be a big turnaround for this team. And
Oh, Queasy goes down.
The party started. Queasy, though,
200 below. Swizzy goes down. It's up to Mustache. Mustache has to be him. 1v3 against the FNCS champs.
Of Vico's team, and they're just closing in onto Mustache. Nowhere left to run. A clean wipeout at Seaport City, which is going to set up Vico, Veno, and Flixie excellently.
Oh my god, bro. Queasy.
for the remainder of this
He didn't
match.
tweet. He's on his Nikkei 30 arc, bro. He's preparing for the Pro-Am. GG's,
GG's,
man. We'll get him next time, bro. Never back down. Never what?
His starting point.
It was difficult for Queasy, though, to come out on top. to be
So
fair.
unfortunate,
All
though, bro.
odds
Genuinely,
were
that
against
sucks.
them. Now 2 of our top 5 trios are out of the match before we even get into the late here. Just opens up much more of an opportunity for the trios on the borderline to make something happen. Frankie was talking about it on the desk.
What's going on
There's
here?
5
We're
global
swimming.
championship spots up
Taking
for
a dip.
grabs, but
Bro, we're
they've already
actually
got
going
2
to
of the
Demon
trios that
Dojo. Are
qualified
you
last major
fucking
in that
kidding
top
me?
5, so it's basically top 7.
Dude, we're at Demon Dojo. Oh, is this Demon Dojo? This is Demon Dojo, right?
Top 7 with a lot of these
Yeah,
top
we're
trios
north of the
having gone
bridge.
down so
Oh
early.
my god. We're going to Dojo, bro. This is
rotate coming
ridiculous.
through.
It's a crazy
With
rotate.
Oxy, and Pablo, yeah. I like it, though.
This
They've
is
got
getting
so much
insane,
damage
bro. Come
above the
on.
threshold, though. And by making this approach from that dead side of zone, Takata, they'll also be able to probably box up on some of these hills. Maybe even take advantage of any teams that...
No,
might be
Savage
looking
is
to
there,
visit
though.
towards Rift Island.
That's our boy. Come on. Ooh,
Just
Sky below.
steadily
Look through the corners. Just look.
Yo, Savage 271 above. Savage with the one gun loadout, bro. Mythic suppressed pistol only. What a goat, bro.
guys need to open
And
it
we're
up
going to
now.
fucking Dojo. Oh my god.
One-
This is getting insane. We're actually going to the dojo.
Sky drop and scroll, though.
This is ridiculous.
They're just making sure to keep looking back.
We saw the first zone and we called it. That's how bad it's been.
Could be in a world
We
of
called it from
trouble here.
zone 1.
This next rotate, they're getting a little bit sandwiched between Fincheck's team and Sky's. Zara also definitely wishing that they'd gotten a move on a
Why is he doing that? Savage's drop does not have a lot of good weapons. The suppressed pistol does 2 times headshot multiplier, so it does over 50 damage headshot full auto. So trust me, gold suppressed pistols, your only gun, is actually unironically not that bad.
They cannot
It's
keep
really
going
not
down
terrible.
Before making it to this late game,
Really good for
but
ammo conservation too, which ammo is one of the biggest weaknesses of their split. So it means his teammates can both run AR and he runs
Vanya,
mini
they
ammo.
lost Pixie, but in the close quarter combat, back and forth engagements, I mean, they get the damage they need, but Vanya has
Yeah,
no
62
shields.
headshot is crazy.
They're kinda
62
split up
headshot,
here.
31
Sango
body is
knocking on the
wild.
door, wanting some of the action. Now long
Think
rotate
Dagon?
to go as well. This is not looking too bright for Vanya and Marius.
Just the worst kind of neighbors. People that you don't want boxed up next to you.
Pink being gifted
People
top
that are already
5?
boxed up
I mean,
above
yeah.
you. Misha.
They're currently in
trying to get
11th
some suppressive
though.
fire onto those lower layers, trying to get a little bit of extra
They got a 5
damage.
elim 3rd, but then other than that, their games haven't been too hot.
Storm and Pix, though, they're already making sure to
Ah,
try
it's
and scale some
rezon.
of those
Oh,
mountain
not
faces.
nice. Not nice.
Deal
Not nice
with
at all.
and Mr. Savage,
Oh,
same mentality in mind.
bro. Come
They're
on,
just
man.
a step behind the rest of this lobby. They might become the focal point if they're not careful.
Are they going to have most distance traveled of any
Opt to
team?
use, get that gold rush effect from their
Oh.
splashes.
Yo,
This could be a
Vanya's
big
fighting in
field
zone
for this
2.
team to clean up on.
Vanya.
They recognize that it's
Vanya.
largely leading the charge on this one, trying to get the final knockoff onto Peterborough.
Oh my
He's
god,
wishing
Vanya.
to escape, but Vanya, he just has to keep reloading.
I'm triggered.
He doesn't have any ammunition. At least not for those initial shots. And he does
Well-
finally get the elimination he was after from the start. It's just so much time expended, and the clock is ticking against him.
Bro, we've gone past.
Marius got the
We
sight,
are
but it wasn't
literally
enough.
on Demon
It's a
Dojo.
long route
Like,
back in.
come
Behind
on.
Sky and Scroll, though, it's
We
looking
drew a
like
fucking
once again
circle
they
around
get
it, man. It looks like a
taken
drop
out.
map.
20th
This is not where they can. They just cannot keep getting.
Oh my
eliminated
God!
here if they want to hold their position. I mean,
Yeah, exactly, Vivid. That's what I'm saying, man. My man did not channel us in a peanut butter on that rotate.
And one of them, Vico Venoflixi, literally clutched themselves back into it in the
Ooh,
last
first and
match.
third. The only teams
It's
up
gonna
in the
be a
top
big
5.
shakeup in terms of the leaderboard.
Yeah, Malibuka running away with it, man. I'm feeling really good about my Malibuka top 2 now. You guys were a bunch of haters, chat. Haters.
For the rest of the zone, all those other teams that are going to start getting caught amongst each other. This could be the prime.
Wait, who did we
time
talk to who said they
strike.
hated these zones? That was Muzz, wasn't it? It was Muzz saying that he hates Seaport and Dojo zones, right? Well, let's hope NA is a bit different then.
Panzer and Upple are in very similar predicaments, and sure enough, kind of just looking for openings for Neck. Exposed for a moment, that's all they need. Couple of nice tags in.
Malibuka's a Grands play. I mean, yeah, it's like Acorn's team, bro. They just level up at Grands. Like, so I'm kind of hoping happens with Acorn, Ages, and Poyo.
Or looks down from a separate angle entirely, just to ensure that no one is challenging their current position.
Where is
Still,
Pink?
at some point, they're going to have to
There's
deal
Pink.
with Chicho and Atris up and height.
Yeah, if the zone pulls towards them as well, that is going to be a perfect high ground for them to hold if this next zone is that half in, half
Which put
out,
us
where
one?
half
I
the
put
zone is
Queasy
in the
first,
zone, half is
Malibuka
out.
second, which
Vico
going into this
Venoflixi,
game
though,
was
doing a good
correct.
job
Well,
of continuing
not
to take
different
shots
order,
on
but
the
they were
tree,
first and
kinda
second.
rotate
But
up the map
Venom making
in
a big play on
sense,
Queasy is throwing
doing the damage,
some
doing what
spanners
he
in.
can, but now for these next 10 seconds, it's locking in. Wherever the zone pulls, you got to be ready to act quickly. As now,
Dude, the
just a
Kin
matter of
stats and the
time.
zones on this is going to be so funny.
Very happy,
Oh,
but
Savage
very
down.
sad. As Savage goes down.
39 below, bro.
Savage fans are definitely
And now zone pulls back.
witnessing that
Sick.
one. But that's not to say that Badil and Reason couldn't make some magic happen here. Badil was hoping to get the shot, instead he had to go for the reload. 61 below. He's just so
Oh.
stressed for time.
Oh.
He'll at least be able
Where is Reason? I don't know where Reason is.
Forward, another tick of Surge, and sure enough, shut down before he even really has a chance to begin. Reason will try and play out the last of this Chug Jug, trying to see if he can buy a little bit more placement spots, but it's just not enough. Too much pressure coming in from the underbelly of Demon's Dojo.
Hey, I
Vico,
mean, if we
Flixie,
get some
Venom,
South Zones,
they're
6
gonna
games
start
tomorrow,
working
like,
their
come
way
on.
out from all these
We got the drop
pre-existing
uncom. We
builds,
played
just
great. I'm still
breaking
scared
through
Twi's going to
whatever
come back,
layers
though,
they have
too.
to. For Doxy, Thomas, both of these teams had elevated themselves prior to all of these
Only
bugs
16 above for
taking place in
Thomas.
those mid and lower layers, and it might be paying off tenfold, at least for Thomas's team.
Oh yeah, despite only being 16 above, they are in prime position to find more shots.
Oh, Yasin on the high ground. Misha, okay.
Staggered behind. The ones up above are capitalizing on that. Almost 1,000 damage. This is perfect for them.
Nice.
But they have to be ready to continue building forwards, depending on where this zone goes. But so far, nobody seems to be contesting it.
Sometimes everything just clicks, but Noya definitely aware of the
Where's
fact that
Malibuka?
You can never get too comfortable on height. Meanwhile, Thomas just spraying all the teams trying to approach from the backside. of
Queasy
zone.
tweet? Wait, what?
And he's done a decent job at taking some chunks out of Pink's HP.
We finally
bar,
got
might
it?
have even caused some serious issues for that trio.
Wait, Queasy's can't
Can't stay
queue?
fixated on the same
Oh,
spot for
no.
too
He's
long.
got a bit of
Got to
time at
get a
least,
move
but...
on when
Oh, no.
he's dealing
At least they got some time to fix it.
Clustering up on these elevated positions, and Noya nearly getting chopped to his demise.
Bro, Queasy gonna
there.
break something
Misha
soon, man. Oh, my
and
gosh.
Yasin now gonna look to play fallback. But the height control is what they're after. It's just dealing with
99 below.
smaller teams underneath
5
them.
players still have to go down. There we go. Nice bit of damage.
I don't think they have the mats to continue with that height control.
Pixie can't get in the
So many
game
trios
either.
can
Oh,
contest
no.
it now. Vico Venoflixi being one of them, but so far they're focused on getting that damage. They know they can potentially look for it, but they have their priorities straight. Shots coming through to the players down below.
Venom's got to make
looking
this
see
game count,
what
man.
They can find such a difficult
Some of the
zone
best
to
some of the
hold
best
on
loot they've
above.
had.
Venom drops down. Big crack coming through.
Nice.
They have to regroup.
Thomas looking really healthy. Where's Malibuka?
His whole trio without shield though.
There's Malibuka. I see him. They're full trio, healthy in the mid ground too. Malibuka's looking great.
They've been making attempts all day long to try and overtake height, and while every previous lobby before has just not worked out. and
Oh, what happened there?
He tries to drop. Instead, he gets eliminated.
Oh,
for it.
no.
Thomas Upple pins
Oh,
it. Now
oh,
dealing with the
oh.
fires of height.
Misha
But
getting
Thomas
aggressive.
is absolutely
Oh, Thomas is sandwiched.
cast
Oh,
upon
120.
Noya's team.
Oh, 120. Oh, my God.
Misha
Bro, the
has
Thomas
a
aim,
fall.
baby.
Thomas will get the siphon, but he needs an opportunity.
Bro,
to
death,
heal.
taxes, and Thomas
Zero
hitting max.
just took
Holy
a
fuck.
Siphon.
W
But that
Thomas.
heal onto Noya
How do we
just
survive that?
extends a moment
It's a
longer.
full trio sprinting into our walls. Oh my god.
Stay in the zone. Thomas should be able to make it back, but it looks like up above in the clouds, the high
Malibuca, Ping, and Walks looking great though.
The issue is, once again, they cannot
Little
be
1v3 from Thomas.
Malibuca, Ping, and Walks, prime position ahead of zone on the low ground. All
Yeah,
three
what are these
players
skins?
up.
Are we like...
Incredible amount of material,
Are we the brides?
shield, loot, everything needed to continue
Could
to
that,
close
am
this
I
one
am I
out.
deep in it
But
way
Ping,
too much? Or is that like a second place reference? Always the bridesmaid, never the bride?
Going into this match, they were outside of
The runners up from last season?
This win could mean
They're probably just wearing skins they think they look cool. I'm probably fucking deep in it way too hard. Vico on the low ground though. What is that skin anyway? Is that fucking new? Skin's so good. It's kind of clean. Oh, it's just a new skin in the store now. Okay. Bro, Vico Venom really fucking doing well, man. 10 elims, bro, for a brand new drop again. But how long can they do this for? How many teams can they pull this off against? Come on, Walks. Bro, Malibuca's surging forward though. We're gonna have what's looking like a Malibuca runaway going into day 2, especially because Veno surely can't keep up this consistency. Only 3 elims though.
And now Malibuca, Walks, Ping, they're just back up above, staring directly into cringe.
Damon's still going too.
Only one up above now.
Kiro solo on height. Little solo
down.
EU height hold. Let's
To
go.
make that decision, how is he gonna play this one out? One chug jug in the inventory.
Venom could do the Mally though. You can't, man. He could. Lone Wolf's too hard to grief, man.
Chug jug gets picked
Maybe
up.
they could lurk in on it
Water's
late.
hand.
May
Has he already begun the heal off?
Malibuca's going up. Here we go. 3v1 against Hyde.
Cringe down below.
Wait,
just one shot
do they not
away,
have
but
Hyde?
Fox knows he has to take
Do they
this
not realize they
position
have Hyde?
from the player up above. Chug jug being
I'm
used.
so sure we're on
Malibuca's
Hyde.
down. It's now a 2-person game.
No, Kira's still up there as a solo. Never mind. Kira's still up there as a solo, bro. Has he got no ammo? He's just not doing anything. He's just sitting up there.
Walks, Ping, have they
This has
got
got
what
to
it
be a
takes
win.
find the first victory royale of the day for this
Gotta be
trio?
a win.
Cringe, scrambling as he
Show us the
may,
heal off.
he will
What does
finally
Kira have for the
be
heal off? What does he have?
eliminated. And Kiro,
Nah,
all
Kira's
the
coming in.
way
They win.
inside the
2v1.
storm. He's gonna make a leap of faith here. See if he can
Come on.
cause some disruption. But it's a 2 versus 1.
Let's go, baby. 6 elim win. 400 points for Malibuca. Let's go, baby. All right, chat. 5th V-Buck giveaway of the day. We'll make it Mally. M-A-L-I, Mally. The GOAT, baby.
Places, 4th place, now the victory royale. This trio
Nice.
is looking unstoppable.
The Grands buff, baby. The Grands
Always
buff.
get to the late game, all 3 players
I hope
up,
for the sake of
healthy.
NA's
Not
excitement
only
that
are they already
Acorn does
qualified for the
similar,
Global
man.
Championship,
It's
they
one of those
wanna
teams
do
that
it
just
again.
levels up in Grands. I love it.
Yeah, Mini Hater as the biggest motivator.
Mini hater, bro.
Ping, Walks, and
Yeah, why is
Malibuca,
Mini
but
just being labeled as the hater?
no
Levin didn't pick him in his top 5 either.
performance, a great job. As-
That was supposed to be land predictions. Why are we hating on Mini so hard? Why is Mini might have become the Malibuca hater, bro?
Confidently securing these eliminations. We've seen them be a scrappy team throughout the course of today's
So chat, if you guys know how V-Buck giveaways work, they're
no
super simple. We run a Nightbot giveaway. You type the word in chat, we draw the winners and DM you the code on Twitch. It's that easy. Anyone asking for logins or doing any weird shit, that's not us. We just DM you the code.
Going to put that one step further for the rest of the lobby. So Frankie,
Let's
Levin,
go.
Mini, what have you got for us?
Thanks for the love on the YouTube stream as well, guys. Appreciate that. 2,000
Mini
likes.
Rider,
Thank you,
what
thank
have
you.
you got for us? Was that good enough for you?
Well, it's not an ideal performance, I don't think. I mean, Malibuca there wasn't alive at the end, right? They weren't a full trio.
He's just
yeah,
leaning
you know,
into it. I
you
love
won't
it.
be having a full trio alive at the end.
He's just leaning into it, bro.
These guys, as always. It
Thank you,
seems like
Scro.
they're just
Thank
continuing
you, Sven.
to
Parky.
pile on these ideal performances one after another, and they just seem like an unstoppable force.
He's on
right
had the
now.
Twitter
way
rant. Let me
they're able
see.
to play these end games is so good. Even if they're not
Oh.
in the ideal position, we saw them in this game, not on height, the zone pulling over the hill. We've seen the story end in so many different ways, or so many the same way. So
We
many
sit
different
there with
times
3
where,
kills and about
yeah, it's the team on
1.5k
low ground
damage,
that's
still
squeezed
below.
out, so
How
you
FN
win it.
are you
But
letting
these guys
everyone
just
trade
able
their
to
ass
tank
off,
that
including us
storm
fucking insane how shit
well,
this game is?
get up on that hill and just
Yep, I'll
do
take it as a
what
rant.
they
It's
do
not a
best,
super
which
long
is
one,
find
but we're
eliminations and
adding the official
ultimately find
competitive
that
page and calling them dog shit. That's kind of...
Again.
All right, 10 more seconds shout on the V-Buck giveaway, and then we'll call it. Type the Mally in chat if you haven't.
All-time FNCS performance right now. Their consistency.
His replies are also him just going in. Yeah. I'm going to be a little bit careful showing replies on Twitter, though. I really don't want to get banned mid-FNCS Grands. All
Unbelievable levels.
right, we'll call it there, chat. Thanks for
Soon as
entering.
Game 6 wraps up, and all the VOD reviewers, I'm sure Reese, my good friend Reese, he's going to be straight into the VODs. You know, he's going to pump out that video, how these guys are winning every single, you know, it's going to be something like that because their performance has just been terrific.
Yeah, it has.
I mean, it's been, go right ahead.
No, I
There's
mean, I
plenty
was
more
just going
say.
to reiterate it. I mean, just, yeah, the way they've been able to play has been absolutely excellent today. It just seems like they haven't really missed it. They did have a little, you know, that 7th place game. As I
Picking
mentioned
7,
earlier,
looking good.
Of course, you know, that is just, you know.
I'll line up my Preds after this one. We'll see how we're looking going in the last game, bro.
And just to find yet another great top 3. Are they going to be stopped? I mean, you know, the zones have played in their favor so far today, so that's the only asterisk I would put next to it.
He's able to queue now. Nice.
That everywhere, but it's one of those where will they be able to keep it up? I hope so, and I think they can.
I'm loving the vibes of the broadcast today, man. They're all locked in. It's good. I'm liking it.
Contested because Vico, Veno, Flixie, they haven't beaten Lone Wolf Leo yet. So
Yeah, maybe.
we'll have to wait a few minutes to find out.
Gonna have to come up with another 6 strats for tomorrow. Hey, Veno, it's been exciting, man. It's been exciting. Hey. Like I said, I put you in my top 10 on ultimate fucking copium that you had something planned, man. I'm loving it. It's been very fun to watch. All right, so we've got Ping, Wox, and Malabuka in first by over 100 points. Damn. Vico, Veno, Flixie in second. Swizzy, Queasy, Mustache, Thomas, Upple, Panzer, Chino, Pablo, and Fred. Bro, Fred and Veno being top 5 has definitely fucked up a lot of people's Preds, to be fair. And then we've got iDrop, Pink, Seti, Vanya, and Giras. I feel like my top 10's not bad. I feel like I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, I feel like that's actually pretty good. So what do we got? So I've got everyone except for what? Blaha? No, Pix, Dam, and Damus. So I've got 8 of the top 10, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I got 7. I got 7 of the top 10 right. I'll take it. Because there's been some hard ones, man. So Pix, I didn't do well with my picks so far. Combeck, Blaha, Mixon are getting a stinker. And then what's my other one? Who else did I fuck up? Am I blind? 8. I did get 8. I did get 8, right? Yeah, I got 8. Okay, I got 8. So not bad, not bad. I'll take that. We got 14th, and then as far as the actual order, I got 2nd is actually 1st. I had Veno in 10th, but I think everyone had that. Aqueezy in 2nd. He's in 1st and 3rd. Thomas 4th. He's 6th. Fred I didn't have. iDrop I had in 9th. He's 6th. Pink I had in 7th. He's 7th. Seti, Hari, Cam, you had in 5th. They're 8th. Vanya, I had in 3rd, they're 9th. All right, I'll take it. I feel like that's pretty good. I feel like I'm doing all right. All right, what do we got here for the bingo board? Now, we had Twitter rant, for sure. We had the Twitter rant, and then we had the 1v3, for sure. Is that it? I think that's it. Yeah. All right, so 10 more gifted from me. May the odds be in your favor, non-subs. Yeah, I feel like I'm doing pretty well. This is a hard grants to predict, though, man. This is a hard grants to predict, and we still got a lot of games to go. It could change a lot. I swear if it pulls north again, bro, give us one south zone. Just as a talking point to be like, the one south zone we got, Savage came 2nd, which means if we get more, you know what I mean? Like, give me something going into day 2. Come on. $600 subs already. I know, bro. You guys are gassing me up, bro. We're 100 away from 13,000. I love you guys. This has been a crazy-ass season of content, bro. We've been working hard this season, and you guys have been gassing up. I appreciate it. This is probably the most content I think I've ever put out in a single season. It's been crazy, dude. Thank you, Sonda. Thank you, Matthew.
Welcome back to FNCS Europe.
Well, now, one second, chat. I'm going to take the chance to go to the bathroom real quick. 1 second.
I cannot believe this, but we've only got one more game left of day 1. But before we get into our last battle bus boarding, we've got to talk about everything that happened in game 5. Starting off with some sneaky Seaport City imposters. Yes, I'm talking about Vico, Veno, and Flixie11. But let's start at the end game and how far they got. Are they picking up the pace, would you say?
Absolutely. Look, they were already one of the top teams in terms of eliminations today, even with some of their mishaps in mid-game. But their ability to make it to endgame in these last couple and still get a bunch of eliminations as well is just catapulting them up in those standings. Their biggest problem, Mimi Miner, is that a lot of their game plan in terms of just sort of just doing this teeny strat type thing sort of relies on like the fact that like nobody else is going to be super consistent, right? Because like if nobody else had been super consistent today, if Malabuka hadn't been as consistent as they had been and maybe a bit more inconsistent like they showed in previous competitions, you know, we'd more be talking about Vico and them in contention to win while doing this strat. But because they've had Malabuka's team just be so consistent in every single game today, it's made it so that there is a bit of a gap there, but still, I love that they're finding their feet with this strategy.
Yeah, it's one of my worst picks on the day, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, how do you?
I feel like that's the biggest surprise.
Land on Malabuka and try and stop them getting a good performance, right? That's hopefully what we'll see from these guys if they do go down that route.
Especially with North Zones as well. Are they like maybe going to be like secretly doing better with South Zones or something?
If Malabuka, Wox, and Ping weren't doing so great, they'd probably be first place right now. The strategy's definitely working. I'm interested to see whether they'll be able to continue that. Of course, you know, where do they land now? A lot more teams and a lot more players are going to be more aware of what they're doing, so they're going to really look back at what they're doing in terms of their loot path and rethink a few different things. But I mean, this was great.
Yeah, this was really the combination of sort of what we were expecting to see, because they were doing the strat on a bunch of teams in areas where they weren't some of the big names, the top dogs. But here, against Queasy, sneaking into Seaport.
Veno 80% chance landing Lone Wolf? No, not even close, bro. Definitely not. There is, I would say there's a 1% chance Veno lands on Lone Wolf. There is a chance that Veno drops near Lone Wolf and tries to like make his way in and steal their loot, but bro, that play from Vico is disgusting.
If you know Vico, you know he just like calmed dead like 3 times in a row. Like, Queasy was able to escape, so they stayed in the game. But again, it's moments like this where you're right, Mini. If they do that to Queasy's trio at Seaport, do they have something cooked up like that for Lone Wolf Lair as well later down the line? We kind of just don't know. What a game that was, though, to start off.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know if this is because the zone was in the favor of Seaport, but these guys, they stuck around.
Maybe RV? There's already a team on RV, though. I'm trying to think. Where is their loot around Mal?
So I'm just wondering now.
What can you do around here? Maybe landing like... Could you land here? Could they land there? Because Podesai, I'm guessing, lands up here, right? So could they land like here?
Yeah,
grab some loot and try and like be weird.
To see them do, and I'm sure everyone would say
nah, Kido's team's locking down the train. They can't do trade, but they could do something like around here, maybe. I feel like
and then catapult themselves.
They could do the there, but I think Kido definitely lands on that already.
That would be absolutely fantastic.
Maybe over here, but then they'll see them coming. They can't land so close that Malabuka sees them flying in properly though, because then they'll know, you know.
And then every single game we have seen the observers.
They could go the Whiffy split. You're right. You're right. Very good point. They could go this. They could go here and then wrap in. That would work.
Eliminated here every single time.
That would work.
How he lives here is just.
We'll see. We'll see.
Classic Thomas HD. Aim's insane. Drum gun.
Thomas HD's aim is so good. Bro.
I've loved what I've seen from this team. It's funny because I called it out last time, Mini. In terms of eliminations, like total eliminations compared to some of the other top teams, it's like they weren't doing amazingly. Before the last game, it was only like 15. Yeah. But yet you could guarantee that when it comes to damage dealt, they would be top 3. And they were, right? They were third going into the last game damage. Thomas is #1 in damage individually of all the players in the lobby so far.
He's crazy, man. He's crazy.
Just keep it up, boys. It's been so fun to watch.
Damage does not guarantee you the victory royale. It does not guarantee you top 5, but can it guarantee them a spot in the global championships? We're going to find out, because we are going to go back to our casters, Taco and Takata, for our final game of day 1.
Thank you, Frankie. Look, you said it yourself. It might not guarantee.
We'll see. We'll see.
Win,
they might just not as well, chat. It's only day 1. Like they don't need to like start trying to like, you know, target grief Malabuka. You know, that might come later on day 2. I think they're just gonna do whatever strat they can to get as many points this game as they can. You know.
Into the last match, it's those moments, Taco, that kind of put you in and set you up. One game is left out to be played out today.
All right, let's see. Is Rezon con?
Yeah.
Are we con?
As well.
We're con.
Are they back?
Video, you here?
He's not talking. Hello, Alex.
I'm here to go.
Bro, get the hype up, bro. You're in such a bad mood.
I wasn't muted.
Come on, I'm just looking. Just looking.
You guys are annoyed of me eating, so I muted.
Wrong call.
Okay. We're okay. Vibes are not sound the greatest, and I definitely can't blame them for that, though. Cannot blame them for the vibes. Ooh, Veno's not here. The game continues. Find the Veno.
For some other teams to try and play
Where's Veno?
or even just stay close in the first place. Outlaw Oasis is maybe going to pop in pretty soon there.
We landed on Twy. Justice for Savage, baby.
Trying to get the party started though. Onto Twy.
Damn.
Looking directly at Flixie.
Oh my God, wait, Twy. Oh, we missed the second shot. Oh no. No, we missed the second shot. No.
Day one conclusion.
Oh.
And our second place
No,
team
we whiffed the second shot into the door frame.
for the count. Malabuka walks
No.
in, saying the ball is in your court.
It's Chapter 3 Globals all over again, man.
Talking about Vico Veno Flixie, they can get those 18 elim,
Damn.
those 11 elim end games, even
Damn.
wins.
Twy with the clutch, bro.
Risky early game when they can go down in 26th, 27th, and now the first trio to go down, basically.
It was that
Those
shot there,
0-point
man. It was that
matches.
shot there.
It's gonna make
No.
it too
It's such an
difficult to
awkward
keep up
angle,
with a trio
too.
like Ping, Malabuka, and Wogs.
Damn, bro. Getting the Outlaw is kind of rough,
Placement
though.
is 7th. And not only that, now looking
Oh,
at
Marius is
and
actually
Daniel
getting
too with a
landed on.
quick
So
flick.
Marius
He's
is
been
getting
flooded.
straight conned by
Being
Grippe.
surprised conned. I don't know, Taco.
Wait, that explains why they're doing so poorly. They haven't shown it once on the broadcast yet. So Grippe is not landing RVs and pushing in. They're just straight landing on them.
What their main goal is,
No wonder
right?
why they're struggling.
Does Veno want to continue with what he said about going 4 for 4, all 3 majors
Damn.
and global champs? If that's the case, they got to find a way to stop Malabuka, or do they just want to claim the best placement possible?
I'm just not over
That's first game they did that? No, because we saw 2 games ago Vano running as soon as they landed, basically.
Matches now.
So I don't think that is the first game they've done that. I think they've definitely pushed them aggressively very early, but it's definitely the first time they pushed them.
Have to worry about that trio. Instead, it's seemingly Veno's issue to deal with. But looking into day 2, we've got to close up day 1. First and foremost,
Is RV just empty? I guess maybe, yeah. I don't think they could loot RV that quickly and get over. That has to be them landing straight on flooded, surely.
Barging through on the other side of the wall, but I drop with a not so friendly shot. It's gonna force Z-Andy to back up a step or 2. And Z-Andy, he was hoping to get away.
What's RV? It's the split between Lone Wolf and Flooded Frogs.
Can't find the
There's a bunch of like camper van things there.
Sky still on the chase though. He wants this pursuit of Z-Andy.
I'm sure he could find it too. Now,
There it is.
comes through. Zandy goes
awkward.
down. He just looked at him, didn't even take a shot back. He's like, all right, I'll accept it.
This is not a free win for Wox's team. It's looking real good, man. Malabuka should have a very comfortable lead going into
I
tomorrow.
feel for Z-Andy in that kind of position.
Unfortunate.
Malabuka
It's
seems been
okay,
playing
though.
fantastic,
Hydraulic
man.
Sky and Scroll have been slowly
Yo.
dropping down. I
Could
mean, they
this
were
be
leading the pack with the
foreshadowing
third and
for
fourth place
clicks?
in the start of the day, but they haven't broken top 10 since then. 21st, 13th, 21st again. So hopefully they can kind of figure out this issue in the later part of the mid games. But so far it's looking like it's starting out quite strong. And
Where's Zone gonna go though? I wonder.
Flixie aren't here to catch Swizzy off guard like in the last match, so they can continue playing their kind of, you know, uncontested route here at Seaport. And hopefully
6 games today, 6 games tomorrow, chat. Foreshadowing? Oh, I didn't actually think that clean.
From 3rd to 2nd and 1st place, one big game from them would be enough to do so.
It's just such a bitter.
I think Peterball can be as aggressive as he is in NA and EU. I mean, with the way the NH lobby's trading harder than EU, he could be probably more aggressive in EU, man. Peterball's being forced to have to start going the trading route, bro. Otherwise, he just can't get enough surge.
Waiting. Whether or not
If you watch the Eval Cup finals, Pete had to play very differently to the Div Cup finals, man. He has to set up on top of the black market at Crime City now and just get range tags. Even if they win straight 2 fights, they still don't get enough surge, so it's just... I'm sure Pete's still going to get scrappy with it, but not as crazy as what we've seen in the Div 1 finals.
Chase out that solo.
Ivan not in the best of situations here with, what, half HP, no shields. Cade, on the other hand, looking a bit...
Did Veno go down? He did. Veno's team's out.
Oof. I mean, they need a bigger performance here at Takata and Cade. Just one shot too many. It's gonna be forced to disengage entirely. Cheating and Robin. We've got an ample amount of heals to work with.
Wait, Cade's not on the Savage split? Did Savage get the whole split this game?
Yeah, but there's a team also to the west, like
25.
where you traded. It was close left.
Maybe,
somewhere.
maybe.
Southern segment of Kappa Kappa.
Hey, kind of south-ish zone, maybe, kind
Dexy's
of.
team is
Hopefully.
not going to be able
Way to go,
to
baby.
go
I don't know.
anywhere near it. Ivan, Ari, and Kay, they're just also trying to be wary. Teams that are going for these distinct fights on the off spawn. And then you've got teams like Pablo, Ferdoxy, and Chino facing up and what's essentially become known as the Bermuda Triangle. That's what it feels like, Takata.
Dude, I love
Because
that Taco actually
surge
like
bases
toes the
that are
line
taking
between like.
place here, they literally just form a perfect triangle.
It's crazy.
Damn.
how that
We're
works, yeah.
investing.
As the shots continue to come through.
W Taco.
Hard, yeah.
I'm gonna go
Thank
up
you,
in this
Nicholas, for the prime.
pad and scout for llamas.
No, why is Vidal down?
You just gotta stay up there and try
No,
and get cap
man.
search from that duo.
Why is Vidal down?
Reposition reason. Go to some. Like
Go,
in front
please
of
let
them.
me play, please. Just don't talk. I'm not going in front of them, just let me play.
Oh boy.
I mean, it just shows how well
Not the time,
this
Maris, not the
trio has
time.
been playing together. They're always up. They're always helping each other.
That comment was
and they're
savage of
literally
you.
The last trio standing in basically all of these games.
Nah, I feel bad,
fighting it out in
genuinely. It
those
looks no
final
fun at all, bro.
moments. So, you know, the consistency is deserved by how well this trio has been performing. But to get to that
Trying
point,
to
you know,
lighten
you have
the
to have
mood.
solid early games. You have to have solid mid games, and they've done that every single match.
Hey, Malibuka did say 0 ping diff a while back. The moment that we knew
Thomas
that
AC
trio
has
was
more
set to
drum gun
weekend
damage,
together
6,507,
in
than
Germany.
any other player's
And when
total
you're
damage.
leading the lobby
Nice.
by
Hell
100
yeah.
points and
This is
then
going to be
some
Oka's baby.
for day
W
one,
Bucky.
it definitely
He has more damage
distinguishes-
with only the drum gun than any other player's total damage. Bruh. That gun is absurd. I mean, we should have known giving that gun to Thomas HD, bro. He's actually just human aimbot.
Other teams, though, still looking to try and overtake at least each other on the leaderboard. Second place especially, potentially being up for grabs since Veno's team was eliminated so early on. And a team like Sky Scroll, Eyedrop.
Bucky getting griefed by Acorn? I don't know how you see that happening, man. We'll see. We'll see.
That conversation. But it's
I
not going to
think
be an
Bucky's
easy
team would be the
mission just
last team
because
that
you
Acorn's team wants to try to piss off,
say it
bro.
out loud. That doesn't exactly
They're
put
a
the-
good fighting team,
you
but
know, the play.
Bucky won to definitely won down to
That's interesting, though. They already have, you know,
play
3
aggressive when
eliminations.
needed.
They don't need to risk too much more. They have, you know, the pros of having the heals too. This part of the map, especially the west side, with so many teams contesting each other, it's one of those clusters that ends up having a bunch of players just staying in the
Okay,
zone
they
and
keep saying clusters, and I know they mean like clusters of players, but I
and
always think
taking
they're about to
shots
say
at each other,
clusterfuck, and I
later on
always just like my
making the
brain
rotates
can't
when
not hear it.
It's already closer and
Because
closer
I just
to
never
that
hear the word cluster
end game,
without it
but
being a clusterfuck.
What a shot from Scroll. Close that
Thank you,
one
Brady,
out.
the prime for 8.
Just being Storm Warriors, essentially. You can find those early eliminations, but those late game transitions.
Veno died, yeah. Veno died on spawn chat, which means Malabuka's got a very nice
constant
lead.
Stopping point for that team. It's something
Since Veno was in
that
second.
Marius, Vanya, and
Those
Pixie
Australian ears, pretty
are
much.
Also trying to make sure that they can overcome Moneymaker, Fade if 9 here at Canyon Crossing. Seems like they're trying.
There's another guy on me.
I gotta see this from the
Dude,
broadcast
stay.
POV. No, they're not showing him Savage's POV. The Savage's baseball bat, someone?
You should see again.
I watched the clip chat. I watched the clip back. I got it. I got
Another
it.
team
I clipped it.
again.
Don't worry, I got this.
Another team.
Bro, these guys are fucking wank, bro.
It's a whole another team on my cards.
So who
teams
is
in
it?
The distance though, and
Hiras, Belusi as
Fnatic.
well, and Moneymaker. Jeez, everyone's here, bro. What did we miss? Did we miss a baseball bat? Baseball bat kill for the bingo?
Dropping down into canyon. Yeah.
Yup. Surely a baseball bat kill here. Come on.
I
Yup.
went down in the hole. I'm good. I'm good. I'm in a tunnel. They're free to chase me. Yeah, I'm dead.
Yo!
Come
Yo!
Let's
Let's go, baby!
Yeah, I got finish.
W.
I'm going card. I'm going card.
I'm tripping.
Wasn't quite the baseball bat kill, but it was definitely
Here's
instrumental.
your card.
The whole other team is gear us.
Oh, sweet.
It's unstacked though.
Nah, no multiplier tomorrow, chat. Unfortunately, we can't jump on the comeback hype train copium, sadly.
There's a fest, no?
Oh, it's closer to the broadcast though, Venice. I was kind of making it better. Thanks though, dude. Unlucky last game, man. Oh. Oh. Are we going to just leave the call or are we just going to...
Oh, what a shit game.
Was a whole other team. Those 4 teams.
Yeah, I mean, the team camping on the card wasn't even the team that killed you, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't. That's why I thought
maybe.
Elimination. So
we'll see how we go, man. Some South Zones tomorrow, maybe like a reset on the mental, bro. We could bring it back to a respectable performance.
Is pulling towards the kata. This is full benefits for Malibuca, Ping, and Walks.
Then we got a full East zone again here. It's not as north, but it's like definitely mostly East.
Section, as they trickle through.
Yo, why is iDrop here?
Going to be
iDrop's hit the full wraparound, bro. iDrop's going around the whole outside of the island.
And Sky, iDrop scrolled. They seem to be doing a lot of elimination clearing, but it's not necessarily putting themselves into a position where they can confidently try to just charge through that mid-map territory. They know that there are teams like Malibuca, Ping, and Walks just controlling too much of the flow of the lobby.
I mean, that's the pros of having that many heals, though, and you know, Storm only taking 1 damage per second here. They can make that decision to wrap all the way around despite it taking longer, and then not have to have the risk of, you know, the trios that are already based up kind of looking back. Malibuca, Ping, Walks at Floodgate. I mean, there.
Yo, Brian, you got to be like the biggest Mr. Savage hater on what, bro? What do you mean? Why am I giving Mr. Savage so much attention? It's the big fucking Savage, bro. Because I care. What the fuck do you mean, man? What kind of weird ass question is that? Of course, I'm gonna watch Mr. Savage. I don't give a fuck what placement he's in, bro. What? One of the ghosts.
Group stages. Right, when it came down
what are we doing? What, you'd rather watch this? Oh shit, this is fucking crazy. Oh, Bob. Whoa. Oh, he picks it up. Splash drop. Oh, running. Like, bro, what the fuck? Hey, Ghoulies, the 5 gear to thank you, bro.
And yet,
thanks, man.
Because teams know there's still a whole 6 matches to work through in day 2. There's no point multiplier to, you know, deal with either. We don't want to cut ourselves short in day 1.
He's small with the tier 1, thank you, bro.
That's a big part of the reason why we see teams still trying to be as calculated.
Vibes, good vibes. What are we doing? Let me watch what I watch.
Yeah, you're not like in the last match of a Div Cup or something. You're just like trying to do what you can no matter what. All the extra aggression, it is still being played out. Like when the day started. Photosite squeeze and art skill. Nice little rotate.
To be fair, we've got to highlight Bob a little bit more. You think Bob last the whole chapter, chat? He's got it, right? He's got to last the whole chapter. Ooh. I mean, it's integral.
I mean, you send shots forward and you're not in zone. It's only a matter of time.
We'll do a 38-hour stream, chat. We'll be live until NA West finishes tomorrow. So I'll be watching EU Central and NA West today myself. Then I'll probably play a bit of Fortnite, hand over to my brother. He's going to take over for OCE and then play some games with you guys, some customs, all that good stuff while I sleep. Then come back for EU Central and West again.
Noah Riley has to immediately retreat to True Legs' Surge base. Find a little safety net with the rest of his trio, but that leaves Malibuca, Ping, and Walks to just continue their rotation undisturbed because now True Legs
playing between EU and NA. Now we've got some good YouTube videos to watch today, man. We've got 2 Dig videos to watch. We've got the Dig Players Predict FNCS. Then we got the Lie Detected video. I want to watch Reese Hub's Coyote video. I'm going to play a bit after Central, man. It's currently 4:40 a.m. in the morning here. Like, I'm not getting any cues, bro. If I try to play right now, man, all I'm going to get is a lobby full of stream snipers. There's like 3 kids in all of Australia playing right now. And then there's going to be fucking 90 stream snipers.
Even when you find a Victory Royale in a major finals, ooh, Seti definitely in some trouble. Saw his shields get cracked there.
Hey, we're going back to Dojo. Let's go. All right, sweet. So as long as we get a max North pull here, we can still end on the Dojo.
Especially when you're just at the mercy of the way that the zones are going to be pulling.
Which way are they going to be pulling, Taco?
Play probably a little bit more towards.
You feeling they might pull east, maybe? Maybe a little bit north?
The only team that's been in a similar position. Swizzy, Queasy, Murstache, they're trying to make up for lost time. After an early exit,
Joji, it's ridiculous, bro. 4 out of 6 games on OCE pulled Dojo, and I think 4 out of 6 games today have pulled to either. So 4 out of 6 games today have pulled Dojo, and I think the other one has pulled far north, like north of Flooded Frogs. Not a single like second zone has gone like below Seaport, basically.
You can see just how many trios are still in Seaport that have to make their way through.
It's getting ridiculous, man. Some of the most zone bias I've ever seen in a grand finals.
A better shot and getting those tags, but look at the positioning from Vanya, Pixie, and Marius. I mean, there's a reason they're 1,800 above the Storm Surge threshold. Part of the factor might be that they have 4 eliminations already, but also
this gotta be illegal somehow.
The whole lobby can't even be chopped down, really. So this is, I mean, if they end
OC was 3 Dojo, 2 Mask, 1 Crime. Okay, I was lied to.
It's messed up. Awesome how I see some. None of you are a fan, though, of Vanya's team. Khabib, Karama, Akira, and nice elimination
Twi's
there
here
for
too?
Lyrics, though. But Twi, that's a solo all the way back. That's what Akira's team is waiting on. And Twi knows better than to try and actually charge straight through.
Oh, I think I remember that one, Slick. I remember seeing it afterwards. Oh, this was cheeky.
Yeah, just to look back
Triple cone lurk. Damn. Wow.
And nothing's ever guaranteed in a final.
Oh, zone pulls back west. The zones can go west.
Zone. If this was 7th zone and I was Vanya here, just on the borderline.
Have your predictions for NA changed from watching EU? No, I don't think so.
The method here with that chance to pull back, but there's less odds for it.
I'm feeling better about picking Acorn now after seeing Malibuka get the Grands buff that I was expecting as well. We'll see, man. My predictions have been pretty good, bro. I've got 8 out of 10 right now in the top 10.
Up in a good position here.
Vanya's doing a decent chunk worse than what I thought, and then my Blaha pick has been doing the worst.
A bit of a risky place to be. But all their focus is now is getting those shots on the players.
Not sure what's happened to Blaha, honestly, especially with these zones.
As well for all the ones that were at Seaport. They don't have to move.
That clicks out alone wolf? Yeah, I'm still thinking clicks. I'm still with clicks.
Team is low-key kind of cut off Queasies, though.
Yeah, you can't change your predictions based on zone priority in another region. Like
having to deal with Pink's trio, I would imagine. And that could be a huge benefit for somebody like Malibuka, who's already taken notice of where Pink's team is based up and just applying some continuous tags, ping and walks.
It wasn't your Vanya pick? No, it was. Vanya had in like 3rd and he's in like 9th, so pretty far off on that one. Oh, he's in 8th now. He's getting up there.
Very nice position.
But yeah, Pix, Dharma, Damus. But Pix, Dharma, Damus have been surprise cons, so
that's going to be something that Thomas, Uppel, and Panzer have to
kind of hard to predict what's going to happen when it comes to getting surprise con. Pix, Dharma, Damus have been dropped on by Twi a bunch now, and also Venno, so it's like
a matter of time. They're waiting to see in these 7 seconds where the zone is going to end up. The good thing is to have ideas of,
Vanya's also been surprise conned as well. So my only 2 preds that have like struggled a bit. Blaha, I don't really know what's going on there though. That's just, they're having a stinker. Yeah, it's 5 spots, Slick. So if Venno and Malibuka both get top 5, then it'll be top 7 on EU, yeah.
Or just take the fight straight on ahead of them. The pre-edits, anything to kind of do a bit of damage, but some sort of decision has to be made.
So right now it goes to 7th, yeah.
Above is a little too close to comfort.
Ooh.
Nice shots.
Nice shots, Akira.
That's going to be very impactful.
But it's shots being applied to teams that are already way out in front
Who's
of them.
Vanny getting conned by Grippe?
So
Grippe was meant to be on the RV split, but he's just dropping straight on Flooded.
The same idea. Just pay them a couple of
Who IGL's Malibuka Street or Malibuka?
Swizzy,
Yeah.
Queasy, Murstache. They know they can't afford to sit around any longer. We're gonna immediately start trying to be some of the first ones into the next zone. Move too late, get caught up in the pack. Move too soon, and everybody.
Come on, last game, Taz. Finish some good vibes. It's been a good ass 20 so far. We're only halfway though, not even halfway.
For Doxy, Chino, and Pablo though, they managed to elevate themselves slightly and playing towards the front side with a little bit of hill advantage here. Sharks team. A little bit pressured, but not enough for Doxy to want to commit to just yet.
711 damage above. I mean, they're in a pretty prime.
How True and Shark underperforming? I mean, I had them performing like this, man. They've just been struggling this season, dude. I wouldn't say it's an underperformance. I'm just not sure why everyone was saying they were going to pop off so hard, man.
More compact, actually. I thought it was a bit more.
They just haven't been doing too well all season, dude.
Either way, no risks needed. for these trios. Unfortunately for the ones that have lost a teammate or are getting knocked or is low though. It's kind of
Thomas with a gold pump drum gun. We're looking good.
Back.
Because of the bridge, the congestion is really going to start to build in those mid and low ground layers.
Is Twy a solo on top of that right now? He is.
That Twy is a solo.
He's a solo up
in
there.
Such a prime spot, though. Not sure how long he'll actually be able to maintain it, but he could definitely be annoying.
I think the broadcast must be deliberately picking who on the trio has their points actually displaying, and it's so nice.
Hero, Nebs, Pink. One of our teams that could potentially be caught. A little bit more action than what they want. Just trying to...
Oh, Pink's Diamond Dame is struggling again. No. Wow.
And they want to secure the body loot. Pix, Darm, eliminate Demus, actually. Eliminated right in front of them. Mixin, Blah, and Comeback.
Oh, here we go, Vanya. Here we go, son. Bring it back. Big game 6. Come on.
Get a benefit from the results.
I like this, Taco. Vanya, Pixie, and Marius looking like they want to play a high ground position here. They're currently in 9th place. They've dropped down out of qualifying rage for the global championship.
What are the coins that people drop? They're called the dill bits, bro. You get them in a bunch of different ways around the map, and you use them to buy exotic and mythic loot at the black markets.
This is a trio that knows how to convert.
They are a cryptocurrency.
To victory royales. They can
I wish I was kidding right now. I can't believe this is a very real sentence that I'm saying.
Zone pulls with some nice refreshes, they might be able to make something happen. But the big issue, the raid boss, Malibu.
The raid boss.
Once again, incredibly healthy as a trio. Completely set up to play this one out. Somebody has to stop them, Taco. Somebody has to do it.
Well, that somebody might be the zone pools, because it's bringing them into more traffic than what they'd been hoping for initially. Sticking a little bit more towards those lower layers.
Ooh, Queasy on the ulti low.
Poor Swizzy, Queasy, and Mustache just completely spraying at the teams right next to them. Gotta be careful, though.
What are their skins? Apparently they're a new skin. Apparently it's the Widow or something. Hey, Nepo with the tier 1. Thanks, bro.
But only 187 above. Mustache, Swizzy, Queasy, they've claimed so much space in the low ground. But the way that the zone is starting to pull over the water now, teams are going to be burning through their materials at a rapid rate. Trulex has got to be very careful here for Doxy. Pablo, Chino, trying to get a piece out of some of these teams that are rotating in, but nothing that's translated to...
Ooh, Fredoxy looking alright here too.
Just yet. Still, where they are currently
Polar Bear. Queasy on low ground, the Polar Bear.
Pablo did an amazing job of tarping ahead while Fredoxy and Chino were able to take some shots at the back line.
Oh, Pixie's done it. They've invested a lot of mats into this. Not really a lot, they've just spread it really far out. Jeez. They've got no connection points either. I guess they're going to try and grab the zip lines or just hope that they have the baseball bat save.
Queasy might just get stuck with Thomas, Panzer, and Upple. Marius doesn't care, though.
Oh, here we go. Queasy's looking up. Queasy's looking up. They're going for the late flank, bro. Bro, this team really does just like live for height. Oh, never mind. No, they can't go for it. Wait.
But first, they've got to make sure that they are putting themselves
nice little storm tank
towards that front side of zone. Having to use up nearly all of their splashes. The last one finally going to be spent. Thomas, Upple, Panzer. We knew they were going to get caught.
Oh, nice. Surge is gone. Surge is gone.
But didn't expect that it might come at Karama's expense.
Pretty stacked game, man.
Avoid getting knocked by Thomas.
Chat, what do you think the chances are the next zone pulls northeast?
He still wants to keep going.
Come on. We still have a chance to stay in the dojo. Come on, Epic.
Just hanging out on the low ground, but Swizzy, Queasy, Mustache.
Chop. Nice.
And they might actually
oh, they're going up for it. They're going up for it. Vanya's connected only by wood.
Will get dropped, but
oh, Southpaw, damn.
More than enough time to react. He's not going to lose any HP for it.
Well,
oh, Box now solo. Malibu goes down. Top 8. Not bad, but not crazy.
This is the first time we've seen them go down so quickly.
Man, the low ground right now is absolute shambles.
Trying to clutch it up as a duo.
Full scramble on low ground.
Safe for Vanya, still holding on to it as now Pablo's
this could be a freebie for Vanya if they play this well.
To keep themselves up, so many materials to work
Thomas takes down Chicho.
He should not take any risks here. Just try and claim as
Pixie
much
takes down Queasy. Swizzy now solo.
Especially if he runs into a full trio, as Swizzy has been left alone.
Teddy Kamihari could steal this in the low ground, maybe. Actually, they're pretty healthy down there, I think.
Find a way to clutch this out only with
disaster has struck in the final hours here. Swizzy, we've seen him clutch points plenty of times in the past, though. Whether or not he's able to secure them.
The wood only is brutal right now.
Different story, though. though. Just so many healthy trios behind it.
Top 6 though. He's clutching. He's clutching. Oh, Cammy's weak now. Not bad. Not bad. Pixie's dropping down. Show us Pixie. Bro, Pixie's going to start fragging out here. Let's see. Come on.
Having a free day. Just spraying everybody in this low ground. Thomas hoping.
Oh, everyone's so weak. Half the trios down here are so shambles. Marius drops down too, bro. Marius and Pixie on your tops when you're this weak is brutal. I would hate to be these teams right now, honestly. Ooh, gets dropped in though, almost.
This is exactly
what
they needed.
No, they're just dismantling low ground, bro.
All they need to do is close it out.
Vanya just gets to watch, bro. He's just watching.
Pablo still in the zone, doing what he can to stay up.
Oh, double res? Oh, never mind. Oh, never mind.
Goes down. Pink's left alone. Marius connects another one.
14 kill win, baby. They're too good. Let's go. We needed that. We needed that. The Vanya comeback, even while being conned. Good stuff. Good stuff.
From 9th place going into this match, I'm sure with
Let's
that
go.
amount of eliminations, the placement points they just got.
That should be good. They're surging up. They're surging up.
Range for the global
all right, chat. We'll make the giveaway. We'll make the last giveaway of EU Vanya. V-A-N-Y-A. Vanya.
Make their way up to that first place spot.
And don't get me wrong, you don't want to get too excited considering that it is just day one.
Hey,
but Marius, Vanya, and
good game, bro. Good game.
This final
doing very well for being surprise con, man.
They just played it.
Dude, what a grand so far, bro. Day one EU's been spicy. I'm so excited for NA now. See how much Malibuca's winning by, though. I know Malibuca's in first, but by how much? So, chat, if you want some V-Bucks, type the word Vanya in chat. We're doing this throughout all of Central as well.
Punish Pink's trio for it. Excellently played all around by Vanya, Pixie, and Marius.
Yeah, you love to see it. Round of applause for Vanya, Marius, and Pixie. They got the
round of applause.
Done, but Taco, there's still a raid boss in the lobby. Malibuca's going into day 2 happy. What a way to play out the first 6 matches of the EU FNCS Major Finals. We have 6 more matches to be played out tomorrow. Taco, it has been a pleasure here to commentate the first 6 games. We will continue to do so tomorrow, but I just needed this to be closed out. Frankie 11 Mini, what are your thoughts? How are you looking at the odds for the other trios in the lobby?
All right, 10 more seconds, chat, and then I'll call the Vanya giveaway.
I massively enjoyed hearing Takata and Taco casting those games today. They're
only 12 points between 3rd and 6th. All right, we'll check in a second. We'll wait till the break. When they throw the break, then I'll check.
Because 11-2K, there were some trios that definitely lived up to our
Spicy
expectations.
day one.
But a trio that, in some ways,
all right, I'll call the giveaway there. Thank you.
As we headed into the grand finals weekend was Vanya, Pixie, and Marius. We expected big things for them, but I don't know if we expected 2 victory royales on day 1.
Yeah, I mean,
if they make it on spawn, they're looking good, man.
At the start of the day, I said exactly that they were just one of those teams that is just sneakily really good, right? And they have a really good setup to do well today.
They played great.
Started off really well.
They'll win bingo board? Yeah, I'll fix the bingo board up in a second, bro. We got a bit of time here.
My friend Miniminer would say maybe weren't ideal performances, right?
I love that. It was like such a British chortle.
Seen just so many times in EU history where day 1, how you finish a day 1, really can tell sort of where you will go on day 2, sorry.
In Cayenne, the team 12, have we had anyone staying at the same job for a whole chapter? Bro, we haven't even had a team staying the whole draft for a whole season yet. Queasy, I guess, at Seaport so far this chapter.
Queasy's trio from getting hype, because that's always been a question of them this
Did
season.
Queasy stay Mount Olympus that whole chapter?
They like to play hype, but a lot of the time if Queasy's around, they leave it to the big dogs. But this game, they showed who were the big dogs, and they kept high really well.
Pink?
Yeah, it was something you mentioned earlier. Yeah, it was something that Levin mentioned earlier on about the fact that they won't play high if Queasy's in the lobby, but it's nice that they were able to flip that on its head where they were playing high and Queasy tried to go up for it. And as you mentioned, they shut it down really nicely. Vanya was
here we go, chat. Here we go. Oh my God, we're not doing the break. We're going straight into it. All right, we got Ping, Wox, and Malibuca in first on 432. We have Vanya, Pixie, Marius jumping up to second on 313. They went from 8th to 2nd, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, they're up 7 places. Then we have Chino, Pablo, and Frodoxy, 302. Damn, 3rd place out of Uncon Mask, bro. The last team to make grands. This is pretty much like the Vanya run back. If you guys didn't see last season, Vanya's team won the last game of Last Chance Finals to make finals and then came 3rd. Now we had Frodoxy, last team to qualify through Last Chance, also in 3rd. Then we have Swizzy, Queasy Mustache on 294. Thomas, Uppel, and Panzer 293. Vico, Veno, Flixie 290, and then Pink, Nebs, and Kiro 283. 283, 313 is separating 7th from 2nd. So it's just Malabuka right now running away with it. Looking amazing. Then we have Seti, Hari, Kami, iDrop, Sky, and Scroll, and then Giras, Franik, and Dynas for the top 10. W, bro. Oh my gosh.
And do what they do best.
I'm wondering still what is holding them back.
Veno will con Fred tomorrow? No. Why would Veno con Fred, bro? What?
Talk about tomorrow, but right now let's talk about.
How does that leaderboard tell you that, bro? He's in 6th. Why would he start dropping on Fred?
That match, but we can see where Queasy, Swizzy, and Mustache are on the leaderboard at the moment.
iDrop falling a bit. I mean, unfortunately, it's kind of what iDrop does, man. It's why I love them so much. They've got so much potential, but they've let me down too many times, man. It's why I put them lower in my top 10.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Queasy, you're going to be looking at the top of the leaderboard and going, well,
where's Mally Land and Lone Wolf, bro? Lone Wolf. The Clicks fans are very happy right now. Lone Wolf is proven to be very, very good.
Scary spot to be in come day 2. I think, you know, you're still in pole position to sort of compete, you know, at least right now for 2nd based on, you know, how things are looking. But you know, it all depends on, again, if Malabuka and them can continue.
It's going to be close, man. Close grands, except for Malabuka, but all eyes will be on Mally not to run away with it.
The games haven't been as clean for Queasy's trio, but they've not been bad. Right, and that's the key. Is I talked about earlier. Like, I still think
no multiplier tomorrow again, chat. No multiplier. Same format tomorrow as today.
Yeah, I was really hoping the fact that they got landed on by Venovico Flixie in that game 5 that it wouldn't just cause a little bit of a wobble for them. And I think their response to that was so crucial in the way that I saw this game. And they did that.
You
really
got to remember, chat. 5 spots up for lands as well, so it's not just about the win. There's a lot on the line here.
Day number 2 being higher up on the leaderboard, but
it's snappy with the prime 43.
It's still doable. They're just going to need to do what they've been doing all season.
I didn't predict this was a boring grands craze. I've been trying to tell you guys the last few days. I know there's been a lot of conversation on trading, but it happens in every grands. It's just right now you guys are paying more attention to it for whatever reason. Like, more people are putting eyes on it, but it's... I told you guys you won't notice it. Like, it's the same as what we normally see. There's a few teams trading in the early game, but it's still gonna be fun to watch.
So strange, but that final
it's been a thing for years.
It's a tough pill to swallow because so far on the day the straps worked perfectly. They've not gone down or spawned at any of the random spots they landed at right today, except for this one. It was Twi's trio that were able to take them down. Great peek there from Twi. Not an ideal optimal angle, but he still made it work.
Yeah.
And again, you know, it's funny because I remember there was a period in time.
No, it's slightly more excessive, but the people saying it's going to ruin grands and be boring to watch. Like, that's what I was saying. That's just not the case. Like,
got the world on his shoulder and he's got so much to prove and whatnot. You know, back when he was playing with Jalen or whatever. And here he is, you know, taking down 3 of the best fraggers in the world, just making it look casual. So fair play to him.
We don't have much time to talk about the leaderboard anymore because we've got a big...
I'll go through the whole leaderboard after this chat.
Tomorrow, but of course we've got to talk
it's Baby Frankie
about
again.
Malabuka's trio. This is a team we definitely expected to score big, but Mini Miner, I don't know if we were expecting them to have such a dominant performance. I think their lowest placement today was 8th.
Yeah.
It is insane how consistent they've been.
Yeah.
What, Connor? Dude, what did you say?
So, you know, they've not necessarily...
So you don't think we noticed there was North Zones by watching the broadcast, man? What's happening? Yo, Jimbo, thanks for $5 on YouTube, man. Thanks, bro. Trust me, dude. We've noticed there's North Zones by watching the broadcast. Trust me. I'm guessing you've been watching Savage's stream based on that message, man. Trust me, we know.
Just snuck in 10th place in the groups. They didn't look too great when it was going into those, and they didn't even make week 5 divisional finals. So it was one of those where, what sort of Malabuka are we going to get? And I think that's been a question that we've asked previously as well of Malabuka when they've won the first or qualified the first season. And I think what we've got is absolute prime Malabuka and his trio right now. They are looking really, really strong and, dare I say, better than last season right now.
Hey, look, Minnie, you summed it up perfectly. I don't think there's anything else I can add to that. All I will say is if I was an NA fan, and it's coming up soon, I'm looking at Clixie, Yomzo, and Hicks, and I'm smiling. Because if Malabuka's laying out the blueprint here, then maybe it's finally time for our boy Clicks to get the dub. I don't know. We'll see later.
You will see later. Absolute Cinema coming up from North America in a couple of hours' time on this channel, so make sure you keep it locked. However, it's been Absolute Cinema here in Europe today, so I know
we'll do the tweet look down. We've got clips to look at. I know, don't worry.
Finals tomorrow, so don't. We will see you here. I can't wait to see it. Levin, Mini Miner, any final thoughts from you, Levin?
Thank you, W key.
Sound horn.
That's my line.
Just get it done.
Fine, we'll see you on the battle bus. I'm joking. No, sound that horn. See you tomorrow.
W. All right. YouTube stream. I'm going to be ending here and going live again for NX. I'm trying to keep the VODs nice and clean on YouTube so people come back and rewatch them. If you want to swing by the Twitch stream, I will be live for the next 3 hours until NA starts watching some YouTube.